Hello everyone, welcome to What If Naruto Was Abandoned and Become Uchiha Dragon Emperor Part 11. Please go support Sith Trooper 09 for writing that awesome fanfic. March of the Devites. Demon Blackfire was leading a squad of 12 specialized troops skilled in the arts of ninjutsu and magic to hunt down the witch, Kali. Naruto had personally tasked him to hunt the witch down, since Demon already had experience dealing with a witch and Naruto was still recovering from last night's encounter. Demon had been scouting the tunnels for quite some time and frankly, he was getting tired of it. God damn it. No heat signatures anywhere. Demon asked to his soldiers and they shook their heads. Yes my lord. No such heat signatures belonging to the witch has been located as of yet. DRRRR. Search harder. That witch is probable somewhere plotting something. And I won't let it happen. Deep underground the tunnel system from where Demon was, Kali was there being led by the surviving Devite scout to the lost city of Ouroboros. As Kali walked, she saw what seemed to be stone ruins of an ancient civilization whose inhabitants were obviously known. Kali walked deeper and as she did, she saw the Devites still deep in their hibernation, with a few having woken up. The few awakened ones approached her and kneeled down. She smiled at the fact that her magic extended to all the Devites, and she was confident the Devites will annihilate Naruto for her. Kali walked deeper, and she stood in front of the large pyramid in the center of the ruined city. Among the 12 pyramids buried with it, this was the largest of them all. Kali then used her magic to perform a ritual that would raise the city back to the surface and awaken the Devites. And something more powerful with it. Soon, a powerful earthquake was felt all across the continent as the lost city of Ouroboros, the ancient stone city of the Devites, was raised back to the surface. Naruto felt it hundreds of miles away and ordered his troops to be ready for a possible attack. Demon got back to his feet as he and his men got to the source of the earthquake. Kali fell down to her knees, exhausted as she used 98% of her magic to raise Ouroboros, which was no small feat considering the immense size of the city. Soon, all the Devites woke up and walked towards her. Then, large hissing sounds and the slithering of something huge was heard. Kali looked up to see the Leviathan of Cytherio, the ones the Devites worshipped stare at her. The gigantic serpent of darkness and destruction named Apophis. Kali's magic had extended to even the mighty Apophis and the snake submitted to Kali. The other Devites bowed down as Kali let out a hideous cackle. Yes with this, Naruto Uchiha will die go Devites go and annihilate the Uchiha for killing everything I held dear go and bring me his head she ordered as the Devites roared monstrously. A quarter of the Devites engulfed themselves in a purple aura as they transformed. These Devites had 2 extra arms, longer horns and a pair of wings and they took to the skies. The soldier class of the Devites manifested long spears made of purple energy and they marched in long columns. The warrior class got on their basilisk war mounts and slithered into combat. The Devites were marching at a fast rate, able to compete with horses with minimum effort and they were approaching Naruto's camp closer and closer. The great Apophis moved its humongous body as it followed behind the Devites, purple lightning generated by his body at the slightest movement. Naruto looked out of his army fortifications as he heard something approaching with great speed and in large numbers. And there, above in the sky he saw the Devites approaching his army camp in the hundreds of thousands and the Devites swooped down firing purple energy everywhere. Naruto stood there without fear and he fired a Zero, killing a Devite with ease. Naruto jumped down to the ground, fighting the Devites with his Narada alongside his troops, just as the Devite army approached. The Devites used a phalanx formation as they ran straight at the Imperial Army garrison, killing any unlucky soldier who was in range of their spears. Due to the hardness of the Devite skins, more akin to reptilian scales than flesh, it was almost impervious to bullets. Naruto used his Rinnegan and used Almighty Push against the Devites. The troops regrouped around their emperor, bullets loaded and laser swords in hand, ready for a battle. The flying Devites came back and Naruto was angry now. Chaos style. Primordial Dragon of the Void he shouted as the scarlet-colored lightning dragon coated with Amaterasu flames manifested and killed hundreds of Devites. Naruto coated his Narada with chaos style as the Leviathan Apophis appeared. To even the odds, Naruto summoned Scylla and the Kraken to battle their brother. With a war cry, Naruto ran forward and his troops followed for a battle that would be remembered forward. Kali smiled to herself as she sat back and enjoyed the scenery. But it didn't last long as she sensed an attack approaching. Kali Demon shouted as he lunged forward, mortifer in hand, trying to impale the witch. Kali dodged the attempt as she called back 6 Devite warriors to help her. Demon used his fire magic to summon a smokescreen as he avoided the Devite strike. Demon engaged one of the warriors to a sword duel, then it shortly became a 3-on-1 fight. The 12 soldiers with him were busy fighting the other 3 Devites, so they weren't helping him anytime soon. Demon kicked a Devite warrior to the jaw as he jumped back. The brave Demon Blackfire. Prince of House Blackfire, Duke of Pratislav. The young knight who could wrestle with Nemean lions and tame a wild gorgon by the age of 10, soon going to be like a sack of potatoes more than a knight in shining armor. I'll be sure to tell the poets and teachers how you screamed and begged like a common peasant when faced with my power. Kali taunted as Demon's rage unfolded. You dare mock me, Demon shouted in rage as he transformed into his angel mode. The sudden surge of energy throwing the Devites off of him. We will see who shall beg and who shall scream, which Demon shouted as he attacked, and the Devites jumped forward to counter him. Come you demons, die by the hand of Demon Blackfear, the black dread of Magog, come at me come. Naruto slashed at a Devite scout as he jumped away to avoid blasts from a berserker. Naruto punched a soldier away as he used a fire jutsu to incapacitate another one. The situation was not looking good for Naruto as a quarter of his men were already dead, at the cost of 29 Devites. Naruto activated his humanoid Susanoo as he started rampaging at the Devites. Most of the Devites then turned their attention towards the Susanoo, and Naruto realized that he just painted a bigger target on his back than he previously was. Naruto summoned the sword of Kusanagi and the Yata mirror as blasts of purple energy was swept over his Susanoo. Naruto's Susanoo swung the Kusanagi, and waves of Devites were thrown aside like nothing. The Devites fired stronger blasts, and the Susanoo was suffering considerable damage. Hope seemed almost lost to Naruto until he heard a loud horn. He looked to where the horn was sounded and saw his wife, Shizuka, riding atop a Nemean lion leading the rest of the army along with reinforcements. He had told her to leave the battlefield since he didn't want to lose her, but she came back to help her husband. Guess I should have seen that one coming. Naruto thought to himself, smiling. Onward, soldiers, show these Devites the wrath of the Imperial Grand Army, Shizuka shouted, and all the soldiers shouted, for the Emperor and to the Queen of War, and they ran forward to face their enemy. The Devites and Imperial soldiers clashed in a chaotic battle. The basilisks were facing the Nemean lions, Gorgon mounts, manticores, chimeras and war trolls all on their own wiles. The Devites were outnumbered considerably. One soldier kicked a Devite in the stomach as 4 soldiers used a tree trunk as a battering ram to ram a Devite to the sea. Others still were fighting with swords and others with guns. It was a truly chaotic battle with no battle strategy. Just 2 armies duking it out, and Naruto knew the only way to stop this was for Demon to kill Kali. Question was, how well was he doing? Demon punched a warrior with a jaw-shattering right hook as the sound echoed throughout the area like thunder. The Devites had already entered their demon forms to combat the angel bloodline of Demon, and it had minimal effects. Kali had tried using the remainder of her powers to assist her demons, but it was not enough to change the tide of battle. Demon picked up a Devite as he threw him down at Kali, who jumped away. Kali climbed up the pyramid, hoping to escape from Demon's wrath. Demon fired 2 beams and subdued 2 Devites who were fighting his troops. And he fired a third one, subduing the last one. Fire-eater Demon ordered as his men opened fire on Kali, who was trying her best to not get killed. Demon flew straight at her, breaking the sound barrier and punched the pyramid, missing Kali, who jumped away at the last moment. Kali jumped away, but a bullet hit her on her knee and she fell to the ground. The soldiers opened fire, but a Devite got up to shield her. Demon shouted in fury as he tackled the Devite and threw him away like nothing. Demon got his sword, ready to kill the witch, but the other Devites got up, tackling him. Demon freed his arm holding Mortifer and threw it at the running witch. Kali looked back frightened just as Mortifer came and in a sickening sound, sliced her head clean off. The Devites woke up from their trance and Demon just pounded them without a moment's hesitation. Elsewhere, the Devites and Apophis woke up from their trance as the fighting stopped. What happened? Where are we? One of them asked to his brothers, who were just as confused. How are we awakened from our slumber? What is the era? How are we outside our burrows? Devites, Naruto called out as all of them looked up to see the human who called them. I can see that you are confused, but don't be. My name is Naruto Uchiha Constantine Blackfire. A witch by the name of Kali had set you free but enslaved you under her magic to use you as a conquering force to rule this world. But my cousin had killed her and set you free. Now then, join forces with me. Help me in conquests against my enemies, and I will restore you to your former glory. One of the Devites, who towered over the others at 7-4, walked towards Naruto. I am General Slithra. His voice was dark, coarse, rough and monstrous even by the Devite standard. On what basis do you think I should give you command over us? I was the one who wanted to set you free. Anything else? We are Devites. We have no one but ourselves to turn to. It's us and only us. Your Leviathan Apophis obeys me. What? Impossible. It isn't possible unless you possess Enoch's crown. Check again. I am wearing Enoch's crown. DRRRR, fight me. What? Fight me? If you can make me surrender, the Devites will give you their allegiance. But if I defeat you, you and your army and all your possessions will be ours. Fine. Naruto said as Slithra entered his demonic form and Naruto adorned his dragon armor. The Narada became part of the dragon armor, becoming a retractable blade on the arms, and with them summoned, Naruto ran forward to attack Slithra. Naruto jumped and spinned as his sword impacted with Slithra's staff sword. The two fought in a sword duel, neither unable to overpower the other. Naruto's better swordsmanship unable to win against Slithra's strength and ferocity. Naruto and the Divite general were firing Zeros and purple blasts at each other, all the while the dance of swords was occurring. Slithra managed to land a fatal blow on Naruto as the latter moved back. Naruto stood there, waiting, as his enemy ran towards him. Naruto managed to land a blow on Slithra, but Slithra grabbed Naruto by the head, using him as a club against the stone columns, then landed a powerful punch on Naruto's stomach. Naruto broke free and the two locked hands. Naruto roared in rage as he managed to overpower Slithra for a few seconds before the Divite came full swing. Naruto kicked the Divite general in the stomach as his back cannons came down, and he fired a powerful Zero at the general. Slithra retaliated by firing an equally powerful blast of purple energy. The two took to the sky as they fought in the sky, purple and blue laser coming out at random, and sounds like thunder were heard. Naruto punched Slithra down as he followed with the humanoid Susanoo manifested. The Susanoo punched Slithra to the mountainside as it threw a barrage of Yusaka Magatama beads at him. Slithra got up to his feet as he fired a barrage of purple energy, damaging the Susanoo. The Susanoo took out two rapier swords as struck the ground, creating trenches as dark blue chakra followed. Slithra made 4 purple orbs in his hands as purple lightning from the sky and purple fire from the ground came to strengthen his attack. With a demonic roar, he fired at the Susanoo, destroying it and even the dragon armor. Naruto was left flying as Slithra came and in one strike, cut off his left arm. Naruto screamed in pain as Slithra punched him to a huge boulder, then fired a blast of purple energy, seemingly killing him. Naruto Shizuka shouted in concern and fear as she ran towards where her husband was. But Slithra stopped her in her tracks. "Your emperor is dead, humans. Now, you bow to the might of Slithra," the Divite declared as the soldiers looked at each other, unsure what to do. Slithra caught eye of Shizuka, and lust filled his mind. "You, female human. You are the empress, are you not? Not a bad-looking one, not bad. I will take you to be my bride so that you can give me children worthy of my power. You can shove that offer up your butthole. I would die before even thinking of betraying my husband, shame." Slithra was about to fire when a stone thrown by one of the soldiers stopped him. "Leave the empress alone," he shouted as more followed in defiance. "Yeah, we will never surrender. Fine, then you will all die, all of you, every last human till this world runs red. Not one human will live in this world of Divites, starting with you," Slithra declared as he intended to fulfill his promise by killing Shizuka. But before he could do so, a blast of energy sent him crashing. Everyone looked up to see Naruto in his dragon armor, and the aura of his rage was felt by all. "No one threatens my wife and lives beyond an hour, demon. Now, we shall see who shall serve." Slithra got up, ready to kill Naruto for real. "And who shall rule?" Naruto finished as the two continued their fight. "Your arm I cut it off, but that armor of yours, it is not bound to your physical body, but to your will, is it not?" Slithra asked, but Naruto didn't reply. Instead, he flew to Slithra as the Divite general flew to meet his enemy. The fists of the two powerful beings impacted as a loud thundering sound was heard and a wind came which shook everything. Naruto gave an uppercut which broke the sound barrier and sent Slithra flying upwards. Naruto then gave him multiple punches, then a kick which sent Slithra down to the ground. Slithra's eyes glowed purple as purple beams came out his eye. Naruto avoided the blasts, then punched Slithra again. Naruto's punches were pushing Slithra as the ground shook with each punch. Naruto then made a black tornado with his ability Fujin, then punched Slithra like there was no tomorrow. Crimson lightning struck the Divite as Naruto burned him with Amaterasu. Slithra clapped his hands, dispelling the tornado. "I am the general of the Divites, mountains shatter at my power, and valleys filled at my wrath. I am thousands of years old and my power eclipses what you humans can conjure. I will not be bullied by some." He never got to finish his sentence. Naruto grabbed Slithra by the eyes as he did the same move Hulk used on Loki in Avengers. Then, Naruto threw Slithra away as the two prepared their next moves. Slithra fired 4 beams of purple energy and Naruto fired 4 Zero beams. Both sides evenly matched until the cannons on Naruto's chestplate, wings and legs activated and assisted. The added firepower was enough to beat Slithra and Naruto punched his enemy again. Naruto grabbed Slithra's 2 extra arms, then kicked him in the stomach, ripping his arms off his body. Next, Naruto kicked him to a boulder, then kicked his face to the boulder continuously till it was destroyed. Naruto grabbed his legs and threw him up, then followed. "Know my wrath, Divites," Naruto said as he manifested his perfect Susanoo. The Susanoo unsheathed the Kusanagi at Slithra, shattering the mountains in the process. Slithra fell to the ground, bleeding all over. Naruto dispelled his Susanoo as he came to Slithra, punching him without stopping. Slithra's pleas for mercy were ignored as Naruto mercilessly punched the Divite. Then, Naruto grabbed Slithra's head and ripped it out of his body and crushing it in his hand. The other Divites were terrified that their powerful general was brutally killed. Naruto dispelled his dragon armor and his left arm was shown to be indeed lost. Proving Slithra's words right that the armor was bounded to Naruto's will, and the Divites looked around. They were heavily outnumbered 7-1, and Apophis was now subservient to Naruto. With Apophis, Naruto controlled 3 Leviathans and it was not good. One Devite threw down his weapon as he bowed before Naruto. "My name is Arcturus. Second in command of the Devites and now leader as Slithra is dead. I pledge my undying allegiance as well as those of my Devite brethren to you, Emperor Constantine." Arcturus's words were heard by all and one by one the Devites followed. They laid down their weapons and bowed down. "Hail Emperor Constantine, hail Emperor Constantine, hail Emperor Constantine," the soldiers began chanting, and even the Devites followed. "Hail Emperor Constantine, hail Emperor Constantine, hail Emperor Constantine." Duel of the Uchiha. The armada of Emperor Naruto Uchiha, known to his subjects as Constantine Blackfire I, was leaving the continent of Cytherio with an additional 165 warships from Rosh. The armada was scheduled to meet the larger imperial fleet, the remnant of Naruto's navy that stayed behind on the continent so that the army could follow. Naruto looked up from the bridge of his flagship as he saw over 250 ships of his empire, as well as over 100 ships from Tubal and Meshech join. And soon, with his full force with him, aided by an additional army of 2 million Devites, Naruto's war on the Ninja War would end in total destruction of the hidden villages and ending the shinobi era once and for all, and a new world order would be born from the fire and blood of this war. His world. 4 days later, on the fortress of Ithlamorgul where a volcano darkened the sky, near the shores of Earth Country, the mighty warships were anchored as the 200 million soldiers of his empire were marching through to the battlefield. Soldiers, trolls, armored transports, tanks, behemoths and creatures like the Nemean lions, chimeras and Devite basilisks too were marching with the troops and vehicles. On the mountains where the sun was shining, Naruto stood there. His left hand having been replaced by a cybernetic one encased in obsidian dragon scales and resembled a knight's armored glove. Naruto planted seeds on a hole he made and covered the ground. New life he uttered in Westron, in defiance of death, shalt utter wherein desolation reigns. For that is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die. The new Devite general, Arcturus, approached Naruto with 18 armed soldiers, as well as 4 of Naruto's all-female bodyguards called the Valkyries, all from the reformed Speculum Luni, since it turned out all members were female. "My Lord Emperor, what you have asked us to do with Slithra's heart is complete. The power of Slithra has been extracted and put into 2 cups." "Excellent, Arcturus." Naruto replied in normal speech. Slithra was indeed powerful. His power just vanishing is a waste. "Indeed, my Lord Emperor. If you don't mind me asking, my lord, why do we encamp here of all places? Why so gloomy a landscape? I'll show you." "Soldier, come here one sec." Naruto called out to a native Magagite soldier to come near him. Naruto grabbed the soldier's arm to reveal his skin which was sickly pale and looked dry. Naruto put his hand where sunlight was and Arcturus saw the skin was burning. The soldier was trying his best to fight the pain and Naruto quickly covered it. "Now you understand," Naruto said as he used Sujin to cool the soldier's burnt hand. Magog blessed with abundance of natural resources, exotic creatures and advanced technology but covered in perpetual darkness thanks to the volcanic Thangorodrim mountains. The native Magagites lived in darkness for untold generations without sunlight. The slightest exposure would burn them, causing great pain and if exposed too late death. "I wish my soldiers could enjoy it like I could, but I suppose the fates are cruel to all of us in a way." General. Let me see Slithra's power that awaits to be consumed." Akatsuki base. Obito was sulking in his little corner as the situation wasn't looking too good for him. His plan, the infinite Tsukiyomi, was at odds with Naruto's plans for world domination. Where he wanted peace through a worldwide genjutsu, Naruto wanted it through fire and blood. According to Zetsu, Naruto was planning on killing him to kill potential threats to his rule, and he was number 1 on that list. So he allied himself with Kabuto who had already caused big troubles for the allied shinobi forces with his army of reanimations. He knew what he had to do. Kill Naruto for world peace. Frankly speaking, Obito was a bit skeptical about that. Naruto held more manpower and firepower than all of the elemental nations combined, and he possessed the eternal Manjikam and Rinnegan, and if Zetsu's reports were true, 3 creatures larger and more powerful than the 9-tailed fox. Obito got up as he walked through the empty halls of his secret base. He would not be alone in his fight against Naruto. He ordered Kabuto to have the 8 Jinchuriki reanimated, fully fused with their tailed beasts, along with Mito, who had half the 9 tails. The Akatsuki with the exception of Nagato since his soul was in the Reaper's belly and Konan since they had no Dna of her. Shisui as well as a few cages to aid him. Where am I?" Itachi asked himself as he looked at the dark room. "This jutsu the impure world reincarnation. So I've been resurrected. Itachi, is that you?" Itachi looked to see Shisui too having been reanimated. "You look older. How long have I been dead?" 10 years, Shisui. 10 long years full of nothing but drama. The two looked to see Obito walking towards them. "Madara." Itachi snarled at Obito, still believing he was Madara. Itachi was mad Madara would use such a jutsu on Itachi, and Shisui could not believe his ears at what Itachi said. Why have you resurrected me, Madara? You already know the answer to that question, Itachi. I need your assistance, both of you in the fourth great ninja war. Fourth ninja war? Exclaimed Shisui. Indeed, no doubt started by you. Itachi retorted as Obito scoffed. Perhaps. But, let's not deny ourselves the truth that it was Naruto who made this war so deadly. Naruto? What happened to my brother? Shisui asked in concern as he hoped Naruto didn't become like Madara. Oh, I almost forgot that you were dead for 10 years, Shisui. You see, apparently lands did indeed exist beyond the sea, and Naruto was crowned their emperor. He sailed eastwards to his home with his army and has engulfed the continent in a war like it has never seen before. Obito said this, stopping to let Shisui absorb the information. None of this would have happened had you killed him that night, Itachi. My mistake cannot be reversed, Madara, but Naruto is more powerful than you. If you even are the real Madara, since the real one would not abandon family. I can see your fear, Tobi, and Naruto will be the one to end your life. Enough, Obito shouted as he put the two back in their coffins. You two will be the ones to end Naruto's life. I'll personally see to that myself. Zetsu, yes. Prepare the secret weapon. Asks, you mean the fruit? Yes. I should have eaten that thing years ago if controlling Yagura didn't take such a big ass toll on my time. Now get it. Naruto and Arcturus were walking to the Vengeance Star as soldiers formed two lines guarding their emperor. At this time, Arcturus started a new conversation with Naruto. The Lady Queen of War has been most kind to accept the gift I had for her, my Lord Emperor. Indeed she was, General. The snake mount that was gifted to her, I believe I spoil her too much with lavish gifts, but her warrior heritage keeps her from being like the noblewomen back in the West. Firefang was it? The name of the snake mount, yes. Firefang. The biggest and most powerful of the snake mounts. He will serve my Lady Queen well in the battlefield, I hope he does. Naruto simply said as he entered the private chambers, and Demon Blackfire was there to meet them, and along with Shizuka and 4 of Naruto's Valkyrie guards. Ah, cousin. You are late by 3 minutes. Apologies, Demon. I guess I was lost on the road of life. You and your silly excuses. Anyways, let's get started. Here in these silver cups are the powers of late General Slithra. Never knew the day we could transform power into drinks was possible would be in my lifetime. Only if the origin of said power belonged to a humanoid or living entity, but it matters not. I ordered there to be 3 cups made, 1 for Demon. Where is the third? Hint, I drank it already. Demon said as both he and Naruto shared a laugh. I suppose I couldn't wait for you to do the opening ceremony, so I did it early. Indeed. Now, my 2 cups. Naruto said as he drank the first cup but stopped when he finished half. What's the matter, my emperor? You're halfway done. Arcturus commented as he didn't know why Naruto stopped. Because I'm already powerful enough, General. The remaining are for my beautiful queen. Naruto said as everyone in the room was shocked. Me? But it's for Yoshizuka protested, but Naruto put a finger on her lips. Hush, my dear. I want to ensure no one can harm you again, and the Divite powers will make sure my wish comes to fruition. Drink. Naruto said as a hesitant Shizuka then drank the rest of the cup. And, on Naruto's insistence, she drank the final cup. Upon finishing, she felt a sudden pain in her stomach as she fell down clutching it, and Naruto held her close to his arms. It hurts. SHH, don't worry. This is normal. It will only last a moment, I promise. Naruto said, trying to ease his wife's pain as she grabbed hold of him in pain, and she let out a scream in pain. But as Naruto had said, it only lasted a short moment. I told you it wouldn't last long. Shizuka stood up as her eyes flared purple and purple flames were on her hands. What happened? You begot new power, my queen. Now, no one will complain again how the Empress has no powers. Said Naruto as he was tired of how power-hungry noblewomen back west would say how the Empress lacked powers to be equal to the Emperor. With this done, I say we go and continue our war by attacking the Hidden Waterfall village. Hidden Waterfall. The western armies were fleeing as 30,000 armed samurai, 269 shinobi, 250 fire monks, and over 35,000 armed soldiers gathered from the nations were coming to reinforce the Waterfall village. Ever since they got modern weapons from Nagash, the allied shinobi forces and the many nations were winning some minor victories. It did not help that Naruto was away for 3 weeks since Cloud Village fell, and they were feeling rather cocky. The combined army stopped in their tracks as they heard the sounds of something big. And when they turned to see what it was truly terrifying. 14 behemoth heavies were marching straight at them, full speed forward, and below them were the Divites, long spears in hand as they were running straight for the combined army. The samurai cavalry regrouped as the pikemen stood in lines. The samurai cavalry charged forward as the behemoths casually made short work of them. The spearmen ran forward, but the Divites proved stronger. Then, the hordes of Naruto's empire, over 200,000 soldiers, came charging to decimate their enemies. Loud screeches were heard, and they looked up to see Naruto riding atop Kiraxes leading the wyverns. "Show them your unrivaled power in laying destruction, Kiraxes," Naruto said as the terrible flying fire breathers reached Waterfall Village and they unleashed desolation. "Let me see you burn," Kiraxes exclaimed as he unleashed fire on the buildings. The village was burning and people became charred corpses. The defenders were throwing huge stones via catapults and firing specialized javelins, but Kiraxes shook them off like nothing. "My armor is tenfold shields," Kiraxes declared as he landed to show his might to the people who were his rider's enemies. The samurai and waterfall nin shivered in fear at the imposing figure of Kiraxes. He was over 150 meters long, his wingspan over 130 meters, and he was 90 meters tall. Kiraxes struck the catapults to destruction as he ate the soldiers like a buffet. "My teeth are swords," the mighty fire drake declared, full of pride as he ate dozens in one fell swoop. "My claws are spears," he declared again as he destroyed their fortified towers with no difficulty. "My tail is a thunderbolt," he said as he struck the earth and destroyed its surrounding area, creating a mini earthquake. "My wings are a hurricane," Kiraxes declared as he flew up, destroying buildings with the power in his wings, and he flew up for one big attack. "And my breath is death," he roared as he unleashed an intense inferno and burned everything in his path. And with that, Kiraxes flew up to join his wyverns in burning what remained of the foolish humans who stood in his path. Kiraxes burned hundreds as he flew down and hovered atop the battlefield. Naruto jumped down as his personal Nemean lion named Garm came and he rode atop the lion. The lion ran at full speed, devouring all who stood in Naruto's way as Naruto sliced every horseman who ran at him. He summoned lightning spears encoded with Amaterasu and shot them at incoming samurai. Naruto jumped as he impaled a samurai and killed two more who foolishly attempted to attack him. He was killing dozens of enemy soldiers as they approached to kill him, all killed without mercy. His wife riding atop her new pet serpent was leading the second wave consisting of 90,000 more and they swept to clear the battlefield. After a few more minutes of intense fighting, the combined army had surrendered to Naruto, who promptly ordered their immediate execution. After this, Naruto was in his camp drinking wine and reviewing the battle when Zetsu appeared. "Zetsu?" Naruto remarked as the messenger and spy of the Akatsuki came out of the ground to meet him. "What brings you here?" "Nothing much except that I informed Obito about your plans to kill him." "You did? You don't seem to be fazed or worried. I predicted he would suspect my ideas." "Shame. Now, I get to see who among us is stronger." "You know, Obito still believes you can turn to his side if you abandon your plans of conquest for the infinite Tsukiyomi. That was his mistake, thinking I'll ever agree to a plan like that. No. Peace is a lie, there is only hatred. Through hatred, people gain power. Through power is conflict born. Through conflict there is death. And death brings about oblivion. I will end this conflict forever. No world of Genjutsu, but one where everyone enjoys a never-ending golden age. I will see to that future and Obito is in my way." "I understand. Then, come to the border of rain tomorrow. Alone. Obito too wishes to see who is stronger." "Oh, we will see, alright. And it won't be him." "Rain." Naruto's armor clicked and clanked as he walked to where Obito called for the battle. And there, Naruto jumped back as two shinobi attacked him. Naruto fired two ballas at the two, destroying their body, but it soon reformed. The impure world reincarnation jutsu. Should have known Obito would be cowardly enough to use such a jutsu, though only someone like Kabuto could have done it for him. Naruto cleared the fog to see that the two shinobi were the reanimated Sasori and Deidara. Naruto heard a loud battle cry, and as he looked up, he saw he was attacked by Hyden who wasn't dead. Naruto easily dodged the scythe swings which seemed amateurish to his battle-hardened and deadly strategic mind. Naruto kicked Hyden away from him as the rest of the reanimated Akatsuki minus Pain and Konan, along with members Kisame, Joris, Ines, the reanimated Cage and the Jinchuriki, came full force with Obito, atop the demonic statue of the outer path. "Ah, Naruto. So glad you could come to your grave." "Really, Obito? Too afraid to face me alone that you hide behind some mindless armies," says the guy who has an army of 200 million. Humming from the guy who hides behind Madara's name and an army of cheap reanimations. "You should be embarrassed." "Enough of this. I'm not the only family you'll fight today, Naruto. Because I brought two members today who you know and love very much." Obito finished as Itachi and Shisui stepped forward. "Itachi Inai-san," Naruto said in a low voice as he took off his crown to better look at his late brothers. "Hello Naruto. How you've grown. You must be quite the lady killer. That's an interesting design for armor, my little brother. I'm sorry I died so early in my life, my little brother. Itachi told me what happened to you after I died, how the village betrayed you and some other stuff that I find hard to believe. Still do. But I also hear how you ended a war in some faraway continent. I always knew you would do something great, unlike Madara, my little brother. Know that no matter what decision you make in the future, whether good or evil, I'll always love you no matter what." Shisui said with a sadness, sorrow and happiness in his eyes. A tear fell down Naruto's cheeks as he heard his dead brother's words. But Obito decided to ruin the happy moment. Enough of this happy family reunion nonsense. Obito then took away all of their free will as they prepared to fight. Yeah, finally some blood to Jashin at last. Naruto Itachi spoke weakly as he felt his will being taken away. Stay strong. Stand firm in yourself, be the man you are. Do not give in. I won't give up. Naruto put on his crown as he got ready for battle. I knew you would try some trick, Obito, so I took the liberty of calling some extra aid. Naruto said as he raises his hand and out came 6 figures. One of them was Naruto's wife Shizuka, his cousin Demon Blackfire, the commander of his Valkyrie Gurren, General Arcturus, and 2 of Naruto's strongest Valkyries. Ever since I heard about Kabuto's reanimated army, I took the liberty of enhancing my Valkyries, as well as other powerful members of my inner circle, with specialized seals to combat the reanimations. So, I am outnumbered, but each of us are capable of fighting 3 or more Kage and win. Enough talk. Attack, Obito ordered as his reanimated Jinchuriki and Akatsuki attacked Naruto's group and the latter scattered to fight them split. Naruto fought Itachi, Shisui and the reanimated Jinchuriki, while the rest fought the Akatsuki and former Kage. Demon fought both Joris and Ines, hoping to end the long rivalry today. Shisui attacked his little brother with his Tanto engulfed in flames as Naruto battled with Narada coated in chaos style. Naruto knew Shisui wasn't in control, but even still could not bring himself to harm his older brother. Naruto used his armor's chakra shield to protect himself against a large fireball from Shisui. Naruto used Almighty Push to subdue Shisui as he turned his attention to the others. The reanimated Gaara summoned a tsunami of sand as Naruto used Fujin to summon a hurricane and blew them away. Next, he could see Yujito attack with her cat-like claws, but his armor protected him. Then, Rashi Jinchuriki of the 4-tailed ape unleashed balls of molten lava at Naruto who was unfazed. Naruto fired a bala at each of them, while Fu Jinchuriki of the 7 tails used a secret jutsu that dealt some damage to his armor's chakra dome. Naruto made a horse Ein and used Majestic Destroyer Flame to damage the reanimations. Enough of this. Naruto said as he fired a Zero, but Yugura used Mirror Reflection to turn the Zero back. Naruto was frustrated and angry and he decided not to go easy anymore. Diva Path. Black Coffin. Naruto held up his hand as a black energy left and turned into a large tomb that engulfed Yugura. The power of the black coffin then dismembered Yugura, though he was putting himself together again. Yukitake made bubbles, but Naruto's armor did its work. Naruto used the Asura Path and fired missiles at Yukitake, and he used Sujin to make a water dragon that imprisoned Rashi, Jinchuriki of the 5 tails. Naruto then fought both Itachi and Shisui, and all 3 Uchiha then used their respective Susanoo. Shisui was powerful in many ways, but his Susanoo was clearly the weakest out of the 3 Uchihas who were fighting. Naruto's Susanoo, due to continuous use in war, was far more durable than the others, and Naruto's skeletal was superior to the 2's humanoid and armored. Naruto's Susanoo made short work of the 2 other Susanoo, then he jumped up with a horse Ein. Burn for me. Fire style. Majestic Destroyer Flame and he spewed out an intense sea of fire at his enemies. To quote my dragon Kiraxes, I am fire. I am death. Then Naruto jumped to face Obito atop the demonic statue. Obito revealed his implanted left Rinnegan eye and took out 2 black chakra receivers to fight the Narada and War Fan. Naruto and Obito jumped at each other and engaged in a bloody duel. Naruto shortly gained the upper hand and started to beat Obito with his War Fan. Naruto was confused as Obito did not have his Kamui on, but was fighting without it. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue. You aren't fighting with your Kamui and my War Fan strikes aren't doing much damage. Yeah. Madara held some secrets not even you know. The fruit of Balder. Said to give someone nigh invulnerability to whoever consumed it. Rare fruit that ripens after 500 years. Seems Madara got one, but it never ripened in time. Indeed. He wanted to use it against Hashirama, but it never ripened in time. It ripened shortly after his death and remained for years till I consumed it just for this fight. Now, my physical strength, endurance and stamina are almost godlike. Good. Because I can use you as my new punching bag. Huh. I thought Kushina was your new punching bag. Don't tell me you killed her. No. I broke her mind and now she's a loyal pet bitch to me. She's pregnant and with the help of dark magic, can give birth in just 9 days. She has already supplied me with 29 newborn Uzumaki children who will grow up indoctrinated to be loyal to me and me alone. Rather a fitting punishment since I never liked her, but we are getting too good in the mood for talking. I suggest we punch. I agree. Naruto said as he punched Obito right in the face. Naruto grabbed Obito's head and knee, slammed it 5 times, then punched Obito again. Obito got up then attacked Naruto with the rods. Naruto broke the rods, then kicked Obito down to the ground where the reanimations were still recovering. My reanimations can recover, little brother, but what about your friends? Take a look. Naruto said and Obito looked. To his complete shock, Shizuka, Demon and Arcturus entered their second forms and the reanimations stood little chance. Shizuka's demonic form made her look similar to a gorgon. Her lower body became like a serpent, with 4 demonic horns like a crown and 4 bat-like wings on her back. She was kicking the Akatsuki's butts and that of the reanimated cages who were fighting her. Obito looked at Naruto just as the latter sucker punched him. Naruto punched Obito again and gave a nearby rock 3 punches, and he pulled it down on Obito, Kratos style. Naruto grabbed Obito by the head, then slammed it multiple times on the rock. Enough, Obito shouted in rage as he shot out a gigantic fire jutsu at Naruto, who combat with an ever more powerful fire jutsu. Obito Gen summoned the reanimated Killer Bee and Mito Uzukas, both in stage 2 transformation to attack Naruto. Naruto adorned his dragon armor as he fought the two, and the other Jinchuriki followed suit in stage 2 minus Gaara, since he doesn't have one dot. Naruto avoided a lariat from Killer Bee, and he flew up to dodge a combo fire jutsu from Itachi and Shisui. Itachi used his Susanoo to fire Yasaka Magatama beads, but Naruto dodged them easily. The reanimated Fu then used her wings to attack Naruto, but he was faster than her. Naruto punched her and unleashed a devastating Zero to the battlefield. Naruto jumped down and eliminated Han and Rashi, but jumped away as Gaara unleashed a sand tsunami. Naruto was caught and buried underneath the sands, but he summoned his humanoid Susanoo. A Susanoo with 2 rapier swords in hand, then wreaked havoc on the battlefield. Obito ordered his reanimated Jinchuriki to fire their tailed beasts' bombs. The Jinchuriki did as ordered but couldn't scratch the Susanoo. Naruto then fired Yasaka Magatama beads as Obito jumped up to avoid the blasts. Naruto fired Amaterasu flames, but Obito absorbed them into his Kamui. Then, Obito used the demonic statue to attack Naruto. Naruto's Susanoo was much smaller and jumped away as the statue punched the ground. Naruto's Susanoo jumped away, then fired out a fire jutsu, burning the statue. "Enough, transform into your tailed beasts and kill him," Obito shouted, and the Jinchuriki fully transformed into their tailed beasts, ready to battle Naruto. "In that case, I'll go all out." Naruto then made his Susanoo advance to the perfect Susanoo, and with Kusanagi and Yodamura, he was practically invincible. The tailed beasts attacked, but the Susanoo made short work of them. The one-tailed Tanuki was shooting air bullets, but the Susanoo blocked with the Yodamura. The Susanoo spewed out an ocean of fire as Shukaku burned in pain. The 2-tailed cat attacked, but the Susanoo merely threw it aside. The 3-tailed turtle turned itself into a ball as it sprang towards Naruto. The Susanoo grabbed Isobu, then used him as a shield against Son Goku and Kakuyo's combined attack. The 6-tailed slug released his slime, but the Susanoo flew up to avoid them. The Naruto threw multiple Yasaka Magatama beads at the 7 tails, and he sliced a tentacle of the 8 tails. The 9 tails fired its tailed beast bombs as Naruto blocked with his Yodamura. The Susanoo ran then punched the fox right in the face. Then, the Susanoo grabbed all 9 tails, then threw the fox half a mile away. The 2-tailed cat ran straight at the Susanoo who merely bitch-slapped the cat away. Then, the 3 tails, 4 tails, 5 tails, 6, 7 and 8 tails all prepared a gigantic tailed beast bomb as the 1 tails trapped the Susanoo in sand. The beasts fired their ultra-big tailed beast bomb, and the Susanoo fired a ginormous Gran Ray Zero to counter it. An explosion visible for miles on end was seen, and the shock wave could be felt all over the land. The Susanoo then tackled the 4-tailed ape, beating it up before being tackled by the 3 tails and 2 tails. The 9-tailed fox returned as it fired multiple bombs at Naruto's Susanoo. The Susanoo made a shock wave with its wings and threw the tailed beasts away. The demonic statue rose to its feet as on its right hand was the Totsuka blade and on its left was a green drill lance, courtesy of Obito using both Itachi and Shisui to strengthen the fragile statue. The statue roared as it attacked, but the Susanoo merely dodged its rather predictable attacks. The Totsuka and the Kusanagi were evenly matched, both practically indestructible, but Naruto's advantage was in his Yodamura. The other advantages being better durability, better speed and a larger size, since his perfect Susanoo was 2.5 times the size of the demonic statue. The Susanoo threw the statue away, but Obito's deception worked as all 9 beasts fired their bombs at the Susanoo, destroying half of the body. Naruto in rage fired a huge almighty push at the beasts, and 5 of them were thrown aside. Obito then ordered the other beasts to attack and they did. The 6, 7, 8 and 9-tailed beasts attacked while Obito looked for a blind spot to exploit. The Susanoo stood its ground, confident though it was heavily damaged and outnumbered. The Susanoo threw them all away, but Obito attacked with the demonic statue by striking it with the 2 weapons. Naruto dispelled his Susanoo as he got ready to conjure it again, but the fox attacked by firing a tailed beast beam. Naruto then used his crown to summon Apophis. Obito was dumbstruck at the sudden emergence of the gigantic snake that bit the head of the fox. Apophis made short work of the fox and the other tailed beasts as Naruto flew up and gave Obito an uppercut. Obito was being punched up to the sky by Naruto but escaped to his Kamui dimension. Naruto saw Obito and fired a few balls to the unsuspecting Uchiha. Naruto punched Obito again, but Itachi and Shisui aided the Uchiha, much to Naruto's growing anger. This is going nowhere. I have to end this today, but Obito's Kamui is getting too troublesome. I need to use it, but it needs a host. Who? Who? Itachi and Shisui are out of the question, and the Jinchuriki aren't suitable. The Kage as well and the Akatsuki too. But, Hiden, yes, he will be the perfect host for the Grim Reaper. Universal pull. Naruto used Rinnegan to pull Hiden closer to the battlefield where he was fighting. What gives you, little brat? I'll make sure you die slowly for interrupting a sacred ritual. Hiden of the Akatsuki, priest of Jashin. I have seen your skills, your thirst for blood and your cursed self, and I have deemed you worthy. Worthy of what, you little fucker. To become the host of death itself, Naruto declared as the king of hell emerged, and it opened its mouth, and a white glow was emanating. Host of death. No, it can't, he thought Obito, as fear was the only emotion he felt. Since Naruto cannot control the demonic statue as it is tied to Madara's Rinnegan, his Rinnegan has another ability of the outer path. To control the Grim Reaper himself, I need to stop him. Your chains are loosened but not yet broken. Till your oath to me is spoken. Come forth as I summon you to be tied to a host. Come forth to serve your new master, Grim Reaper. Come, death. You who are tied to my Rinnegan, Naruto chanted as a metallic disc attached itself to Hiden, and the loud screeches of something unholy was heard. The disc then made small metallic arms that subdued Hiden, then entering from his nose, ears and mouth. What's happening to me? Hiden shouted in pain as a green slime then started to get into Hiden's eyes. Tears and blood started to flow down from Hiden, and he screamed in pain as the disc started to burn his flesh. Hiden vomited his intestines out as the machine continued to transform him further. The disc started to burn Hiden's inside, turn his bones to metal, all the while Hiden screamed in pain. Then, the Grim Reaper came out and possessed Hiden. The Reaper then hastened the transformation till he became Naruto's Herald of Chaos. Status. Online, the machine spoke in a cold, robotic voice devoid of all emotions. Purpose. Serve Emperor Constantine, wielder of the Rinnegan. Awaiting orders. You like it, Obito? I call him the Black Racer. And I think I'll use him to kill you. Black Racer, eliminate my enemies. Command. Eliminate Emperor Constantine's enemies. The Black Racer glowed in unholy red color as he faced Obito. Destroy him, all of you, shouted a terrified Obito as the reanimations and White Zetsu came to attack the Black Racer. But the Black Racer's red blasts killed the White Zetsu with ease and eliminated the reanimations like paper. What? How is this possible? Simple, really. The Black Racer is the physical manifestation of death. The Grim Reaper given a human body. Not even your reanimations can stand a chance against him. Naruto simply said as Obito grew even more terrified. Obito tried to use Kamui to suck the Black Racer, but it was ineffective against the machine. The Black Racer fired red death beams from his hands and mouth, and the reanimations became useless, souls returning to the afterlife. The Black Racer then made a red scythe and charged at Obito. The fruit of Balder and his Kamui rendered useless as Naruto fired a Zero from all his cannons. The Zero made its way to Obito as it enlarged, and light came out of Obito's eyes, nose, ears and mouth as the Zero burned his insides. A huge explosion followed and Obito fell down. His body bleeding all over, his eyes no longer showing life as he just laid there, dead. Then Naruto laughed as he had killed his older brother. Now, no one was there to stop him as he had control of Death's avatar itself. Uchiha's resurrection. The reanimated Kage, Jinchuriki and Akatsuki got their free will back the moment Naruto's new herald, the Black Racer, had struck his scythe on Obito, which severed the link for a short while. And Naruto had killed Obito, making the reanimations free till Kabuto could fix it. The second Tsuchikage, the third Reikage, Mizukage and Kazekage, the fourth Kazekage were the cages reanimated by Kabuto. Among these reanimations were exceptional and powerful shinobi like Hanzo of the Salamander and Pakura of the Hidden Sand. The Jinchuriki and Akatsuki members looked confused as the last thing they remembered was death. Lord Third, is that you? Rasa, the fourth Kazekage and father to the Sand siblings, had asked the reanimated third Kazekage, who was simply confused as he was. Where am I? Came the voice of the third Reikage as he saw a first glimpse of his surroundings. This jutsu, it's no doubt the same foul one of Tobirama Senju. Was what the second Tsuchikage, Mew, said to his fellow cages. You, I remember you. I killed you. Was what he said as he saw the second Mizukage. Hey, wait a minute, I remember you, don't forget that you also died that day, so I killed you. The second Mizukage retorted as he pointed his fingers to Mew. You were saying about the Lee second Hokage. The third Kazekage asked. This jutsu is no doubt made that Tobirama Senju. I never thought I'd be one of its victims. But, where is Tobirama? The Jinchuriki were discussing among themselves what was happening. What is happening? How did I get here? Gaara asked as he caught sight of his father, and some anger was visible on his face. What happened to me? Last I know I was fighting the Akatsuki before I was defeated. Yujiro Nai added her thoughts, and all the Jinchuriki agreed that fighting the Akatsuki was the last thing they knew. Not me, kitty cat. I fought some emo who needed a haircut, fool you fool. Killer Bee rapped as usual, annoying his fellow Jinchuriki. Do you mean the Uchiha? I remember now. He was the one who killed me. Gaara said to his fellow Jinchuriki. Hey, why am I here? Is the Uchiha dead? Deidara asked as he didn't know why he was supposedly alive. And why am I alive? I used C0. Quiet, Deidara. You are too loud. Sasori said, shocking his partner. Why are you looking at me like that? Sasori, my man, but you died. I saw you killed by the Uchiha. What? The Uchiha? I remember being blasted to oblivion as his attack destroyed my body. Came Kakuzu, telling his fellow Akatsuki members. Hey, Itachi, explain what happened. You obviously outlived us. Deidara demanded of Itachi, though the Uchiha was getting out of his confusion. Itachi, where is Naruto? Oh my, don't tell me he's dead. Shisui said frantically, but Itachi calmed him down. He wouldn't die so easily, Shisui. Naruto is stronger than me, and I know he's stronger than when I fought him. He won't die by Madara's hands. Itachi reassured Shisui, though the latter didn't believe it. It's the Akatsuki. The Jinchuriki of the Six Tails, Yukitake, informed his fellow Jinchuriki. Yeah. My claws are itching as hell, and I think I found the perfect target practice. Yujiro Nai said as the two tails inside her was burning as she too wanted to maul the Akatsuki. Save some for me, sister. Fu said, and the Jinchuriki minus Gaara were itching to get revenge on the Akatsuki. Thud, thud. The reanimations looked to see Joris and Ines, heavily wounded and unconscious, being dropped to the battlefield, and a screaming Kisame was thrown down near Itachi. Kisame? Itachi was perplexed at his partner being alive but was a bit happy. Itachi? Kisame asked as he looked up, then his face fell down to the ground as his strength left him. You know this Hoshigaki, Itachi? Shisui asked, wanting to know how Itachi knew a shark man. Yes. After I left the village and joined Akatsuki, he was my partner. I'm glad to find he's still alive. Itachi replied, though made no attempts to heal Kisame, who was heavily injured. The sharkskin sword was thrown to Kisame, and everyone looked to see General Arcturus coming out of the smoke. The hell is that? Deidara exclaimed as he had never seen a Devite before and was a bit scared. What kind of monster is that? The Raikage asked his fellow Kage, who were just as perplexed. That's the last of them. Demon Blackfire said as he flew down and removed his helmet to let his pale blonde hair flow in the wind. Whoa. Who might you be, handsome? The Sand Ninpakura asked Demon, who looked dumbstruck. What? Was the only thing that came out of Demon's mouth. No, not again, his mind screamed as he didn't want to go through this sort of thing again. Took you too long enough. Shizuka said as she slithered to join her brother-in-law and Devite General. SSS Snake, the Mizukage exclaimed in fear as he leapt on Mew, who just carried him. She's half snake and she was wings and can fly. She looks super hot, but she's still a snake. When did snake people become a thing? Just dumbly asked, unsure what to do with current times. What did this world spiral into? Don't tell me she's one of Orochimaru's experiments. Rasa simply said, still angry over the snake Sannin for the betrayal. I am no associate of that worm. Shizuka replied angrily as being associated with Orochimaru was the last thing she wanted people to say. Laughter. The laughter of a man echoed throughout the area, and everyone looked to see Naruto along with the Black Racer standing over Obito's corpse. Now, I have proven stronger than you, brother. Even with reanimations, the tailed beasts and the fruit of Balder empowering you, you still stood no chance against me. Naruto, is that you? Itachi asked as Naruto turned his face towards them. You are alive, that means the one claiming to be Madara is dead. Indeed. I killed him. He fell by my very hands. Naruto replied as he walked towards them. Oh. I see that you all regained your free will. Well, isn't that a sight to behold? You Killer Bee exclaimed as he pointed his finger at Naruto. Ah. If it isn't the rapping Jinchuriki. If it is about the whole me hunting you for the Akatsuki thing, then I apologize. Uchiha. You killed me. Came the angry response of one Gaara. So you were reanimated too. It's been 4 years since I sliced off your head. You were the one who set me free from the Jinjutsu. And the one who killed me. Yugura added and shocked his fellow Jinchuriki. 3 Jinchuriki died at the hands of Naruto, while the others fell because of Akatsuki. Izuna, you bastard, I'm going to kill you for not saving me, you worthless excuse for a brother, Mito Yuzuka shouted in rage as she wanted to tear her half-brother to shreds. He's your brother? Yujiro Nai asked as the drama just kept on getting wilder. Not anymore, he is. Oh please. You and Menma are barely worth calling rivals and family. Our dear father never raised me, and you two are pathetic in your attempts to outdo me. Menma tried multiple times, but it all ends the same way. With him an inch away from death and me winning this war. War? The Kages asked in shock, and Shizuka ran to her husband, who embraced her. Yes, war. The 4th Great Ninja War, to be exact. A war between the elemental nations, the Akatsuki, and my empire. Empire? What empire? Mito had asked, and her half-brother just smirked. My empire? I am Emperor Constantine Blackfire I of the Blackfire Empire. King of Magog and of the Arid Man Enoch, Chief Prince of Rosh, Meshach and Tubal. And my army, larger than any this continent has ever seen, is marching across the nations, raising my banner to every corner, and put an end to the age of shinobi. You are but a child, you have no idea of the consequences of your actions, the Raikage exclaimed in rage, but Naruto merely scoffed. TCH. I am merely doing what is necessary for the betterment of this planet. This Uchiha, you are no doubt the descendant of Madara Uchiha, are you not? Rasa asked and the other Kage were shocked. Madara's descendant? Makes sense as you are mad like your ancestor. I will get payback on him for what he did to Stone by killing you. Mew said and prepared to kill Naruto. Then come at me. Let's see you take on me, my wife, my brother, my general, my guards and my new herald. Naruto simply said as his companions prepared to fight, and so did the reanimations. The Kage to stop this war, the Akatsuki for payback and the Jinchuriki to get revenge for Naruto killing 3 of them. Itachi and Shisui didn't know what to do. On one hand, they knew killing Naruto would only make the invaders furious and further the war's intensity. On the other, they couldn't bring themselves to kill Naruto. He was their little brother and only hope for the clan's revival. That, and they highly doubted all of them combined would be enough to injure Naruto, much less kill him. On the other side of the battlefield, Pakura decided to stay out of the fight. She was more interested in a certain knight in shining armor. Are you joining the fight? Demon asked and she shook her head no. No. I'm more interested in you. She replied, and Demon was blushing. Why does this always happen to me? I'm a knight for Enoch's sake, not some boy toy every girl can hook up with. He shouted in his mind. Come at me then. Naruto said as he pointed his Narada. The man released his chakra. The intensity and pressure of his chakra making even the reanimated Kage fall to their knees. What's the matter? Surely the former Kages of the villages aren't afraid of me? That would be a shame. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Zetsu appeared in front of everyone. Hello everyone. Hope I'm not interrupting anything important. Zetsu, why do you come here? Naruto asked, but Zetsu didn't really know how to properly answer that. Silence is not an answer. Speaker, I burn you in a black inferno. No need for infernos in our lifetime so soon yet. Actually, I came here because attack Zetsu screamed as an army of white Zetsu and a few extra reanimated shinobi attacked. Secret cave, that was rather a close call. Said one Kabuto Yakushi. And to think Naruto would have been strong enough to defeat and kill Madara, he's even more powerful than I originally anticipated. Lord Orochimaru was right in his assumption that you had more potential than even Madara Uchiha did at the height of his power. And I believe that assumption to be true as I highly doubt even Madara can reach your power, which is growing with every battle. To think the 4th Hokage would be foolish enough to discard such a powerful son in favor of the dumb one. You were capable of fighting both Itachi and Lord Orochimaru at the same time, even though you were weak back then due to constant battles. You then defeated the 8 Tails Jinchuriki and then fought the 5 Kage. Then you killed Danzo. Still, I guess it's just human nature for one man to love one woman over the other. Though why Minato loved Kushina over Kiyomi had more to do with Uzumaki clan seals and not the actual thing. But I'm getting ahead of myself here and talking too much. Time to regain control of the other reanimations while Zetsu does his thing. The reanimated Kage, Jinchuriki and Akatsuki had their free will removed and moved to attack Naruto. The plan was to move Naruto away while Zetsu moved in to resurrect Obito. A simple plan but only one problem. Each of Naruto's companions were easily Kage level minus the Valkyrie who are high Jonin, while Naruto himself was far above Kage level. Distract him while I imitate the plan. Zetsu ordered the white clones as he sunk into the ground and reached Obito. Geez. Are we sure they're family? This damage looks to be pretty bad. The white side commented as Obito's corpse was almost hard to recognize. Matters not. Just fix the body. The black side said and the white side attached its arm onto Obito and started fixing it. The black side then possessed Obito's corpse to fulfill the plan. Not even the Balder fruit could have prevented this, Obito. Face it, Naruto is even stronger than Madara at this point and you need to retreat. Now, let's bring you back to life. Zetsu then used Obito's Rinnegan to summon the King of Hell and using Samsara of Heavenly Life, he resurrected Obito. The former dead Uchiha gasped as his life was fully restored. Where am I? What happened? You died. Black Zetsu bluntly stated as he got back to white Zetsu. You died, but I used you to resurrect you. Come now Obito. You have to retreat. Your brother is even more powerful than you, Kamui or not. You will simply die again and I doubt we can pull this off a second time. Yeah. But as Madara once said, all it takes is one good arrow and even a daimyo will fall. So, let me get my one good shot. Obito replied as he used Almighty Push to attack Naruto. Naruto was pushed and about to be attacked, but his Susanoo was manifested and struck the enemies to death. You're alive. You don't seem surprised. Why should I be? Zetsu no doubt possessed your body and used the Rinnegan to resurrect you. Doesn't matter. I killed you once and I'll do it a second time. And by the gods I'll do it a third time or many times till you are dead for good. No need for that now. We will see who's going to die in the future, brother. Until then, bye. Obito swirled to his pocket dimension, and the white Zetsus retreated while the reanimations were called back. You can run and hide, but you can't do it forever, brother. I'll find you and when I kill you, no memory of you will exist. Mountain's graveyard. What are you going to do with your brother, Obito? It's clear you can't beat him in a straight battle. Trapping him in the Kamui dimension might work, but he can simply escape via reverse summoning. An assassination seems the most plausible. Zetsu suggested as he talked with the Uchiha. No need for that now, Zetsu. Naruto's time will come, just like everyone when I launch the infinite Tsukiyomi. As for now, I have a plan where I can temporarily subdue him for the required time needed. And what is this plan of yours? The little something called the limited Tsukiyomi, the alternate world, Ithilmorgul. At night, in his personal bedchambers in the fortress of Ithilmorgul, the queen was passionately kissing her husband, but it was clear to her his mind was elsewhere. My love, you look distracted. I'm sorry my queen, but I apologize. My mind is busy troubled with dreams of late. May my love not be troubled by mere dreams. Perhaps they are dreams of your eventual victories and celebrations. Perhaps they are. Nothing on this continent can stop our conquest of this land. I guess I just need a bit of fresh air to lighten up my mind. Care to join me? You know my answer. Shizuka replied as she got a royal robe, and the royal couple walked out of their bedroom to take a stroll around the fortress. The royal couple walked around the high walls of the fortress, looking at the turrets and watchtowers. Shizuka held on closely to her husband, and he watched his surroundings carefully in case anyone tried something stupid. I always did like the lotus flowers that grew on the Kirin River. They have an aquatic feel to them that makes them so mesmerizing to behold. Shizuka commented and Naruto simply smiled. Indeed. The lotus on the Kirin River is certainly beautiful like the blue roses, jasmines and dandelions, but no flower can match your beauty, my mirror flower. Naruto replied as he put his arm around his wife. Stop it, Naruto. You're making me blush, but it's the truth. To think the leaf tried to bribe me with marriage. No girl in all of the leaf compares to your beauty, love. Them even thinking so is like trying to get the moon. A physical impossibility. Naruto replied as he and his wife continued their stroll. As they were walking, Naruto sensed something and as he tilted his head, Obito had spiraled in front of them. Greetings, Naruto. Hope you don't mind me crashing the mood. Obito. You got some nerve intruding on my fortress. Ah, no need to be so harsh, brother. Is it because I spoiled the mood with your lovely wife? If so, I apologize. You really are lucky to have gotten a wife as loyal and beautiful as her, brother. I had a crush on a girl before, but she didn't like me back. But that's not why I came here. Of course. You came to die permanently. Fire style. Great fireball jutsu. Naruto then spat out a fireball, but it phased right through Obito. TCH, Kamui. Maybe I'll steal that jutsu after I'm done. And once I kill you, I'll know what's it like to be the only child in our extended family. That was harsh, not gonna lie. But have fun with my little gift. Obito said as he threw a ball at Naruto. The ball then flew to the moon, and the Rin Sharingan appeared. A white light was glowing, and it seemed something big was going to happen. Naruto quickly conjured his Susanoo to protect his wife. Hold on, Shizuka. I won't let anything happen to you. The white light engulfed Naruto, and in the next second, he and Shizuka were no more. The limited Tsukiyomi. A rather inferior version of the infinite Tsukiyomi, but it serves its purpose well enough. Enjoy the other world, my little brother. I'll be fulfilling my role of your elder brother by watching you whenever I can. Limited Tsukiyomi world. Naruto and Shizuka opened their eyes as the white light disappeared. His Susanoo disappeared as he examined his surroundings. Do you know this place, my love? Shizuka asked as Naruto looked strange when he examined the place. Yes. This is the Hidden Leaf village. The Hidden Leaf? Why would Obito send us here? Surely he knows that the village is severely weakened and both of us can destroy it with ease, right? True, but the village infrastructure seems to be different. The village should be ruined with few buildings lit and occupied. Stay alert for now, my mirror flower. Let's not draw unwanted attention to ourselves. Naruto said to his wife and he heard some sounds. When he turned his head, he saw a teammate with all of its members including Hinata and Kiba. What? They should be dead. What's the matter, dear? Those leaf ninja, they are supposed to be dead. I believe whatever Obito did, he must have transported us to a different reality. Different reality? Are you sure? Absolutely. Shouldn't be surprising since Obito was taught by Madara himself and old grandpa had some tricks. Follow me, my love, but don't say things that might make us stand out. You can rely on me, dear. Shizuka said to a smiling Naruto and she followed behind her love as he approached the leaf ninja. Hinata, Kiba, Shino Akamaru. Nice evening we got, right? Naruto said, trying to get on a friendly start. Nice evening. It is indeed a nice evening. Why is that you ask? Because the temperature is just right and there is no bugs. Yes, no bugs. Indeed a nice evening. Shino said as Naruto was making notes in his mind. So this Shino hates bugs. Guess our personalities are altered in this world. Wonder how mine is. Hey Naruto, so good to see you. You're back from your training trip already? Man, you must be extra strong now. You were pretty op before you left and I doubt your strength remained like the last time. Was what Kiba said. HMPH, so what if he's stronger? No way he can compete with Menma. Came Hinata's arrogant voice. So Kiba's actually friendly here and not a total douchebag like in my reality, but Hinata's the same. Thought she'd be more humbler or shy and meek. Guess I was wrong. Hey Naruto, who's that chick behind you? She's hot, Kiba said, and Naruto's mood went from warm and friendly to cold genocidal tyrant in a split second. Her name is Shizuka. My girlfriend and you should keep your hands, nose and eyes away from her, lest you want me to cut them off and burn them in the valley of Gehenna, where worms will feast on the ashes. Are we clear? Naruto. Gulp CC crystal clear, Kiba stuttered as Naruto's bloodlust was radiating all over and Kiba was sweating. Geez. I didn't think the super antisocial Naruto could get a girl. Much less a super hot one. Aight. Ow, Kiba shouted in pain as Akamaru bit him in the butt. Akamaru, you damned hellhound, quit biting me when my back's turned, what's that? Oh yeah, well, I never liked you to begin with, so we're even, Kiba said, and Akamaru leapt at Kiba. The Inyazuka leaned backwards as Akamaru missed and ran away. Damn that dog. Why couldn't I have been born to a cat-affiliated clan instead? So, this Kiba is a cat person, and dogs hate him. Shame I didn't bring Fenrir here with me. Wonder how they'll react. Naruto thought as he wondered how this Kiba would interact with Fenrir, the gigantic wolf that guarded the Blackfire castle of Angband in Constantia. Well, I'll be going now. It was a fun conversation, but I have some things to do. Shizuka. Naruto reached out his hands to his queen and they walked to the other parts of the village. Naruto and Shizuka were walking down the village streets when Naruto overheard Team 10. From Naruto's observation, he concluded that Shikamaru and Choji had their personalities mixed, while Ino was a shy and timid girl. And both Choji and Shika were arguing over an all-you-can-eat barbecue. Ino tried to stop their pointless banter when she noticed Naruto. Oh hey, Naruto, glad to see you're finally back from your training trip. Inverted Ino had said as she approached the Hidden King, and so did her two teammates. Whoa, guess who's back to the village? How was your trip, Naruto? Bet you got even stronger, huh? Inverted Shikamaru had said as he approached Naruto. Obviously he'll be stronger than before, Shikamaru. People don't get weaker on training trips, but stronger, and considering Naruto's immense potential, it's barely debatable. Inverted, Choji said. Seems this Choji isn't so friendly towards Shika like how Shika is towards Choji in my reality. My reality's Shika would try to kill anyone who calls Choji stupid and vice versa. Shika, Choji, why don't we invite the other teams together? I mean, food does taste better when eaten with friends, am I right? Inverted Ino suggested, and though it sounded good, it had one problem. That being money. True, but Inverted Shika trailed off and Choji finished his sentence. We don't have the money for the whole of the rookies in Team 11. It's okay, I'll pay. The team turned to see Naruto, who said it. It's fine. My credit is rather good and can handle whatever Shikamaru's massive appetite and then some. Oh really? Thanks Naruto, I really appreciate it. Invite us too? Naruto turned around and saw Sasuke and Sakura come into the picture. Come on Naruto. We're clansmen. Clan sticks together. Of course I was planning on it. I was about to search for you to ask if you wanted to come. Man, that training trip sure did improve you in more ways than one. Before you were an antisocial emo who could barely speak. Then Sasuke caught sight of Shizuka. Well hello beautiful. My name's Sasuke Uchiha. Who may you be, my beauty queen? My name's Shizuka and I'm with Naruto. Hands off my girl. Sasuke. Naruto came rather fiercely in just that approximate moment. Sorry about that, but Shizuka is mine and mine alone. Now, let's get dinner. Your girl. Naruto looked around to see a female Uchiha behind Sasuke. Did you forget me? We were supposed to be together, Naruto. Oh we were. Of course we are, don't tell me you forgot already. No I didn't. Let's just go get some dinner. Hell to the nah, you're not going anywhere till you tell me where and how you two became a couple. And you, the female Uchiha said, pointing to Shizuka, back off my man. Excuse me, he's mine and you better back off. Shizuka then replied rather angrily. Sis, I don't think you should be making a commotion here in the streets. It's not. Sasuke tried to reason with the female Uchiha who was his sister, but she was having none of it. Shut up Sasuke before I turn you into my new table, she threatened, and Sasuke looked rather depressed. Oh I'm not backing off, missy. An Uchiha never backs off, so you better tell me what I want to know now. How about I don't? Ladies please. Let's not draw unwanted public attention to ourselves. Come, let's all just get along and eat a hearty meal. We're all comrades after all. Naruto said, trying to defuse the situation before his wife turned into her Devite form and burned the village. Fine. Both Shizuka and the female Uchiha walked away while they grabbed hold of Naruto's arms. And Team 10 followed behind and Teams 8 and Guy joined them for dinner, and after that, a nice warm bath in the public baths. After the Teams 8 dinner, courtesy of Naruto's bank account which had money in the billions, the teams then went to the public baths to enjoy a nice warm bath. The day in that world was long and the teams were exhausted from continuous training. Ow, oh, I know I did this to myself, but it sure does sting. Tenten exclaimed as she went into the hot water. This universe's Tenten, unlike the original, was terrible when handling weapons. Tenten sweetie, you should be more careful when handling those ninja weapons. They're just so sharp and dangerous. Ino commented, trying to change her friend's mind about the dangerous weapons. At Worlds, Hinata and Sakura were as usual fighting over Menma, while Sasuke's sister, whose name was Kiyomi after Naruto's mother, was glaring at Shizuka. Can I help you? Shizuka asked with clear annoyance as she addressed Kiyomi. Yes you can. You can stay away from Naruto. He's mine. Sorry, but all services has expired. Renew your marriage status before you can claim Naruto. Oh wait, he's engaged to me. Engaged? What are you talking about? Oh, just this and that. Nothing you have to worry about in our married life. Shizuka said, and Kiyomi was red with anger. On the other side of the bath were the boys. Naruto was cleaning up and Kiba was annoying him with cat-like imitations. Shikamaru then used the sponge and soap like a surfboard and crashed into the wooden stools. Shikamaru floated up and human cannonballed into the tub, making half the water go away. Shikamaru, quit messing around. You're not a kid anymore. Choji reprimanded his friend. Sorry about that, never mind. Expansion jutsu. Choji then made his body go bigger and raised the water to full. Whoa, where did all this extra water come from? So, Rock Lee is the only one among us not here, huh? Naruto commented as Lee was the only one not among them. Yes, but that's not surprising. Why is that, you ask? Cause he's a worker ant and boy do I hate ants. Shino replied. Understandable. Say Naruto, how did you meet Shizuka? Sasuke asked, and Naruto had to fight the urge to obliterate the Sasuke with a Grand Ray Zero. It's complicated. Naruto simply said, and he got up to dry himself and wear his clothes. Come on. Turn towards me, this world's Neji said with his Byakugan active, trying to take a peek at Hinata. Oh no, Neji said when he saw that Hinata stared at him with killer intent. Crash. The boys heard what sounded like a crashing sound and they ran to where it came from, the girl's side. Naruto ran fast hoping it wasn't an attack and to ensure his wife was safe. When the boys came in, they saw Rock Lee being the source of the commotion. Ino screamed in a panic, Tenten wanted to kill her teammate while Hinata grabbed Lee by the neck. Are you okay, my mirror flower? Naruto asked his wife and shuddered when he felt an ominous killer presence. He turned around to see it radiating from Kiyomi. Is it true? You two are married. Naruto trailed off in fear of what he might say that might bring him immense pain. I'm not getting out of this unscathed, am I? The others chased after Lee, and in the midst of the confusion, Naruto grabbed Shizuka and they were back on the streets. Next morning, Naruto and Shizuka walked into the Hokage's office. One thing Naruto noticed in his world was that Sakura's father was the fourth Hokage and they died sealing the fox into Naruto's half-siblings. How he knew this, he just asked using an unorthodox method. Naruto was walking into Tsunade's office to get some more answers as he felt only the Hokage could answer his questions. Lady Hokage. So sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to ask of the current situations. Naruto. You're back from your training trip. This world's Tsunade said, and Naruto examined his surroundings. This Tsunade looked older, had a flatter chest, wore glasses, was sober, and everything about his world's Tsunade was given to Shizune. It's a good thing you've returned. We need all of our best men on this current situation the village is in. Yes. About this war against the Cloud, Stone and Rain Union, and the recent rumors of a masked man who just hunted a Jinchuriki. Naruto replied as he wanted to know everything about the masked man who he believed was Obito. Yes. The combined forces Odd Cloud, Stone and Rain, led by Hanzo of the Salamander and by both Arakage and Tsuchikage, have declared an all-out war against us for unknown reasons. We believe it to be either for revenge or for plunder. As for the masked man, he's a S-rank criminal hunting bloodlines and just attacked a tailed beast. I've sent Jiraiya to learn all he could about the man, but sadly Jiraiya never survived the encounter. Tsunade said sadly at the loss of Jiraiya. Permission to join the war and hunt down the masked man? Naruto asked, playing his part as a leaf ninja and to escape this village as soon as possible. You have my permission to join your fellow shinobi in the war, Naruto, but hunting the masked man is something I can't allow. You are one of our best shinobi, but the masked man may be too much for you. I'll assemble a squad of our best ninja to hunt him down after the war and maybe depending on your skills, you may join them. Don't worry Lady Hokage. You will find that my power is not one to lightly taken by anyone. Naruto assured though he was itching to fight the Kages, Hanzo and the masked man who may or may not be Obito. Reporting for duty, Lady Hokage. Naruto turned around and was shocked. He saw his father Minato Namikaze, his most hated woman, Kuhina Uzumaki, Itachi Uchiha, his brother Shisui Uchiha who was alive in this world and… Mom, is that you? The alternate world part 2. Obito watched as a man and woman in dark blue cloaks walked out of a burning building and the man was dragging a severely wounded shinobi. Bloodline limits. Obito commented as he made his presence known. A unique power granted to those who belong to a certain clan giving the wielder a power-up. Their presence is too powerful for you to be a simple ghost. I sense that you possess immense power. Who are you? The masked man asked. Let's just say, I'm the ghost of another realm and I have power. It can be yours if you are but willing to help me. Mom, is that you? Naruto asked in a low voice as he had not expected to see her of all people. His mother, Kiyomi Uchiha was alive in this world and right in front of him. On the other hand, his wife Shizuka was happy for Naruto as this meant he'd finally get to talk with his mother who tragically died for the Nine Tails. But she dreaded the thought of Kiyomi being an overprotective and possessive mother. Yes Naruto, it's me. Look at you my baby boy. You returned from your training trip. I want you to show me all the new jutsu that you learned. His mother said as she hugged her son. In this world, her son had left on a training trip for 4 years to get stronger and because she said some things she shouldn't have said. Naruto I'm sorry about what I said 4 years ago. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings like that. I guess my emotions got the better of me and I took my anger out on you. I'm sorry. It's okay, Mom. I couldn't really hate you over some things. Naruto replied as he returned the embrace while holding back his tears. I finally get to meet you for the first time, Mom. And damn these tears. Fighting entire armies, cages, Slithra and Obito just seemed so much easier. Who's this girl with you Naruto? Don't tell me she's your girlfriend. His brother Shisui asked in a teasing manner. Upon hearing that, Kiyomi let go of Naruto while he was thinking of a way to explain Shizuka without suffering his mom's wrath. She's our mom. Oh I remember. You must be Shizuka. Takua's student from Nadeshiko village, right? Kiyomi asked and Shizuka nodded though was sweating a bit, afraid of what her mother-in-law might say. It's so nice to finally be able to see you in person. How is my son treating you? With all the Nadeshiko laws and stuff. Oh he's a great man. Faithful, strong, brave, the perfect qualities for a husband. She replied. Wonder how your little sister will take this Itachi. Shisui whispered to Itachi who shivered. It will not end in a good way. Was all Itachi said as he made a mental note to buy Kiyomi's his sister favorite foods and delicacies lest she go on a rampage like she did 4 years ago. Well I hate to ruin the happy family reunion and give you and your son much needed time, Kiyomi, I'm afraid I need to get the report for your mission. Tsunade said, rather embarrassed to ruin the family reunion and Kiyomi mending her relationship with her son. Yes. Minato has the details in his scroll. Kiyomi replied and Minato gave Tsunade the report. So Jiraiya hid his scroll in a secret location only accessible to a master sealer like Minato. After Kakashi and Guy have returned, I'll send you, Kushina and Kiyomi to retrieve the scrolls. In the meantime, you may take rest, Itachi, Shisui. You were assigned to escort the team during your border shift and must be tired. With all due respect Lady Hokage, I want permission to join my parents in their mission. Naruto asked while the adults gasped. Naruto are you sure? The mission is extremely dangerous and I don't want to lose you like I did 4 years ago. Kiyomi said, wanting her son to be safe, but she was unaware of just how powerful her son truly was. It's fine mother. You would be surprised at my strength if you see me in combat. Besides, how can I show my mom how much I improved if I don't have the necessary requirements and missions do meet the criteria? Okay fine. But don't get injured okay young man. Mom, you will find that only a few can actually put a scratch on me. Naruto replied while Shisui laughed and gave his younger brother a nagi. That's my little brother always so confident even in the face of danger. Night. On his home, Naruto and Shisui were cleaning the dishes while Kiyomi was having a discussion with her new daughter-in-law, Shizuka, to learn how Naruto was in the past 4 years of his absence. Kiyomi was delighted to hear of Shizuka speak so highly of Naruto and everything he did. With each sentence, Kiyomi grew ever more proud of her son and how he didn't become a terrible man after what she said 4 years ago. Wow, you got to be married before me Naruto. I'm so proud of you yet sad for me cause I don't have a girlfriend. Why can't any girl just spend the night with me even just once? With me the great Shisui of the body flicker Shisui said and Kiyomi threw a pan at her nephew. No horny stuff in my home, nephew. Keep those thoughts out of your mind or I'll send you to work in the galleys. Kiyomi threatened and Shisui quickly shut his mouth. Haha, never thought the great Shisui of the body flicker technique would be easily silenced by his aunt. Naruto snickered at his big brother's misfortunes. Shut it Naruto. Aunt Kiyomi is dangerous and you know it better than anyone. Shisui said and Naruto just chuckled. Sure. Anyways Nai-san, tell me what happened those 4 years ago that made me go on this training trip. What? You forgot. Yeah. I guess the actual training and my time spent with Shizuka may have made me forget what happened. Well, and Kiyomi came home angrily after she had an argument with Minato Namikaze. In her blind anger, she let it out on you, saying you were the reason he left her for Miss Kushina. She said some stuff that really hurt your feelings. When she realized her mistake, it was already too late and you were so angry that you ran out of the house and left Izongshu the next day. But, you came back and forgave Aunt Kiyomi, which is good. She regretted her outburst and became extremely depressed after you left, and now that you're back, she'll be better. Shisui replied, telling Naruto of how this world's Naruto left and of his mother. Naruto dried his hands as he finished cleaning the dishes. He walked around the sitting room and found an album containing his childhood photos. That's strange. You never looked at the album before, Naruto. Well, I can look into it, can I not? Of course you can. Shisui replied, and Naruto looked at the photos detailing the childhood he never enjoyed in his reality. Naruto first saw a photo of his mother holding baby him shortly after he was born. Then of him playing in the playground with Shisui. Then his first day at school, his first training with Shisui, his 6th birthday and many more. A tear fell down his cheeks for the life he never got to enjoy, but he swiped it away. He put the album back on the shelf and walked to his bedroom, which he would be sharing with Shizuka, and Kiyomi had begrudgingly given them her permission to do so. Next day, Naruto and Shizuka joined Kiyomi, Minato, Kushina, Might Guy and Kakashi to retrieve the Red Moon scroll hidden by Jiraiya. Naruto was rather amused when he saw that this world's Kakashi was super energetic and full of life, while Guy felt he was old and strength was leaving him. Personality split between the least 2 strongest Jonin and multiplied by 10. Minato signaled and the team left to the location where Jiraiya had hidden said scroll. They arrived to see it hidden in a small forest in the middle of a huge crater in the ground. What can you see, Kiyomi? Minato asked Kiyomi, who was observing with her Sharingan. I don't see any visible traps, though I doubt someone like Jiraiya would leave an important scroll unguarded. I think he would have placed security seals that neutralize the Sharingan's visual prowess. Kiyomi said and Minato nodded. He should have expected his sensei to do something like that. Mom is not entirely wrong. Thanks to my EMS and Rinnegan, I can see a security seal do just that and another seal that'll summon the toads if we get too close. I can warn them, but I'll expose my eyes to the leaf. So, I'll just play dumb for now. Naruto thought in his mind as he joined the team to retrieve the scroll. When they got too close, they triggered the security seal and out came the toad boss, Gamabunta with other big toads. No one passes through, Gamabunta bellowed as he looked at the intruders. The chief toad sent to guard the scroll. Do we use lethal force? Naruto asked, trying to play with his father's mind on how he'll react. No. These toads were the summons of my late sensei. I want to not harm them as much as possible. Minato replied just as the toads unleashed a swarm of smaller toads to attack them. The toads trapped the entire team as they struggled to move and breathe. My turn. Almighty push. Naruto then used his gravity powers to push the toads away and he leapt forward to fight the toads. Naruto, his mother, shouted in fear of his safety, but it should be the toads who must be saved. Naruto jumped as he avoided a rather predictable attack from Gamabunta. Naruto then jumped once more and weaved a tiger sign. Fire style. Majestic Demolisher flame and spewed a river of fire at the toads, but not hot enough to kill them. Naruto then made another sign and, fire style. Dragon flame caterwaul and fired 5 blazing fish at the toads. When another toad attempted to incinerate Naruto with acid, he summoned a large water dragon to combat the acid, then attacked the toad, subduing it all the while his father used the infamous flying thunder god jutsu to shut the seal, reverse summoning the toads back to Mount Myaboku, and retrieve the scrolls. After it was done, his mother came and hugged him, checking for any signs of damage. Naruto, that was reckless of you to fight the toad boss like that. But I'm so glad you came out victorious and unharmed. I guess your training definitely improved your combat abilities. Kiyomi said as she finally stopped hugging her son. I told you that you'd be surprised, Mom. When did you learn how to do Majestic Demolisher Flame and Dragon Flame Caterwaul? I don't remember teaching you those jutsu. They're very powerful fire-style jutsu, my son, used by my grandfather Madara in the Warring States period. The old man left a few notes on his personal jutsus and I took them before I left. Naruto replied. Okay team, I retrieved the scroll and we're ready to head back home. Minato said and the team left to get back home. Hidden Leaf. When they got back to the village, they found it attacked by the United Cloud, Stone and Rain forces. The buildings were on fire and the shinobi moved in to face their attackers head-on. The team then moved in to fight the invaders, while Naruto used his flash step to fight the leaders of this invasion. The 4th Raikage, the 3rd Tsuchikage Noki and the feared Hanzo of the Salamander. Naruto then made 3 shadow clones as he observed where the leaders of the Union were. They were attacking the Hokage Tower and had Tsunade in their clutches. You know what to do, Naruto said to his clones as he used his flash step to rescue Tsunade. Naruto. Thank goodness you and the team returned. Now, let's get out of here while our best shinobi deal with them. Tsunade ordered, but Naruto couldn't fight his urge to battle powerful ninja anymore. Sorry Lady Hokage, but it's time I unleash my powers on my enemies. And with that, Naruto flash-stepped away while his clones flash-stepped with the 3 leaders of the enemy villages. Naruto Tsunade called out, but Naruto was already away. Damn it. I'm sorry Kiyomi, I couldn't save your son. Forest of Death, what just happened? The Raikage bellowed out angrily as he saw that Tsuchikage and Hanzo were there too. Where are we? Your grave. The 3 looked up to see Naruto in his battle armor. All 3 of you will be facing me. What? You are but a delusional child, the Raikage shouted angrily. Is it even considered such if I can kill all 3 of you with ease? Naruto asked, making the 3 angry with his question. Why you? Let's finish off this child and his delusions and get back to the invasion. Inoki suggested. Fire style. Majestic Destroyer Flame. Naruto then spewed out a sea of fire, and the 3 dodged. Naruto saw Hanzo prepare a powerful fire jutsu, and he countered with an even stronger fire jutsu. The Raikage in his lightning chakra armor had came with a lariat, but Naruto's armor activated its protective dome, and he was safe. He gave the Raikage a powerful punch and dodged Inoki's particle style. A stone golem attacked Naruto, who fired a fireball, destroying it with ease. Hanzo came to attack with his Kusurigama, and Naruto countered with his Narada. Hanzo's unrivaled skills with the Kusurigama and Naruto in swordsmanship clashed in an epic duel, the 2 moving their blades so fast it looked like blurs to the untrained eye. Naruto jumped away as A came with a lightning chop and Inoki fired another particle style. Hanzo's salamander came to attack Naruto, who responded by summoning a fire drake. The 2 fearsome beasts clashed, but the fire drake proved stronger, the salamander's poison ineffective against the dragon. When A attacked again, Naruto used burning and ash jutsu and flash stepped. The followed and the 2 battled using speed, and Naruto's flash step proved stronger. Naruto summoned his Susanoo, and A was punched a few hundred feet away. Take this brat. Particle style. Atomic dismantling jutsu, Inoki shouted, and Naruto prepared a Zero Ascuras. And Naruto fired his jutsu. Minato and Kushina were protecting Tsunade, guiding her to safety, while the Leaf Ninja were winning against the invading forces. Kiyomi rushed at Tsunade since she was the last person to see Naruto. Lady Tsunade, where is Naruto? Where is my son? She asked frantically. I'm sorry Kiyomi. I couldn't stop him. Where is he? He's fighting the Raikage, Tsuchikage and Hanzo of the Salamander on his own. Tsunade finished while the adults gasped in fear and shock. No. No, Kiyomi screamed in fear of losing her son. She had just seen him after 4 long and difficult years, but it seemed she might lose him for good. Shizuka didn't look so worried. She knew better than anyone how powerful Naruto truly was and knew her husband was simply enjoying himself in battle. No shinobi in their world could match his power, and this world is certainly no different. Question was, is he enjoying himself so much that he's deliberately nerfing himself in battle? The loud explosion was heard as a black laser tore through the village. They saw that it was coming from the Forest of Death, and they knew Naruto was there. How my particle style was made useless like that so easily. Inoki commented. This has never happened before. HMPH. So much for the famed particle style. It was fun and all, but now, I have to end this fight. Naruto said as he summoned his humanoid Susanoo. The Susanoo? Inoki thought in fear as he remembered seeing one for the first time all those years ago when Madara came to the hidden stone. Now, he'd have to face one again. The Susanoo roared as it manifested 2 rapier-style blades to attack the enemy. The Susanoo act and a powerful shock wave followed as the sword hit the ground. A jumped back and used his lariat bolt of pain. Chop on the Susanoo, but it could barely scratch the chakra avatar. Inoki made 2 huge walls out of earth to crush the Susanoo, but Naruto's Susanoo destroyed it with ease. Inoki got on the Raikage's back and made the Raikage lighter. Lighten boulder jutsu. Go Raikage. I made your body lighter so that you can be faster. The moment you will strike the Susanoo, I'll increase your weight to deal an even more powerful blow to the Uchiha. Right. The Raikage replied, then used his famed speed to appear in front of Naruto. And when the Tsuchikage made A heavier, gave Naruto the hardest punch he could, but it only scratched the Susanoo. A fog of poison appeared as another salamander had breathed poison, and a few fireballs were shot by Hanzo. It gave another punch, and Inoki blasted the Susanoo with particle style, incinerating Naruto to atoms. The 3 were about to celebrate their victory when a clapping sound was heard. They turned to see Naruto still alive and unharmed. Bravo. That was almost entertaining for me. What? But how, the Raikage asked in shock and in anger, all the while Naruto grinned. Shadow clones. Leaf Nin are particularly skilled with it. Now it was fun fighting you, well my clone did, but I'm afraid I have to end this now. Naruto said as he flash-stepped right in front of the 2 cages, shocking them with his speed. Naruto kicked Inoki away and then gave A hard punch. The Raikage tried punching Naruto, but the latter struck a point on his shoulder, then gave him a hard knee slam. Naruto then grabbed the Raikage's head, then continuously punched the Raikage in the stomach. It tried to punch, but Naruto kicked A and then proceeded to cut off his right arm. It tried to once again punch, but Naruto gave a lightning endless chop on the neck, then over 14 punches on the stomach and rib. Naruto kicked the Raikage, sending him flying away, and then fought Hanzo. Hanzo blocked the initial sword swings, but found that the real Naruto was much stronger than the clone. Naruto slashed, and this one not only shattered Hanzo's Kusurigama but sliced all the trees, his sword faced within a mile range. Hanzo used hiding in Ash Jutsu to get away, but Naruto grabbed him with his Susanu's arm. Then Naruto proceeded to squish Hanzo, sparing only the shoulders and above so that he can take Hanzo's head as a trophy. Inoki tried another particle-style attack, but Naruto, using his Rinnegan's pre-top path, absorbed the jutsu. Naruto used universal pull to pull in Inoki, and when the old Tsuchikage was in range, sliced off his head. A came back to attack Naruto, but Naruto simply smiled. Black Coffin, and with that, A was entombed in a huge black box of energy and when he came out, was ripped to shreds. Naruto sliced off A's head, then proceeded to do the same with Hanzo's. He flash-stepped to the entrance of the Forest of Death and he saw a company of Leaf Ninja coming. The invasion must have ended in failure because the group was too large for a simply search party. Among the party were Minato, Kushina, Kakashi, Might Guy, his mother, wife and brother, Itachi, and all the rookies plus Team Guy with a few Anbu and Jonin. Quickly everyone, Naruto is in the forest fighting those monsters. I cannot see my son dead. He must be saved, his mother shouted frantically, but when they arrived to the forest, they saw Naruto was fine. Not a scratch on him and he held a chain. On it were the heads of Hanzo and Inoki. Hi mom, Shisui and everyone. I'm sure the invasion resulted in us winning as all of you are here. Naruto said rather awkwardly. Naruto or those? Shisui was too shocked to even ask properly. The heads of the Tsuchikage, Raikage of Hanzo the salamander. Of course, see? I told you they stood no chance against my Naruto. Shizuka said to the shocked Leaf Ninja. What? You're Naruto? No, hell no, he's mine, sister. Itachi and Sasuke's sister replied angrily at Shizuka, but she had already left and hugged Naruto, making her clench her fists in anger. I can't believe my eyes. My son killed 3 cage-level ninja without suffering a scratch. Kiyomi commented as she swiped her tear. A tear of her happiness at seeing her son was still alive. He has truly grown to become a fine shinobi. Indeed he has, Aunt Kiyomi. Indeed, he has. Shisui commented as he smiled, happy to see his brother still alive. That day, the Leafs celebrated their victory against 3 villages, with Naruto getting honorary awards. Needless to say, everyone was happy of the aftermath, but deep in the forests of Fire Country, 2 masked individuals were scheming. Their plan was to attack the weakened Leaf Village, tonight. The Alternate World Part 3. It was nighttime and the village hidden in the leaf. The rebuilding was going smoothly, injured were tended to, and the Uchiha family was having a nice dinner to celebrate Naruto's victory over the Raikage, Tsuchikage and Hanzo the salamander. Things were looking good for the village and then, boom, a huge explosion had occurred, destroying some parts of the village, particularly the Hokage Tower. This meant that whoever attacked the village was going to assassinate the Hokage or steal the Red Moon Scroll. Almost immediately, every shinobi who was uninjured from the invasion was headed to the Hokage Tower to stop whoever did this. And near the Hokage Tower, a wounded Tsunade clutched her side as she stared at the duo who attacked her village. So you've come. Tsunade said, addressing the masked man and woman who were accompanied by their infamous 9 masked beasts. We have to thank you for retrieving the Red Moon Scroll for us. The masked man commented as he put out his hand in a gesture demanding they give him the scroll. But now we'll take it. Hand it over to us or we will burn this village to the ground. The masked woman then finished the sentence. Lady Hokage Minato Namikaze said as he along with Kushina, Kakashi, Might Guy, Kiyomi and Shisui came to the Hokage's aid. The masked man surrendered to us and we might go easy on you. I wasn't talking to you weaklings. The masked man said in anger as the 9 masked beasts attacked. All the Leaf Ninja jumped away from the attack but soon, one by one, they were all subdued. Either by the man's 9 masked beasts or the woman's weird jutsu that used her hair to make some creatures and appendages. Now the scroll is mine. The masked man commented as he made a spiraling ring on his hand and destroyed the vault, but he was blasted away when a purple ray of energy hit him. Shizuka had came down to the battlefield and destroyed the barriers or hair chains that bounded the Leaf Ninja, and Naruto came down. You interrupted my dinner. Naruto said angrily. Before the attack came, he was eating one of his mother's famous dishes, but the masked duo attacked and destroyed his home. Now, he was angry. Very angry. Naruto Uchiha. You are nothing but a weak hack. The masked man didn't get to finish as Naruto simply punched him in the stomach. Naruto then punched him in the face and 6 times in the stomach before grabbing his face and throwing it aside. What were you trying to call me? A weakling. I couldn't hear your talk as I put my fist through your mouth. Naruto taunted as the masked man got up. You will pay for that. Oh, I already paid when I punched you. Time to get paid again when I tear out your tendons. Naruto replied and made the masked man angry. The masked woman tried to grab Naruto with her hair, but Naruto jumped away, then burned it with majestic demolisher flame. Naruto could see the masked man flying, and he manifested the wings of his dragon armor. The masked man threw a few kunai, but Naruto blocked them with his Narada easily. The masked man came to attack with a spiraling ring, and Naruto countered with a Zero. The two powerful jutsu clashed but no winner. The masked man ordered his 9 masked beasts to attack Naruto. Naruto kicked the turtle-like beasts away and punched the feline masked beast while avoiding attacks from the humanoid ones. Naruto summoned the Black Racer to even the odds. Black Racer, annihilate the 9 masked beasts. Command. Annihilate 9 masked beasts. Command is heard. Objective. Total annihilation. The Black Racer spoke in his monotone voice and he faced the 9 masked beasts. The Black Racer one-shotted 4 of the humanoids with a single beam from his mouth. The masked tiger attacked, but the Black Racer made his death side and showed no mercy to the masked feline. The other masked beasts attacked, but they were no match for the Black Racer, the Grim Reaper given a host. The masked man and woman attacked and Naruto fought them to a taijutsu duel. All their punches, kicks or kunai slashes were proven useless as Naruto proved to be the stronger one even without his base Sharingan active. Naruto grabbed the masked man, then shoved his face to the ground and made a trench in the ground as he dragged the masked man across the field with his wings. The masked woman caught Naruto with her wings and threw him down. Shizuka then blasted the masked woman for the sneak she pulled on her husband. This is going nowhere. I need to get the Blood Moon Scroll. The masked man said to himself and he looked at the masked woman fighting and losing against both Naruto and Shizuka. She can hold them off. And with that he left to get the scroll. Naruto put on the ring that once belonged to King Enoch. A silver ring that had an amethyst atop it. He pointed it at the masked woman and she was lifted up. What trickery is this? She demanded of Naruto who simply smirked. The Iron Crown commands the Leviathans. The Ring of Enoch, called the Hades Ring, commands the earth and controls ghosts or other possessive spirits to my will. Naruto thought as he used the Hades Ring's power on the masked woman. Now, your fate is sealed. What is happening to me? The masked woman shouted as 3 spirits attacked her before the evil spirit in her mind was sucked into the ring and she fell down unconscious. Her hair, which was black, was now beginning to turn to its odd color of blonde. Now with the masked man. Naruto said, but when he saw him, he was furious. The masked man had captured his mother as a hostage. Come to the mountains with the Blood Moon Scroll, alone, and I will spare your mother, Ichiha. Come empty-handed and I will kill your mother. Then the masked man fled with his 9 masked beasts behind. Naruto was furious at the masked man, but he knew the masked individual would not kill his mother. But for the fun of it, Naruto took the scroll from the vault and he grabbed Shizuka. He flash-stepped to follow the masked man's trail and found his lair to be in the mountains. So, my compatriot had decided to kidnap you for a hostage exchange. I suppose given it's you, your son must be the one to make my partner run. Unsurprising given his power in my reality. Obito commented as he appeared before Kiyomi who was chained to the pillars. Obito fought the urge to talk with his aunt to thank him for all the time she spent in caring for him and believing him when no one, not even Rin Nahara, did. Her death was an unforeseen event in his 9 Tails attack and Madara himself instructed not to kill her that night. Who are you? Matters not. My son will come to save me. He killed 2 Kage and Hanzo earlier today and defeated the masked woman. The masked man too will fall. Yes, but some pieces in the chessboard are simply pawns meant to be expendable. After all, my little brother knows very well as he commands many in my world. Obito replied and Naruto and Shizuka appeared. So, you decided to show your sorry face, huh? I'm gonna enjoy flaying you when I get back to my own world. Naruto said and Obito chuckled. But first, see if you can survive against my partner little brother. Obito replied and the masked man threw 3 kunai at Naruto and Shizuka. Both dodged easily and jumped down to the river below, but Naruto made a shadow clone to save his mother. I hate you, Ichiha. Your existence is nothing but pain to me. I loathe you and now I can enjoy watching you bleed. 9 masked beasts. The masked man summoned his beasts again and Naruto called the Black Racer. Think you can handle his beasts, dear? Naruto asked and Shizuka nodded with a smile. Like you need to ask me that, Naruto. They'll be gone in no time. Good. Time to let my fists run red with blood. Naruto said as he chased the masked man inside the mountains. Inside was a heavily mechanized training ground in which Jiraiya of the Sannin and Minato Namikaze once trained in shinobi arts. The masked man jumped on Naruto who avoided his attacks easily. The masked man threw a few kunai, but Naruto blew them away with a simply wind jutsu. The masked man came to attack, but Naruto punched him down to the lower levels. Naruto then followed with fire style. Majestic destroyer flame and melted the iron spikes. The masked man jumped away and made his signature spiraling ring. Naruto prepared a much stronger Shiro, and when the two jutsu collided with one another, they blew a huge hole in the mountain. The masked man's cloak and mask were destroyed by the blast to reveal he was this world's Menma Uzukis. How surprising, Naruto thought sarcastically. Menma and Mito were among the first people he suspected to be the masked individuals, and he was not wrong. Do you have any idea just how much I hate you? Huh, my half-brother? Menma asked and Naruto wasn't fazed. Do you have the slightest idea how little I care about your existence, Menma? I forgot you were even a thing for days. Naruto replied, making Menma very angry. I was always in your shadows. Everyone acknowledged you as the prodigy but me as the loser brother. Father and mother always nagging me how I should be more like you and people always comparing me to you. I'm sick of it and now I am going to kill you to show just how much I'm better than you. Is that all? You're doing this because you are jealous. Aren't you pathetic? In fact, you are even more pathetic than the Menma of my world, even weaker. At least he could give me a proper fight, but you? A mere breeze could knock you over. Shut up, Menma shouted as he called back all the 9 defeated tailed beasts into him and once completed, summoned the 9-tailed fox. Die, Menma shouted as the fox attacked. The fox again? I already defeated this fox multiple times, but if you want a reality check then one I shall give. Naruto said as he summoned his perfect Susanoo which punched the fox into the other side of the mountain. Far away, both Shizuka and Kiyomi were witnessing the battle unfold, and Kiyomi was shocked to see her son possess a perfect Susanoo. How does my son possess a perfect Susanoo? You need an eternal Mangekyo to advance it that far. Well, it's Shizuka, tell me everything. Who you really are. What? I don't understand what you are. Don't play dumb with me, Shizuka. Please, tell me who you truly are. What all the talk of real world and other such stuff came out of my son's mouth and of the man with the Sharingan who calls my son brother. Okay, but promise me you won't freak out. Shizuka said as she proceeded to tell Kiyomi of everything and needless to say, her mother-in-law did indeed freak out. The Susanoo punched the fox away and the 9 tails fired several mini-tailed beast bombs. The Susanoo prepared several Yosaka Magatama beads infused with chaos style and threw them at the fox. In a few seconds, the entire mountain was shattered and the two jumped down to the water. The fox charged at the Susanoo, but the latter grabbed the former by its tails and threw them to the mountain rubble. The fox was angry and it prepared a tailed beast beam. The fox fired, but the Susanoo blocked with the Yodomir. The fox attacked again, but the Susanoo grabbed it. Menma jumped up from the fox with a spiraling ring ready to destroy Naruto. I'll end you, brother. Oh, shut up. Naruto jumped out of his Susanoo, then punched Menma so hard he crashed into the destroyed mountain and fell unconscious. The fox disappeared and Naruto flash-stepped to where Menma was. Told you that you stood no chance against me, Menma. True, but he still has some use. Obito said as he flew down and possessed Menma's body to fight Naruto. I only need to cripple you, while the limited Tsukiyomi still has its effects. Come at me then. Naruto gestured and Obito attacked. Naruto jumped back and struck with his Narada as Obito blocked with a kunai. Sword swings were heard as Naruto attacked his brother, leaving no chance for Obito to counterattack. Obito jumped back, but Naruto came back and punched him in the stomach. Spitting blood, Obito attacked Naruto in a surprise attack, but his little brother easily predicted it and dodged. I'll tear out your heart, Obito shouted in rage. You will find nothing there. Naruto replied as he attacked Obito again. Obito used Menma's spiraling ring, and Naruto destroyed it with a swing of his Narada. Naruto used his ring, the Hades ring worn by King Enoch long ago, and fire, sulfur and ash came out from the mountains. I see you, Obito. There is no point hiding from me. Naruto then grabbed Obito by the neck and threw him away. Obito attacked again, but Naruto easily blocked his attacks. I tire of your games. Now, it is time to exercise a spirit. Then his ring glowed and Obito was lifted us. What are you doing? There is no life in the void. Only chaos and oblivion. Naruto said as his ring summoned 3 ghosts that attacked Obito. Then fire came out and removed Obito from Menma's body and it sucked in the evil inside Menma. Obito floated over the battlefield and he looked down on his brother. This isn't over, Naruto. You cannot stop the infinite Tsukiyomi and my world of peace. A shame we are on opposite sides, brother, but even you cannot stop this. Obito said his chains were on his hands but before he could attack Naruto, Kiyomi and Shizuka arrived to the battlefield and one pissed off Kiyomi shot a fireball at Obito. This isn't over, Naruto. Yes, because I'm ending it now. And Naruto shot a kunai at Obito's eye which shattered and Obito was back in his own world. A white light engulfed both Naruto and Shizuka, meaning that they were returning back to their original world. Mom, I don't have much time to explain. I know, Naruto. Shizuka told me all about it. Even though you are not the same Naruto that was born to me, I can't look at you differently just because you are from a different world. I'm sorry that I couldn't raise you in your own world, but I'm confident that me and your world would be proud to have you as your son. Just know that I love as much as I love my worlds, Naruto, Kiyomi said as tears fell down her cheek. I love you too, Mom. Naruto replied, a tear falling down his eye, and he along with his wife had returned to their own world. As the two were traveling through the white light, they saw that world's version of themselves. Naruto put forth his hand, and this world's version of himself shook it. At that moment, Naruto transferred some of his power and memories to tell this world's him to love his mother and how it would feel to lose her like he did. Naruto and Shizuka returned, and the alternate world's versions were there with Kiyomi in the battle ruins. Naruto, are you okay? The limited Tsukiyomi world Shizuka spoke to her husband who had a tear on his eyes. Yes Shizuka. I'm fine. Shizuka, I think we should return to the leaf. I want to see Mom. I need to apologize to her. Well that can be solved since she's here already. And Naruto looked back to see his mother there. Mom, is that you? Yes Naruto. It's me. Mom, I want to say that I'm sorry about running away 4 years back. It's okay. I shouldn't have taken out my anger on you to begin with. Come Naruto, let's go back home. Kiyomi said to her son and his Betrothed, and the three left to return to the leaf, leaving Menma behind. Be safe Naruto from the other world. Original world. We're back in the exact moment that Obito sent us to the other world. This space-time thing is weird. Naruto commented as he walked over to his wife. What was the whole touching hands with your other world counterpart? I gave him a little bit of my power and my memories so that he can know how it feels to live without a mother. Hopefully, he reconciles with Mom after everything I showed him. Of course he will. Now, as my husband, it is your responsibility to sing a song to make me sleep. What, Naruto? She said in a sweet but menacing voice. Fine. But I can't sing bedtime songs, but since it's my duty as a husband, I will sing regardless. Cough cough. Wait, I know what you are trying to do Naruto. Don't do it. Is the job of a husband so I'll do it. And he summoned 4 clones, 3 to play the guitars and 1 to play the drum, as he grabbed his Narada to be like a mic. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. I play my part and you play your game. Darling, you give love a bad name. Naruto ran across the wall as his wife followed behind him, while his shadow clones played the guitar and drums. An angel's smile is what you sell. You promise me heaven, then put me through hell. Chains of love got a hold on me. And passion's a prison, you can't break free. Oh, you're a loaded gun, yeah. Oh, there's nowhere to run. No one can save me. The damage is done. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. I play my part and you play your game. You give love a bad name. Hey, you give love a bad name. Shizuka caught Naruto while Naruto fell into her arms before he quickly reversed it and she was in his arms. On second thought, you give love a good name. And he kissed her right there as the music ended. Enoch's Ring. Dragon vs. Snake. In the fortress of Ithilmorgul, sounds of metal being hammered echoed throughout the volcanic land. Fire from the volcano raged on, blazing as the heavy hammers continued to forge, and hundreds of dark sorcerers from Magog were chanting in the old tongue. Outside where the forging had taken place, Naruto stood there watching with members of his inner circle. His wife Shizuka, Demon Blackfire, General Arcturus and Gurren. Naruto upon returning to his own world had soon ordered that his Narada be reforged, along with the legendary Dragonsbane sword of the High King Enoch. The same sword forged from the strange meteor that landed 12,000 years ago on modern-day Arash, which Enoch used to slay the mighty dragon King Tifon, absorbing all of Tifon's power into it as a bonus. The sword channeled a strange form of energy simply dubbed Dark Energy, which was the source of all magic in the world and as results from recent research showed, even capable of channeling chakra. If legends were true, the world from 12,000 years ago in the early Bronze Age had 2 moons which caused floods due to tidal pulling, and Enoch used Dragonsbane to destroy one of the moons. Such power was not simply going to waste, and Naruto ordered the sword to be combined with his Narada. The 2 swords combined into one along with his eyes and dragon powers would make Naruto unrivaled in his power. The Narada, though Naruto was proud of its indestructibility and power, did not deny its flaws. To say it was a flaw was a bit misleading, only that he had problem with endlessing the Narada with normal chakra or elemental chakra to increase its power. The Narada always absorbed even his own chakra, and he had to put much focus into making sure it not happened, which resulted in his chakra getting depleted quicker than normal. But with the Dragonsbane sword, that little flaw would change. The forging goes well my emperor. Soon, your weapon will be complete, ready to be used against your enemies. Gurren commented as Naruto stood behind her, his hands touching her breasts. What you said is true my loyal Valkyrie, but here comes the next step. Naruto's EMS glowed as he used his chaos style to summon crimson lightning from the skies, and streams of Amaterasu flames came to the sword forging. The crimson lightning and black flames mixed with the sword and Naruto changed his eyes to his Rinnegan. The King of Hell, the ability of his Naraka path, had burst out of the ground with its mouth open. Black and a dark scarlet light glowed, and bursts of death energy came out from the King of Hell to the new Narada. The addition of the death energy would ensure that if Naruto struck a reanimation, their bodies would crumble and their souls return to the afterlife. Naruto commanded life and death itself thanks to his Rinnegan, and he would not let even the impure world reanimation stop him. The sorcerers chanted their words, and the machines began to hammer once more. Naruto's cousin, the extremely smart but rather mad scientist Sarah Blackfire, then activated the next phase of the forging. 2 beams of pure atomic energy came down, and the hammering intensified. Then Sarah stopped the machines, and the new Naruto was put into the frozen, ice-cold lake. The heat emanating from the new Naruto was so hot that the frozen lake was vaporized almost instantly. Not even a drop of water remained. More tanks of water were poured until the Naruto was now fully reforged as how Naruto wanted. Naruto's loyal Valkyrie, Raizetsu, had came down to retrieve the Naruto, and she then presented it to her emperor, who was smiling at the sight of his new sword. "Now, no one can stand against me," Naruto said as he lifted up his sword and power was radiating from it. Now, to Demon's new changes. After some time, in the forging pits, Demon in his angel armor had come out. His armor was burning hot, but that was the idea. He thought of upgrading his angel armor like Naruto upgraded his dragon armor, and he did exactly that. Dark matter cannons were attached to his arms, rocket launchers to his thighs, dark matter cannons on his shoulders, and 4 tentacles with machine guns on his back. Once completed, large chunks of water was poured on top of him, and Demon walked forward with his new armor. "How do I look?" Demon asked. "You look awesome, my lord prince," spoke Carchemish, the eunuch who was in charge of foreign affairs, administration, and the one who took care of Demon when he was a child. "A true terror to the face of your enemies, and yet graceful and elegant in form." "You flatter me, Carchemish. I merely speak the truth, my prince." "He's not entirely wrong though, my son." Demon looked to where the voice came and saw his mother, Rayla Blackfire, enter the room with Naruto, Shizuka, Arcturus, Sarah and his youngest sister Victoria. Almost immediately, the soldiers, workers and Carchemish bowed down before the former queen of Magog. "Mother? You came." "Of course I did, Demon. The war is almost won with 79% of the elemental nations under Blackfire control. I wanted to see how both my nephew and precious son were doing." "We're doing great, mother. I believe the war will be over by next week with little resistance in the occupation," Demon said as he turned off his armor. "Then it's good I came here with even more troops. 7 million more to be exact and a surprise. Come on Vicky, you can give it to your elder brother now." Rayla called to her youngest daughter who came with a big present. "Here you go elder brother. Mommy said it is to kill hundreds of enemies at once." The 8-year-old Vicky gave her elder brother the present. Demon tore the present open to find his father, Egan Blackfire's signature weapon. The Spear of Ra. "My late father's weapon. The Spear of Ra." Demon whispered out. "The same weapon he used to kill 4 million enemy Nekarites in the battle at the Black Gate." I don't know mother. To wield my father's weapon it's okay Demon. Your father's death was not your fault. The Nekarites captured you that day. You shouldn't let your past bother you, and Egan wouldn't want his own son to blame himself. The spear is very powerful, capable of shooting fireballs a dozen feet in diameter and as hot as the sun, but that's not all it can do." Rayla said as her son grabbed the Spear of Ra. Demon tested it on the wall and it melted it with ease. "Will you staying for dinner, my dear aunt? You must be hungry, and so must be my dear little Vicky." Naruto asked his aunt and he pinched Vicky's cheeks. "Ow. That hurts elder brother," she said, rubbing her cheeks and Naruto chuckled. "Of course I'll stay Naruto. Can't expect a lady to starve now can you?" Rayla replied and Naruto escorted them to the dining hall. Naruto's best spies and sensors were trying their best to locate one Kabuto Yakushi. His reanimations were the reason no units in his army were making a move despite their large numbers. Once they detected him, Naruto would move in to kill him, then the conquest would continue with one less obstacle. Next morning, Naruto was walking out of his fortress as his spies and sensors reported that Kabuto's location was found. Naruto wasted no time and he took his Narada and Gunbai, wore his armor, and ordered Kiraxes be prepared. He had to stop Kabuto's reanimation jutsu since news reached him that he revived his great-grandfather, Madara Uchiha, and was rampaging across the battlefield. This was to be a one-on-one showdown between him and Kabuto. As Naruto walked out his fortress, he saw a daimyo with his family and army of about 7,000 samurai before him. Demon and Arcturus were already there in front of Naruto. "Demon, what's the meaning of this?" Naruto asked and his cousin faced him. "He's the daimyo of the land of vegetables. He's surrendering to us with his army and country." Demon replied and Naruto stood before the daimyo. "Speak, daimyo." "Emperor Constantine, I humbly bow before you as a sign of respect. Please, show mercy to me, my family and my nation that you will spare us. Please, O great emperor, we beg of you. I pledge my undying allegiance to you and you alone, the one true emperor of the world." The daimyo said, bowing to the ground with his family and all his samurai. Some of the samurai came forward with chests of gold, silver and precious metals, so as to make Naruto think twice about killing them. "And keep your treasures for yourself. I have plenty enough. Your land is rich in fertile soil, is it not? The food grown there will be of better use than glittering gold or shining silver. Naruto said as he ordered the daimyo to rise up. With a land of vegetables under his control, his army wouldn't have to rely on their supply chains. After that, Naruto had ordered 4 divisions to move into vegetable country to occupy it and get much needed supplies for the army. Naruto got atop Kiraxes and flew to where Kabuto was hiding. Orochimaru fell when he faced Naruto, now it was the student's turn to fall. Kiraxes landed just outside the cave and Naruto was walking into the cave. He stumbled upon a dead end but could sense Kabuto inside it. He used his ring and the wall was gone in an instant. What? Oh, if it isn't you, Naruto. To think you will discover me so quickly. Kabuto commented as Naruto entered the cave. So this is where you were hiding, Kabuto. To think you and Obito would become so desperate that you would use my great-grandfather in the war. Yes, though you shouldn't be too worried. Other than being a reanimation, Madara shouldn't be too much for you. After all, given your current level of power, you surpassed him long ago. True, but he and Obito can command the 10 tails. If they become its Jinchuriki, I stand no chance despite my power. Still, doesn't mean that I don't have some way to counter the 10 tails. Oh? Is it one of the Leviathans that the one you call Obito, Zetsu and Kali told me about? Very impressive creatures, I must say, powerful too. Indeed. He is the strongest of the 9 Leviathans. But we are getting lost in talk and I would very much like to kill you. Are you sure that is wise? Killing me wouldn't reverse the reanimation jutsu. You are smart enough to know it, given that your subordinate stole the forbidden scroll. You would be surprised by how far my powers have gone. Not just in the ways of a ninja but in magic and dark magic. Naruto said as he unsheathed his Narada and his Sharingan flared to life. Then let's see you dodge this, Kabuto shouted as 6 large and long snakes attacked Naruto. Naruto sliced one head and another one. He jumped away and burned another head with a fire jutsu. Naruto shot out Amaterasu, but Kabuto dodged in time. Naruto fired a Zero at Kabuto, but Kabuto was running at an insane speed and the Snake Sage mode enhanced his reaction time. Naruto's armor via the protective chakra shield sent Kabuto flying back. Naruto saw Kabuto and weaved a horse sign. Fire style. Majestic destroyer flame and spat out a sea of fire to burn his opponent. Though it looked like Kabuto was ash, Naruto could sense him. And true to his hunch, Kabuto was indeed alive, being spat out by one of the snakes. Impressive, Naruto. You could keep track of my speed, but then again, that's to be expected given your prowess with the Sharingan. Lord Orochimaru could never have your body even when possessing Sasuke increased his power. But I am not Lord Orochimaru, I surpassed him, and when I kill you, I'll take your body and reanimate you to be loyal puppet. Kabuto shot out 4 larger snakes to attack Naruto. Naruto burned one of the heads with Amaterasu and used his Susanoo to grab 2 heads. He fired a Zero at another head and his Susanoo tore the snake heads. Impressive as always, Naruto, but can you save yourself against this? Kabuto then opened a snake mouth and a ball of chakra formed. The chakra ball was coming to him, spinning like a shuriken and it imploded, becoming a combo attack of light and sound. Naruto clutched his ears in pain as his Susanoo was starting to drop. Kabuto came at a fast pace, but in the right moment, Naruto's dragon helmet manifested, protecting his ears, and he kicked Kabuto away. His Susanoo threw a Yosaka Magatama barrage, but Kabuto escaped his death for now. Naruto attacked with another barrage, but Kabuto escaped yet again. Naruto saw the snakes liquefy then turn solid again. You are able to turn your body liquid like Sagetsu. Yes. You see, Jugo's clan is special in that they can absorb nature chakra 24/7, which results in their transformations and rage. I managed to use this bloodline of his by incorporating it into my body and adding other bloodlines like the Uzumaki clan's large chakra and self-healing, as well as other such bloodlines. Naruto, I'm the closest thing on this planet to the legendary sage of 6 paths, yet you lack the eyes. Oh, I will take those wonderful eyes from you soon enough, Naruto. Just be patient. Come, Jirobe, and Naruto saw the Sound 4 member, Jirobo, appear on Kabuto's stomach. Earth style. Terra shield in the ground beneath Naruto was raised and split in 2. Kamimaro, Dead Bone Pulse. Bracken Dance and Bone Spikes came out of the ground to attack Naruto. Fujin. Obsidian Tempest. Naruto used his Manjikam ability to summon a powerful black wind that destroyed the bones. Now, to finish things off. Teiya. The red-haired girl appeared and Kabuto played Teiya's flute Jinjutsu to trap Naruto, but it would not work. Why isn't it working? Not even the Sharingan can block Teiya's Jinjutsu. Like I'll tell you that. Naruto replied. Oh well, time to wake up to it tomorrow where you'll serve me, Naruto. Then Orochimaru manifested on Kabuto, then came out with dozens of snakes. Naruto jumped away as Kabuto smirked. Sage Art. Inorganic animation and the walls came to life, attacking Naruto, but his armor protected him. Now, you'll become my slave for all eternity while I rule in your body. You are really annoying, Kabuto. Black coffin and the snake was put into the black coffin. Kabuto managed to survive by turning his body liquid, then solid again. Naruto laughed as his ring was glowing. You will soon realize, Kabuto, that all your efforts were for nothing. And his ring made fire and lava come out of the cave walls, making an ash cloud in the cave. I see you. And Naruto Susanoo grabbed Kabuto, then threw him away. You never stood a chance, Kabuto. Now, you will spend eternity in the void. Naruto said and Kabuto attacked, but Naruto's ring had changed its owner to a shadowy form. What was that? What kind of power does your ring possess? Nothing that concerns a dead worm. And Naruto returned to his physical form. The ring made fire below Kabuto, and flaming ghosts grabbed Kabuto. What is happening to me? Kabuto screamed as he tried to escape. But his efforts were in vain as his soul got sucked into the ring. The ring gave Naruto the knowledge Kabuto had on the perfected reanimation jutsu, and now, Naruto knew everything about it. Naruto summoned Kabuto's soul back, but only as a mindless minion. Release the reanimation jutsu. Naruto ordered and Kabuto complied. The reanimation jutsu was done and Naruto was walking back to Kirax's. Naruto got on the radio, directed at Gurren. Gurren, have the soldiers returned? Yes, my emperor. The army supplies have been put back to a 100%. I take it you defeated Kabuto. The reanimation is undone and the worm is dead. Prepare my Valkyrie and my pet to leave once I return. I'll be back in 20 minutes. We have a business to attend to. Yes, my emperor. Now, I will set my mother free once I get the Uzumaki clan's masks in the Leaf Village. I'll also reanimate the first 4 Kage to answer my questions and help in this war, if only to minimize my army's casualties. The unforgettable past. Madara Uchiha looked across the battlefield, the 4 Kage struggling against 16 clones, each with a humanoid Susanoo. Zetsu was there also, telling Madara of the Eye of the Moon plan's progress, past events and of Naruto. My great-grandson was able to kill Obito. Madara asked the being he created. He was surprised to hear that one of his descendants would go west like him and succeed where he could not. Yes. Young Naruto not only possesses both the Eternal Mangekyou and Rinnegan, but his Rinnegan commands the Grim Reaper. Naruto used the Grim Reaper to kill Obito, but I managed to resurrect Obito shortly afterwards. Obito is planning to revive the Ten Tails in a few short moments. Excellent though there were setbacks, nothing can stop the infinite Tsukiyomi. Naruto, such a shame our family has to be split, but at least you can give me a good dance, should I face you? And Madara pulled out his hand and called the weapon he brought from the western continent. In a few seconds, a scythe roaring with fire and lightning came to Madara's hand. The Krona scythe was an extremely powerful weapon, almost indestructible and capable of harnessing every element. It was made of pure obsidian, and the blade was made of the finest diamond. Madara felt good being able to hold his scythe after so long. Now, he was going to kick the butt of whoever was coming to stop the infinite Tsukiyomi. Hidden Leaf. The village hidden in the leaves was mostly in ruin and abandoned as Tsunade had ordered a mass evacuation amidst the war's intensity. Naruto's soldiers took the village with absolutely no resistance. The Uzumaki clan's shrine was in his sight and Anko Mitarashi had presented before her master, the Shinigami mask. The same mask that could summon the death god and make it release the trapped souls in its stomach. Naruto smiled as he picked up the mask. Now, he could resurrect the 5 people he wanted. We moved to the Hokage Tower. Prepare the sacrifices and bring my pet there, Anko. Your wish is my command, my master. Anko then ran to fulfill her master's orders and Naruto flash stepped to the Hokage Tower. Naruto waited along with his wife, Demon and General Arcturus. 5 soldiers came with 5 prisoners of war, all of them badly injured and bleeding all over. Then, Anko came with a chain attached to a collar on Kushina's neck. Kushina, who wore little clothing, was following obediently behind her keeper and she soon stood before her new master, Naruto. Master, how may I serve you? Kushina spoke in a broken but subservient voice. Her mind broken before and aware programmed to be a loyal slave to Naruto. You proved yourself useful by supplying me with Uzumaki children to be soldiers, my pet. Now, it's time to prove yourself loyal once more. Bring back the 4 deceased Hokages and my mother back. Naruto ordered and he gave Kushina the mask. I am your loyal pet. I will give what master wants. And she performed the ritual to summon the Shinigami. The Shinigami appeared and imitated Kushina's movement, cutting open its belly and released the 5 souls Naruto had asked. The 5 souls then came to the 5 prisoners of war and Naruto used the impure world reincarnation. The bodies of the prisoners were turned to paper, then the 4 Kages and Kiyomi Uchiha were resurrected. Naruto smiled at the event. He placed his foot on Kushina whose wounds were regenerating. Soldiers, take my pet back to her box and Anko, put in the next sperm vials. Time for my pet to give birth to more Uzumaki children. Yes, my emperor. The soldiers said and they picked Kushina up to deliver her back in her box and Anko followed close behind. Now that that's done, let's start this little conversation. Naruto then put his hands in a tiger seal and the reanimations had their consciousness given and now could talk and move. Where are we? Minato asked around, confused as to why he could feel his body. He should be dead. He gave his soul so that pain could be sealed, but he was alive here. Why wasn't he dead? Minato, is that you? Hiruzen Sarutobi asked, surprised to see his successor in front of him. The last thing he remembered was sealing both his teachers in the belly of the Shinigami. Hiruzen. But how? Oh my back, the third and fourth Hokage looked and were shocked to see Hashirama Senju before them. My back, it absolutely hurts. Who did this to me? He looked around and saw his brother and the third and fourth Hokages. Oh, Saru and the fourth Hokage. Wait, weren't we supposed to be in the Shinigami's stomach? Who cares about that really? Tobirama, let's see how good the women of this time look. And his brother promptly facepalmed. Really? Hashirama Senju, the god of shinobi and the only ninja more powerful than my great-grandfather, suffers from a backache. Probably should look into those cybernetic spines in case I get one in my old age, Naruto thought in his mind, a little disappointed at how Hashirama Senju's personality was not like how he imagined him to be. Yes, elder brother, but somehow, someone managed to undo the dead demon-consuming seal and revive us with the impure world reincarnation jutsu. Tobirama said to his fellow Kage, deducing what happened, and he guessed correctly. So that's happened. Everyone turned to their right to see Kiyomi Uchiha, reanimated like them. Kiyomi-chan, is that you? You already know the answer to your oh so obvious question, Minato. Kiyomi replied coldly, and Minato felt hurt. Guess even in death she hasn't forgiven him. Whoa. Hello there, miss, may I know your name? Hashirama said, trying to flirt with his rival's granddaughter, and Tobirama quickly pulled his older brother back. Brother, she's younger than you. This is the exact reason why I was mother's favorite and why Mito always sent you winded up in the hospital. And that last sentence made Hashirama depressed. You didn't have to include mom or Mito-chan, Tobirama. Well, we can discuss very important stuff later, Hashirama-sensei. Tobirama-sensei spoke one. Hiruzen Sarutobi, we need to ask the bigger question. Who resurrected us and why? That would be my doing, old man. Then they looked to see Naruto in front of them. For Minato, he was shocked to see his son be the one to revive him. He couldn't believe the individual wearing the strange but advanced-looking armor and wearing the crown was his son. Naruto? Is that you? I mean, you don't have to hide anything, father. I know all your dirty secrets and I do mean all of it. Naruto's answer made both Minato and Hiruzen afraid to what Naruto might have seen and what he could do with it. Who are you, young man, and why did you resurrect us? Hashirama asked, and Naruto simply smirked. The god of shinobi could feel a chakra similar to Madara but more malicious and darker. Naruto? Are you really my son? Kiyomi asked, unsure what to think of this. The same son she held in her arms, the one who was a baby just an hour before she died, was now a grown man. Indeed, mother. I am your son. Naruto replied, and Kiyomi ran toward her son, tears flowing from her eyes, and she hugged her son. Oh my baby boy. Look at you, all grown up. How long has it been since I died? Approximately 18 years, mom. Naruto answered, and he hugged his mother back. There are so many things that I want to tell you. So many stories to tell, so many things to show. You still haven't answered my brother's question. Who are you? Tobirama demanded, and Naruto let go of his mother and faced the late Kage. I am Naruto of the Uchiha clan, now the last Uchiha. I am also called Constantine Blackfire I, Emperor of the Blackfire Empire, King of Magog, Chief Prince of Rosh, Meshach and Tubal. The Dragon Emperor, Lord of the Leviathans, Sovereign of the Four Corners and Vermilion Khan. I summoned you here in the midst of war so that you may answer my questions. Or? Minato asked, afraid of this outcome. The prophecy of Gog, it has come to fruition. So, you put this continent in war, my son. Indeed. The fourth great ninja war of the First World War. My empire has conquered 97% of this continent. Right now, 200 million soldiers are on this continent, crushing any and all who resist me. 200 million? That's impossible, the continent doesn't have that many people. Hiruzen nearly shouted at Naruto. Who said they're from this continent? Blackfire? As in Visenya Blackfire? Wife of Madara? Hashirama asked, and Naruto's smile obviously meant yes. So all of Madara's talk of lands beyond the Sunset Sea were real. Lands more populous, more advanced and larger too. I succeeded where my ancestor could not. Where he only unified a little bit, I united all and so much more. I rule 4 continents out of 6 in this world, and soon, it'll be all 6 under my control. Naruto's smirk grew bigger when the Kage absorbed what he said. Just what do you want? Tobirama asked, trying to know why Madara's descendant would want to engulf this world in war. For you to answer my questions. And depending on how I'll take it, I will destroy the village and end the era of shinobi, or I will not. First off, old man Sarutobi, tell me if destroy the village. I cannot allow you to do that. Uchiha Tobirama then released a dense and ginormous amount of chakra. The chakra was so powerful, cracks formed on the building, and some soldiers were starting to suffocate a bit. General Arcturus and Shizuka were a bit afraid, but Demon and Naruto weren't. Naruto merely sighed in disappointed, then he opened his eyes to reveal the Rinnegan, then unleashed an even stronger pressure of chakra. Naruto's chakra cancelled out Tobirama's and was so powerful that it made him, Minato and Hiruzen almost fall to their knees. This kid his presence is powerful. If he continues to get stronger he may very well surpass Madara and even me. Hashirama thought in his mind. Chakra is dense, powerful and full of pure malice, surpassing even the nine-tailed fox would one day surpass even him. Hashirama made it his top priority to change Naruto's mind and he hoped he'd succeed with him when he wasn't able to with Madara. I must be honest with you, Lord Second. I'm rather disappointed with you. If you think you can intimidate me in the slightest, you're mistaken. Naruto, your eyes, Kiyomi muttered as she noticed her son's eyes becoming the Rinnegan. You like it, Mom? It's the Rinnegan. The same eyes the sage of Six Paths so famously wielded. That with my eternal Mangekyo makes me almost unrivaled in power. Naruto then turned his Rinnegan off, becoming EMS, then base Sharingan and then his normal eyes. Rinnegan? You possess the Rinnegan, Naruto? Minato asked in shock. He was completely aware of how powerful the Rinnegan was and was comprehending just how powerful his son was now that he possessed both the EMS and Rinnegan. Fine then. I'll entertain you by answering your questions, child. What are your questions? Tobirama said, accepting defeat. Glad to see we can come to an understanding. Now tell me, old man Hiruzen, father, was it necessary for you to have ordered Itachi to eliminate the clan? So, you know the truth, huh, my son, considering the fact that you had an almost non-existent presence in my childhood other than the village head, I don't think you have the slightest right to call me your son, but since I can torture you in 100,000 different ways, I'll ignore it. Back to my question, was it necessary? You could have at least ordered only the adults to be killed. Why were only I and Sasuke spared? Now both Itachi and Sasuke are dead and I am the last Uchiha. Is it true? You ordered the annihilation of my clan, Kiyomi nearly shouted at Minato, her anger clearly visible on her face as her Sharingan flared to life. So it was not enough that you left me, then Kushina using me as a sacrifice, but now you left my son and ordered Itachi to kill his own clan. Kiyomi-chan, please let me explain. You better before my first act as a mother is for my son to torture you for eternity. She's like Mito-chan with a Sharingan, Tobirama. Hashirama whispered to his brother, who just facepalmed at his older brother's carefree attitude. If it's anything to ease you, Mom, I did beat their two children on multiple occasions. Right now, my half-sister Mito is dead with the 9 tails in her extracted, Menma doing a terrible job as a frontline commander, and Kushina is dead. Naruto said, though lying about the last one since he didn't need any of the cages to try and rescue Kushina. Now, answer my question. Itachi died and then I was told the truth. Danzo died shortly afterwards before I declared war. I not only had Itachi kill his brethren sparing only you and Sasuke, but he chose to be the one to take the blame and spy on the Akatsuki for the leaf. Even as a young boy, Itachi always was more mature than children his age. He was a sensitive kid who learned all he could about the history and science of this village's past and shinobi since my predecessors founded it. Perhaps that is why Itachi never was bounded by a clan. He always looked out for the well-being of the village. Even at the age of 7, he thought quite like a Hokage, thinking not of one's own interest or short-term gains, but for the entire village. He executed his plans perfectly to the letter, all on the condition that I spared his little brothers, so it was true after all. It's Madara's wish made manifest. It is all in the Uchiha's rebellious nature. To think they're on the verge on extinction. I knew it would come to something like this, but I never predicted an all-out genocide. Tobirama commented. You could say it all started with you, Lord Second. Naruto said to Tobirama. You gave the Uchiha the task of police force and removed the clan entirely from active shinobi duty, save for some over the years. But, you forget that those who take care of crime often find themselves at odds with the general populace. From a certain point of view, this mess can be traced back to you. Hashirama shouted at his brother in anger. Didn't I emphasize to you many times not to slight the Uchiha? I only did what was necessary in order to prevent another Madara. The Uchiha were brutal in their missions given to them, which costed the village greatly. I gave them a job only they could handle. Besides, you know better than anyone, older brother, that the Uchiha are a clan possessed by evil. Tell me what you know of my clan. Has my great-grandfather left you so traumatized you took it out on the clan? No. The Uchiha and Senju have never seen eye to eye. They were always bitter enemies, fighting each other non-stop for over 3 centuries. It is said that a Senju gets their power from love, compassion, friendship and loyalty, while the Uchiha get stronger from their eyes and jutsu, but the truth couldn't be farther from that. No clan has felt love greater than the Uchiha. Once that love is lost, replaced by an even stronger hatred, a condition is met that awakens their power, the Sharingan. And an even stronger hate will awaken the Mangekyo. Naruto caught on Tobirama's words. Yes. The Sharingan is directly tied to the Uchiha's heart. The hate increasing their visual prowess. This hatred grows, increasing their power drastically until they are consumed by it, live off it. Madara's love for his younger brother was great, perhaps even greater than Itachi's love for you. The death of Izuna caused Madara to be consumed in his hate until he eventually left the village as the first rogue nin. There were a few sensitive people among the Uchiha clan and when I was alive. And all of them were driven mad by their hate. I tried to suppress their hate by giving them a task that could benefit the village. Although, their total destruction was something I did not anticipate, what's done is done. If their extinction benefit the village then so be it. At least they served the village loyally to the grave till their failed coup. Tobirama, don't speak like that. He is an innocent child. Hashirama shouted again at his brother. Well, I appreciate you defending me, Lord Hashirama. I am neither a child nor am I innocent. In my war to unite the Western nations, I had personally annihilated 12 million soldiers and many more have been slaughtered under my orders. My hands are red in the blood of my enemies. So in a way, I guess your cranky brother and successors aren't so different as we're willing to sacrifice so many lives for peace. Tell me then, Lord Hashirama, what does it mean to be a village? I already learned from my history lessons, but I want to hear you say it. In your own words, what motivated you to making this village? It is a long story so might as well sit and tell it while there is still time. Hashirama sat down then narrated the story of him and Madara. From their childhood to their first battles, the death of Izuna and the following battle that forever marked them as the gods of shinobi. To the village's establishment till Madara's desertion. In my opinion, that is what it means to be a shinobi. To put the needs and betterment of others above your own needs. And a village to me is more than just some buildings inside a wall. It's the people that we fight to protect. The loved ones we have. The ones that make our lives worth living. The ones who make us smile. Yes, that is what it means to be a village. I have decided. Naruto spoke after a moment of silence. This was the most intense moment that the Kages had felt in all their lives. What Naruto spoke next would determine the fate of the village and of the shinobi world. That I will spare the village. The Kage breathed a sigh of relief at that. At least their dreams and deaths didn't go to waste. But the shinobi system will be reformed. In a new and better way. In a world where children would never have to die and people like Itachi would never have to kill their family again. A new world that will be forged from fire and blood. I will ensure that world happens. I am glad I can change your mind, Naruto. Hashirama said, glad to be able to save a soul when he failed with Madara. If Naruto could be saved, then Madara wasn't a lost hope yet. We will move out soon with my army to where Madara is soon. But before that, I need your help with something. Naruto said, but Tobirama was in a rush. No. We must go to the front lines immediately. You reviving us with 100% of our powers was a mistake, Naruto, since as the Jutsu maker, I know how it works and how to break it. Giving us full our original strength means I can break the contract. Tobirama tried to leave for the battlefield, but he could not move. What? But how? You underestimate me, Tobirama Senju. Well, what you say is true, I am no ordinary ninja. Not even a full reanimation revived with full power can escape me. My power of life and death in the outer path of my Rinnegan and of my ring soul and matter manipulation means that you are as good as a puppet to me. That ring of yours emits a very powerful aura. I don't think even I can resist it. Hashirama commented, making Tobirama and the other two Kage shocked. You are indeed a very impressive shinobi, Naruto Uchiha. To be praised by the god of shinobi himself is an honor of the highest tier. I am thankful to be in that regard. Yes, the ring is indeed impressive, Lord Hashirama. Forged from death metal, a metal from a meteorite that has the power to manipulate soul and matter alike. A metal so powerful it killed even Tiffin, a great dragon even more powerful than all tailed beasts combined. It was forged by King Enoch over 12,000 years ago, the first king in recorded history. But I am getting too invested in talking. I want you to come with me to a special place to awaken a certain beast that will ensure my victory. What beast are you talking about, Naruto? Hiruzen asked the young emperor who just smirked. You all obviously know the Uchiha story of its founder Indra facing against a sea serpent named Vritra. Well, Vritra is but one of 9 children descended from Tiffin called the Leviathans. This crown allows me to control the Leviathans to do my bidding. I am going to awaken the first of the Leviathan brethren. The largest and most powerful of the dragons, one that can rival and beat the 10 tails. The original to have been titled the Leviathan. The dragon named Ankalagan the Black, Clash of Gods. Naruto's company along with the reanimated were standing before a volcano. Naruto had ordered that he alone go inside to awaken the slumbering Leviathan. Despite some of their protests, Naruto's orders were absolute. The wait gave time for both Kiyomi and Shizuka to have a conversation, mother with daughter-in-law. Imagine Kiyomi's surprise to hear her son was already married. Demon was asked to tell them of the past events, and he reluctantly did so. In a few short moments, Naruto appeared before them all, unharmed. The Leviathan is mine to command. What say we go to the battlefield and seal us a 10 tails? Naruto asked. You don't need to ask us twice, Naruto. Hiruzen Sarutobi replied, getting up for battle. We were ready the moment we heard there was a war. Very well then. The Flying Thunder God Jutsu would be capable of transporting all of us, right? Indeed it can. I just need a few seconds, then I can teleport all of us. Minato said, then prepared the jutsu that made him so famous. After it was done, in a flash of light, all of them were there on the front line. The company arrived to the battlefield to see the 10 tails rampaging across the area. Hundreds of shinobi and samurai light injured, and dozens were dead. Obito was missing, having gone into the Kamui dimension to face his old friend Kakashi Hatake. Madara was there, waiting for Hashirama Senju to appear at any moment. His excitement almost uncontrollable as he wanted to face Hashirama again and to battle his descendant. Minato acted quickly and diverted the 10 tails massive tailed beast bomb away to the sea, where a massive explosion occurred. Minato stood before his other son who was heavily injured and was being healed. Menma, my late dad? You're reanimated. No way. It's the fourth Hokage. Many Leaf Ninja and other ninja from the hidden villages couldn't believe their eyes. And Lord Third. And aren't those the first and second Hokages? To any Leaf Ninja who can hear me, use Formation 6, the Turtleback Phalanx. Hiruzen Sarutobi ordered to all Leaf Ninja able to stand, and they moved as ordered. Prepare the Earth-style and Water-style jutsu to trap the 10 tails in clay. Then, Lord Hashirama can subdue the 10 tails. Understood, Lord Third, but who reanimated you? Shikamaru Nara asked. He had taken command as head strategist after his father's death. That would be me. Naruto said, and everyone was shocked to see the one they had been fighting be the one to assist them. What? You look like you've seen a ghost. Naruto. You? Of course, Shika. Only I could have turned the tides in our favor. Now, begin the aerial bombardment, Naruto shouted, and over 300 jets and 120 bombers were flying in to attack the 10 tails. Over 100 helicopters landed to drop the soldiers, and entire divisions came to annihilate the never-ending White Zetsu and few reanimations that were controlled by Obito. So this is the army that you command. Very impressive, Naruto. Hashirama commented, seeing the technology and vast numbers of Naruto's armies. Look who I brought. Kiyomi said, getting their attention as she brought the 4 Kage, fully healed of all their injuries. Sure, Tsunade may know more, but being number 2 has its perks. Hi Kiyomi. You're reanimated? Tsunade asked, shocked to see her old rival again after 18 years. Minato, Sarutobi-sensei, grandpa and granduncle. Tsuna, you've grown to become a very beautiful woman. Kind of glad to see one of my descendants become Hokage. Hashirama said to his granddaughter. Madara, unable to control himself anymore, had jumped to the battlefield in front of everyone. It's about damn time I've been waiting, Hashirama. I'll deal with you later, Hashirama replied, making Madara big sad. First I have to stop the 10 tails. Allow me to do that, Lord Hashirama. Naruto said as he walked forward, much to Tsunade and the other Kage's shock of him joining their side. The 10 tails will be distracted while we find a way to get the tailed beasts out and stop Madara's army. Come, Ankh-Caligan. A huge earthquake occurred and the mountains were shattered. A huge wing spanning over 12 miles was spread and another wing followed. Huge hands crushed the mountains as they came to the surface, and the face of the most terrifying dragon anyone had ever seen appeared. This was Ankh-Caligan the Black, the mightiest of the leviathans and dragons. Ankh-Caligan roared in a loud fury, and the ground was destroyed by the shock wave that followed. The 10 tails fired multiple bombs, but none penetrated Ankh-Caligan's scales. Ankh-Caligan breathed fire at the 10 tails. Fire so hot only the Amaterasu was hotter, and the flames melted stone like ice in summer heat. The reanimated Hokages left to release the other reanimations and to subdue the 10 tails. Madara appeared before them, but Naruto stood in front of his ancestor. Naruto, you look so much like me. To think that you'd succeed where I could not, and in less time too. I'm impressed. You could say I had a good life model, true. But a shame that you and dear Kiyomi have sided against me. You possess both the eternal Mangekyou and the Rinnegan like me. Let's see whose eyes are stronger. Very well. If it's a fight you want, then I will give you one. And Naruto unsheathed his Naruto, which came to life with chaos energy. You're going to use that blunt old thing against me? Madara asked, not knowing that the sword was both Enoch's legendary Dragonsbane and the Dark Singer Naruto combined. He took out his Chrono Scythe as he could sense the power radiating from the blade. Offended? I thought an old relic would be good enough for the past. Naruto taunted, then moved to attack Madara. Fire style. Dragon Flame Caterwall. Madara breathed out 5-fanged fish, but his descendant had absorbed the fish. Madara attacked with his scythe and Naruto blocked again, but Madara jumped away. Now burn for me. Fire style. Majestic Destroyer Flame. Splitting Void. And an invisible wall of pure chakra had made the fire attack obsolete. Madara was surprised to see this new ability. He knew most Rinnegan abilities, but this was new to him. What's the matter, old man? Cat got your tongue? Madara and Naruto jumped at each other, sword and scythe clashing in the air. It seemed like mere flashes of blue and black light in the air. Madara tried his best, but Naruto landed a hit and half his body was laid waste. Madara landed to the ground as Naruto stood a few feet back. Time to release your soul, old man. Not quite yet. Naruto looked back and Madara with his incomplete skeletal Susanoo. The one Naruto destroyed was a simple clone, and the real Madara attacked Naruto with his Susanoo. Naruto's protective chakra dome protected him as it repelled the Susanoo's attack. Madara jumped and attacked, but Naruto used Almighty Push and Madara was sent back, Susanoo destroyed. Your reaction time is pretty good. As should be expected from someone of my blood, but now let's see you dodge this. Wood style. Wood Dragon Jutsu. The wooden dragon came out to attack Naruto, who manifested his wings to fly away. Once at a safe distance, Naruto made a slashing movement and the wood dragon was split in half. That was Lord Hashirama's wood dragon. Not surprising you can use wood style, but if I say I'm bored, am I being rude? The wood dragon wasn't even half as durable as I expected. Then let's see you take on 5 of me. Madara said, and he made 5 wood clones that jumped and surrounded Naruto. Each of the clones manifested a complete humanoid Susanoo and were ready to battle. Naruto jumped up to avoid a Susanoo punch, then flew right to avoid a sword swing. Naruto used Chaos Style. Jutsuga Tenshu and a Susanoo was nearly cracked. Naruto manifested his own humanoid Susanoo. The dark blue knight-like Susanoo manipulated its rapiers to block a 5 Susanoo attack. It seems not even you can take on 5 opponents at once, Naruto. Wonder how your own Susanoo holds against mine. The sudden burst of pure chakra sent the 5 Madara clones and their Susanoo back. Madara was a bit shocked at the sudden burst and how potent it was. Naruto's Susanoo jumped back a several dozen feet away. I'll show you the cost of pride, my great-grandfather, by destroying all your clones with a single jutsu. Black Coffin. And the ability of his Diva Path then engulfed all the 5 clones. This ability of the Rinnegan bent space and time like a black hole, destroying everything. The 5 clones with their Susanoo were eradicated and Madara, inside a humanoid Susanoo, jumped away to avoid the attack. Damn it. Fire Style. Majestic Demolisher Flame Madara spat out a river of fire, but it did little to damage Naruto's Susanoo. Naruto made a black ball of Amaterasu on his Susanoo's mouth and the Susanoo breathed out the same jutsu on a larger scale and coated with Amaterasu. Madara jumped away as the intense wave of black flames started to damage his Susanoo. Madara manifested his Susanoo sabers and attacked Naruto. The 2 Susanoo clashed but ultimately Naruto won. At the exact same moment Naruto won, and Caligan had soundly defeated the 10 tails with ease and all of the enemy reanimations were released. Madara got up to create some distance between him and Naruto. He had a plan and he was going to use it now. Wood style. Deep forest emergence. And the trees came to ensnare Naruto. Now what is your plan? Naruto asked to himself and then the trees lifted him up to the sky. Let's see you survive this. Heavenly drop quaking star. Apocalypse. Madara summoned his incomplete humanoid Susanoo and then using his Rinnegan, pulled a large meteor to drop atop Naruto. HMPH. Chaos style. Susanoo Jutsuga Tenshu. Naruto's Susanoo evolved to its armored stage and with Kusanagi, sliced the meteor in half. The chaos style made both halves explode and Naruto jumped down to the battlefield. Naruto landed a good 20 feet away from Madara. His ancestor threw his Krona Scythe, roaring in lightning, ice, light and dark release, while Naruto threw his Narada, which was roaring in chaos style and dark matter. The two walked in a circle, their respective weapons facing them, and once they called their weapons back, they ran at each other and started clashing once more. Naruto pulled back his Narada after the first strike, then he blocked Madara's swing, then kicked him in the ribs. Madara jumped back again, then struck his weapon into the ground, creating a blizzard of black ice. Naruto used his Hades ring, then summoned a firestorm to combat the black blizzard. Madara's sneak attack was easily found and Naruto summoned his Gunbai, blocking Madara's attack. Reflection and Madara was sent flying backwards. Raijin. Fiery thunder howl and Naruto fired a shot of purple lightning at Madara. Madara used his Rinnegan's pre-top half to absorb the powerful jutsu. You impress me, Naruto. I didn't take you seriously enough. It's time to show me what you can really do. Madara then summoned his gigantic armored Susanoo, then it transformed into his perfect Susanoo. Now dance till you drop dead. Madara's Susanoo kicked Naruto away and while in midair, Naruto manifested his perfect Susanoo. The two Susanoo stared at each other while almost everyone on the ground looked nervous. This clash of gods was above what any of them could ever imagine. Right there in their faces were 2 shinobi far beyond cage level fighting in an all-out duel, and the earth was shaken to its very core at each attack. The 2 Susanoo unsheathed their swords and impacted with each other, the sheer power from just its unsheathing shattered the nearby mountains. Naruto's sword was the Kusanagi, and it cut Madara's sword like paper. Madara's Susanoo jumped back then ran at Naruto's Susanoo, tackling it, but Naruto's Susanoo elbow slammed it, then kicked it away. Madara's Susanoo unsheathed 2 more swords, then fought Naruto's Susanoo. The two were clashing and the earth shook with each strike. Naruto's combo of Yamamura and Kusanagi made his Susanoo the stronger of the two by a wide margin. Madara, knowing that the perfect Susanoo which he so prided himself with, losing to his descendants' own, he summoned 3 wood dragons to attack Naruto. The wood dragons restrained Naruto's Susanoo, giving Madara a chance to attack. Amaterasu Kagutsuchi. Dragon of the Darkness Flame. And out of his Susanoo's hands came out 4 dragons made of Amaterasu. 3 of them were sent to destroy the wood dragons and the 4th to attack Madara. Madara's Susanoo jumped back, then used its sword to block the black dragon. The Susanoo grabbed the dragon, destroying it, but the other 3 attacked Madara. Naruto's Susanoo pulled out a spear from its back, and Madara was shocked to see the spear, for he knew exactly what it was. Afraid, old man? That's right, it's the legendary Spear of Thunder, Gunner. Naruto's Susanoo threw Gunner, enlisted with chaos style and dark matter, and in one go, shattered Madara's Susanoo and destroying it. Madara then ordered the 10 tails to fire at Naruto, which it did. Naruto's Susanoo took 2-tailed beast bombs before the 10 tails was subdued by Hashirama's gracious deity gates. Madara then used a very powerful almighty push and the perfect Susanoo came crashing down. Madara then jumped up with his Chrono Scythe in hand, roaring in power, and he struck it at the shattered Susanoo, destroying it. Madara then sensed Obito, heavily injured and out of his Kamui dimension. Madara then blocked Naruto's sneak attack, then summoned a total of 10 clones. You first have to deal with them first, Naruto. I need Obito to revive me so that I may have a body and become the 10 tails Jinchuriki. Like I'll allow that to happen. Black Racer Naruto summoned the Black Racer who came next to his master instantly. Deal with the clones. Orders received. Termination. Imminent. The Black Racer then fought the clones, winning with minimal difficulty. Madara now was afraid that his great-grandson controlled the Grim Reaper. Zetsu didn't tell him that detail. Madara tried his best to control Obito, but he was fighting against the Black Rod receivers. To make things worse, both Hashirama and Tobirama came to Naruto's aid. Everyone stopped in their tracks when they heard a strange noise. The 10 tails was shrinking and being sucked. Soon, only a white ball was visible, and the white ball then took shape to reveal Obito Uchiha, who had now become the 10 tails Jinchuriki. Birth of the 10 tails Jinchuriki. Obito was floating in the middle of the battlefield, surrounded by enemies on all sides. Almost immediately, Naruto and the reanimated Hokages moved to Jubito. And Caligan the Black opened his ginormous mouth to fire a very powerful jet black Zero at Jubito. The latter merely made 2 truth-seeking orbs and turned them into a shield. And Caligan's Zero, which would have been equivalent to several nukes, was made useless by the orbs. Jubito flew up, making the orbs like a fist, and punched Caligan in the chin. The massive Leviathan fell down at the force of such an attack. The Leviathan Scylla and the Kraken fired powerful Zeros at Jubito, but the Jinchuriki blocked with the truth-seeking orbs, then fired them at the Leviathans. Apophis moved in to engage, but Jubito casually defeated the serpent. And Caligan got back up to fire another Zero which Jubito countered with a tailed beast bomb. The 2 attacks did not cancel out each other, and Jubito attacked Caligan. The mightiest of the Leviathans was cast down, but he would not surrender. A clawed strike at Jubito was again blocked by the orbs, and Jubito fired 3-tailed beast bombs at the dragon, weakening him a bit. He took down 4 of my Leviathans, even Caligan. Obito may very well be more powerful than Lord Hashirama. Naruto thought in his head, not believing the sheer power Jubito held. Hashirama made 4 wood clones that made a very large 4 Crimson Rays formation to ensure only the most powerful on the battlefield were to face Jubito and that unnecessary lives were not lost. Naruto, the reanimated Hokage, Menma Uzukas, and Naruto's inner circle were there to fight Jubito. Hopping their combined might would be enough for victory. Menma quickly entered into his KCM, Naruto into his dragon armor, Demon daunting his new angel armor, and both Shizuka and Arcturus entered their Devite second form. While it was all good that they assembled, Hashirama dropped the bad news in the most serious tone he ever had. I'm going to be blunt with you guys. I think the 10 tails Jinchuriki is even stronger than me. He one-shotted my Leviathans. That's disturbing. Any plans? Naruto asked to his fellow comrades, then Jubito came in and blitzed both the Senju brothers. Hashirama was revealed to be only a wood clone, and it started to trap Jubito, while Tobirama started planting exploding tags. Everyone, scram! Tobirama shouted to his comrades who did as followed. Never thought I'd actually be using it on myself. Mutually multiplying explosive tags and Jubito exploded in a huge explosive. Everyone was disheartened when they saw Jubito barely scrathed. Jubito made 4 ethereal arms that stretched to the 4 Crimson Rays barrier, then he pulled them in. Soon, the barrier was totally destroyed, much to everyone's shock. That shouldn't be possible. Commented Tobirama. The 4 Crimson Rays formation, especially one made by his brother of all people, should not be so casually destroyed. Madara looked to see Juabito casually destroy the 4 Crimson Rays formation, as if it was as easy as breathing. Such is the power of the 10 Tails Jinchuriki. In general, Jinchuriki are more powerful than the tailed beast if the latter decides that their host should receive their power. To think it can defeat 4 Leviathans with such ease. But the 10 Tails Jinchuriki has only one weakness, and given Obito has consumed the fruit of Balder, he may have 2 weaknesses. Still, it's more powerful than any might expect, and any who wields it has the power of the Sage of 6 Paths himself. Obito may have the Sage's power, but he lacks control of it. If he does gain control, this will certainly be most entertaining, though I wish to fight Hashirama and Naruto before I become a Jinchuriki. Obito made 2 tailed beast bombs, then condensed them into one and made it smaller, adding more chakra. Then, he released his hands and the power of the bomb killed over 10,000 from the allied shinobi and the Blackfire army, with many vehicles destroyed. "Damn you!" Naruto shouted in rage at seeing his soldiers slaughtered, and he punched Juabito. Naruto beated Juabito for 7 seconds until Juabito threw a truth-seeking orb. A truth-seeking orb was fired at Naruto, who fired a powerful Zero to counter it, but the Zero was proved useless. Water style. Water Dragon Bullet Jutsu. Tobirama trapped Juabito in a water prison, and Hashirama's wood golem slammed down on Juabito. Juabito destroyed the wood golem's arm, then with a single attack, destroyed it completely. Hashirama was sent across the battlefield, and as he was running back to join the battlefield, Madara stood in his way. No more waiting, Hashirama. Madara then activated his humanoid Susanoo, and Hashirama prepared to fight his longtime rival once more. Shuriken Shadow Clone Jutsu Hiruzen launched over 3 dozen giant shurikens at Juabito, who casually destroyed them. The truth-seeking orbs turned into a pole, then Hiruzen's left arm was gone. Juabito then destroyed Hiruzen's torso, making the famed professor out of the fight. Archerus fired 4 beams of purple energy at Juabito. Unlike chakra, the Devites' power was dark matter and completely magical, so they had effect on the truth-seeking orbs. Archerus tried to fire even stronger blasts, but Juabito launched an orb at the Devite general, wounding him greatly. Demon fired all sorts of ammunition and some energy blasts, and Juabito fired a concentrated tailed beast beam. Demon countered with a condensed Frager beam and attacked with the Spear of Ra, launching multiple fireballs. The Spear of Ra predated the existence of ninjutsu and was a purely magical artifact. The truth-seeking orbs weren't of much help, but at least they served as shields. Juabito grabbed Demon by the throat, choking him, but Naruto came to save his cousin in time. Both the Blackfires retreated to where Minato was to formulate a plan. Juabito then was starting to deform and parts of his body expanding like a balloon. "Are you okay, Demon?" "Yeah." That choke from him is no joke. "My body isn't regenerating like usual." Whatever those orbs are, they negate the regenerative properties of the impure world reincarnation jutsu. Tobirama informed his comrades, who were shocked to hear of the orbs being capable of such a thing. "Let me test out a theory." Naruto got an arrow made out of mistletoe and fired them at Juabito. Imagine Minato and Menma's shock at seeing it work on Juabito. "So I was right. What did you do, Naruto? How did it hurt Obito?" Minato asked, curious as to how a wooden arrow injured Juabito. Before I fought Obito, he had consumed a fruit called the Fruit of Balder, which granted superhuman strength, speed, endurance, limitless stamina, and makes whoever consumes them impervious to any attack. But it has only one odd weakness. Mistletoe. According to legend, the Fruit of Balder was planted by the god Balder, fairest of all the gods, who was impervious to anything except mistletoe. I understand. Since Obito consumed it, mistletoe may very well be his only weakness. I'll create a distraction, prepare those arrows. Minato then charged forward with 6 flying thunder god kunai. Juabito's torso expanded with truth-seeking orbs in hand to fend off Minato. Minato barely escaped the truth-seeking orbs, but Juabito then targeted his sons. Naruto summoned his Susanoo, which protected everyone from the orb. Juabito's body began to expand once more, and everyone took this opportunity to attack. Inside his mind, Obito finally managed to win the struggle against the 10 Tails, and he got full control of its power. Juabito became normal with a new appearance and with a staff made from the truth-seeking orbs. Juabito blocked against Minato's kunai, which was split, and he destroyed Minato's right side. Minato retreated back, but a truth-seeking orb was locked on him. Naruto used his Susanoo's skeletal hand to protect everyone when it exploded. After the explosion and the dust settled, Menma charged at Juabito with a long 9 tails chakra arm with 4 Rasen shurikens. Menma threw them all at Juabito, but the latter merely blocked with the orbs. Amakichi, the new chief toad, spewed some toad acid at Juabito, who blocked. Something interesting happened as everyone saw the truth-seeking orbs were useless against Sage Chakra. "Those orbs of his are useless against Sage Chakra," Naruto concluded. It made sense to him now. The 10 tails is the singular entity of all 9-tailed beasts combined. Each of them are creatures of pure chakra, but not nature chakra, so it makes sense it will be the 10 tails' weakness. Damn it. Never thought the 10 tails would have a weakness such as this. With me being weak to mistletoe, I have to watch out for this. Juabito said, but suddenly, Tobirama teleported behind with Menma who had a Sage Chakra enhanced Rasengan, and they attacked Juabito. As they hoped, Juabito was weak to nature energy and he was damaged. Urin, get Jugo to come here to my position ASAP. Naruto said to his trusted lieutenant over on the radio. The plan was laid out and it was simple. Naruto and Menma ran towards Juabito. Menma made a Sage Energy enhanced Rasen Shuriken and Naruto made Dragon Sage Chaos Vortex. Together, the dubbed combo attack. Sage Spiraling Chaos Vortex was to be directed at Juabito. Minato was there on the receiving front and Tobirama behind Juabito. Once closed, Minato teleported the combo jutsu and switched with Tobirama, hitting Juabito. Once hit, Juabito was burning and being split apart by the combo attack enhanced with Toad and Dragon Sage Chakra. It wasn't enough however to kill Juabito and he put his palm on the ground. Enough is enough. Time to prepare for the infinite Tsukiyomi. A huge tree with 4 buds appeared out of the ground. A powerful tailed beast bomb in each bud and Juabito sent forth 6 black chakra rods that became the 6 crimson ray formation. The tailed beast bomb was charging and everyone from the allied shinobi and some from the Blackfire army were trapped. The helicopters took as many men from their side as they could and escaped via the open top, but thousands of shinobi were still stranded. Damn it. We need to save the shinobi. Tobirama exclaimed, extremely worried for the shinobi trapped there. Dad, I'll share with you the 9 tails chakra. I gave every shinobi a bit of the fox's chakra to strengthen them. By having my chakra signature, you can teleport them out. Menma suggested and they did just that. Tobirama, grab my hand. We will fly to the behemoths and other soldiers and you'll teleport them away. Naruto said to Tobirama who nodded and followed Naruto. After 30 seconds, the tailed beast bombs exploded and their smoke came out from the barrier's opening. Madara and Hashirama were still continuing their battle and Juabito looked out for incoming enemies. The company then teleported back inside the barrier. Alright. Menma and I will draw as much nature chakra to our respective chakra avatars. You just have to act as support while we attack. Naruto said to his comrades and Jugo understood why Naruto called him. Naruto, back when Arcturus was fighting Obito, the Divide energy seemed to have effect on those orbs. Perhaps it's weak to dark matter. Shizuka said to her husband who took in the new information. In that case, I'll need you and Arcturus to give me as much of your Divite power as you can donate. Both Menma and Naruto were meditating to gather as much chakra as they could and Menma found out being in KCM mode, drawed nature energy faster. Yeah, I'm ready to kick your 10-tailed butt. Menma then pulled out his 9 tails avatar and made a huge Rasengan that was made of nature chakra. Minato teleported his son behind Juabito and Menma slammed the Rasengan. Juabito used the truth-seeking orbs to form a shield, but the Rasengan obliterated the shield. Naruto stopped gathering nature energy, then he manifested his perfect Susanoo. Naruto and Jugo released nature energy onto the Susanoo and both Shizuka and Arcturus gave their energy to Naruto. Soon, Naruto's Susanoo came to life with nature energy and dark matter. Imma put some dirt in your eye, Obito. And the Susanoo ran straight with Kusanagi drawn, endless with nature energy and chaos style. Juabito let the 10 tails out which then transformed into the divine tree. I'll suspend the barrier for now. And the barrier was released with the divine tree's roots going out in all directions to suck in the 9 tails chakra of whoever it found. In the meantime, Madara was lecturing Hashirama about the divine tree of Kagaya and the creation of shinobi itself. Naruto and Menma were standing in front of Juabito and they attacked together. Juabito avoided Naruto's sword swings and Menma's tailed beast bombs. Eventually, both found Juabito and struck, but Juabito made 2 gigantic arms with the truth-seeking orbs. That's who's the strongest Uchiha now. Naruto and Juabito flew up high in the air and crashed to the ground with so much force the chakra avatars were destroyed. It's time for you to sleep, little brother. Juabito prepared a tailed beast bomb to finish the 2, but… Hello, nephew. Juabito turned around to see his aunt, Kiyomi Uchiha. Auntie. Yes, and I don't like how you're treating my son. Fire style. Majestic Dragon Hellstorm. Kiyomi breathed out an S-rank fire jutsu at Obito, who defended himself with the truth-seeking orbs. Kiyomi was no fool, she knew she can't beat her nephew, but she can give enough time for her son to get up. Then, Shizuka with her fist coated in dark matter, punched a hole into the truth-seeking orbs. Then Demon came in and fired 6 beams of dark matter down on Juabito. Naruto and Menma got up and bumped their fists, combining their chakra avatars. Soon, Naruto's Susanoo wrapped around the 9 tails avatar like armor and it was ready for battle. Something Madara once did. The majestic attire Susanoo. Naruto commented as the two got ready to fight Juabito. Don't forget about me. Might Guy came in, 7 gates opened and he kicked Juabito hard in the nuts. Go you youthful duo go. The majestic attire Susanoo then ran straight at Juabito with Kusanagi and Gunner in hand. Juabito made a sword and shield with all of his truth-seeking orbs and defended against the attack. The Gunner spear shattered the truth-seeking orbs, and the Kusanagi cut Juabito on the sides. Then, the chakra from the 9-tailed beasts started to leak out and the majestic attire Susanoo grabbed them. A tug of war to decide the fate of our world. Naruto said as he channeled more power to his Susanoo. I know that and it is exactly why I'm getting help. Menma made 9 ropes out of 9 tails chakra and sent them to the people below. Soldiers, pull, Naruto shouted, and all his soldiers, Devites and creatures started pulling. They even attached it to the behemoths to gain more power. No. I won't allow you. The infinite Tsukiyomi is the only way to true happiness. Obito started to pull to his side too. Like hell you will. Demon then used all of his strength and the allies were beginning to win. Then, the mighty hand of Ankalagan came down and helped the allies. In no time, the tailed beasts were freed and Obito landed down. In his time of weakness, Kakashi was released from the Kamui dimension and he came out, ready to kill Obito. No Kakashi. Minato grabbed his student's hand to stop him from killing Obito. Minato-sensei. You're here. Kakashi was dumbstruck at seeing his student here. Naruto. You are helping us. And even more so when Naruto was there on their side. Of course I'm here, sensei. Elsewhere, Madara called out to Black Zetsu, still attached to Obito's body. It's time for the resurrection, Black Zetsu, the guy reborn. On the battlefield, Madara was trapped under the gracious deity gates and Hashirama pinned down by black chakra receiver rods. Neither could properly move, but it was no problem for Madara as his loyal servant Black Zetsu was moving in. Black Zetsu had just possessed Obito and Madara smirked, knowing through a telepathic link. Outer path. Samsara of heavenly life technique. Madara muttered and soon, the king of hell had emerged. The sealing team led by Sai was too late to seal Madara. The old Uchiha finally regained his body and the gracious deity gates were destroyed. But, Madara's eyes soon turned to dust and he needed his original eyes if he was to revive the 10 tails. Amaterasu Naruto riding upon Kiraxes had shot Amaterasu at Madara. The older Uchiha absorbed the black flames, but he discarded his armor and war cloak. Madara kicked the 3 sealing ninja away and made his way to the pinned Hashirama, absorbing the Sage Chakra. So this is Sage Art Chakra. I must admit Hashirama, if I learned such a thing, I might have actually been powerful enough to beat you. Madara said to his old rival after absorbing enough chakra. Now, Madara could see without his eyes. Rasengan Menma came down with 2 Rasengans in his hands and Madara easily evaded the attack. The Uchiha gave Menma an uppercut, then kicked him away. His great-grandson came down trying to stab Madara to death. Such fine swordsmanship, Naruto. Madara praised his descendant of his skills. Despite being enemies, respect can be given by both sides. Still a shame you decided to turn on me. You can still join me, Naruto. It's obvious you are stronger than Obito and it is not too late for family to reconcile. No thanks, old man. A world of lies is meaningless to me. Naruto thrusted his sword, but Madara caught it. This aura from your blade, the power that I'm sensing, this is no doubt death metal and the Narada. So you managed to combine Enoch's sword and the legendary Dark Singer. I'm impressed but I'm in a rush. Fire style. Hiding in Ash Jutsu. Madara made a smokescreen then body flickered to nearby shinobi. Madara with pure Taijutsu made short work of the shinobi and Blackfire soldiers. Soon, he stared at all 8-tailed beasts and half of the 9 tails. He smirked at having the chance to beat an entire army plus all tailed beasts. Madara jumped down, running through dozens of shinobi and to attack the tailed beasts, but Shukaku shot a wind plus sand combo, making him stuck midair. Then, the 2-tailed cat struck him and so did all tailed beasts one by one. Madara was then punched down to a pond of slime made by the 6 tails and then trapped in a sand pyramid. Madara then freed himself from the pyramid via his humanoid Susanoo. Menma in his 9 tails avatar had attacked Madara and all tailed beasts attacked with their tails. Madara jumped away from the fight and he could feel pain. He licked his blood and smiled. Heh, this is my blood. This is my body alright, and Madara laughed like a happy psycho. Happy that he can now enjoy the thrill of battle like the old days. The white Zetsu appeared to Madara and the Uchiha cut off the right arm and attaching it to his own since he lost his right arm. Madara then put his right Rinnegan back and prepared to seal the tailed beasts. Limbo. Border jail. And the clones of Madara which existed in the invisible world of Limbo attacked all the tailed beasts. Summoning Jutsu. Madara then summoned the demonic statue which appeared before him. Time to put you filthy beasts back in your rightful place. And the demonic statue shot out 10 ethereal chains which tied themselves to the necks of each tailed beast, Menma's fox avatar included. Soon, one by one, all the tailed beasts were back inside the demonic statue and Menma was dying. Minato caught his son and teleported him to Tsunade and the medics. Flying Thunder God Slice. Tobirama came behind Madara but the Uchiha avoided. Tobirama tried again, but Madara then restrained Tobirama with black receivers. It's your MO to strike an opponent once they let their guard down the moment they believe victory is theirs. You haven't changed a bit, Tobirama. Madara said to Tobirama Senju, who was on the floor unable to move his body. Same goes for you, but I'm the one who the heavens are smiling down upon. There's a reason why you two brothers are always in the same speed. Madara pulled out another black rod and threw it at Tobirama's head. To be honest, I wanted to do for a long time since after all, you're the reason my little brother is dead. You're the reason I lost the last of my family, Tobirama. You killed Izuna, and then you hid Visenya away from me to a place where not even my white Zetsu couldn't find her. What are you talking about, Madara? I allowed her to live as a citizen of the Leaf. What lies are you spouting? Tobirama asked, angered at the false accusation. Sure, he didn't like Madara, but he never harmed his wife or son. Matters not anymore. Her death was the last thing I need to initiate the Eye of the Moon plan. Just what are you planning to do, Madara? Simply to fulfill the dream Hashirama and I once held. To create a world of peace. But the dream is impossible to make reality in this world, so drastic measures must be taken to save the dying patients. You believe this infinite Tsukiyomi will fulfill that? Of course it will. War is a harsh truth in this world, Tobirama. In the elemental nations, on Arid Man Enoch, Cytherio, Northumbria and Tubal, all the continents of this world are locked in a never-ending war. The infinite Tsukiyomi will end the never-ending cycle of hatred and war. Think about it, people desire peace yet on the other hand they initiate wars to achieve it. Now is the time. Naruto jumped down from Kiraxes with his Narada imbued with chaos style. Madara sensed his descendant coming down quickly and he trapped him in place. What? I'm stuck. What kind of jutsu is this? In order to protect something another must be sacrificed. Honestly, I gave you plenty of time to turn to my side, Naruto, but you insist on fighting the inevitable. Madara then stabbed Naruto in the chest with his own blade. Blood started to come out from Naruto's mouth and Madara kicked him down to the ground. Naruto Tobirama shouted the Uchiha's name as he was kicked down. Damn you Madara, he was your own descendant. Your own flesh and blood, what kind of a monster are you? I am no monster. Just a man who has enough of this world, Tobirama. I will see Naruto again when the infinite Tsukiyomi is activated. In that world, I shall be old and content, with my wife by my side, and I will see my children, grandchildren and Naruto as well. Sacrifices are required for something to be achieved, Tobirama. My brother's death may be viewed as a sacrifice for me to join the Senju in creating the Leaf. If it comes to sacrificing my last living descendant to bring true peace and happiness, then so be it. Kiraxes, the mighty dragon mount of Naruto, saw his summoner lying on the ground, bleeding to death. The dragon quickly flew down, grabbed Naruto and transported him to the nearest Blackfires in sight. Kiraxes saw Shizuka along with Demon and a few dozen soldiers and flew down as fast as he could, putting Naruto down. He's been stabbed and needs medical attention now. Naruto Shizuka shouted her husband's name as she approached him. Her mother-in-law came to her side, using her medical skills to heal her dying son. This is bad. His lungs are toasted and his insides are burning. What happened to you, Naruto? Kiyomi tried her best to heal her son, but the damage was too severe. Damn it, don't die on me when I just met you. In the next second, the Black Racer came out from the ground and ran to grab a white Zetsu. The Black Racer approached his master, put the required amount of white Zetsu needed to replace Naruto's burning insides, and his red light turned to green, and he fired at Naruto, restoring his master to life. The Uchiha gasped as his life was saved, and Shizuka hugged her husband. Emperor Constantine's vitals are back to normal. Life restoration. Complete. The Black Racer spoke and Naruto got up. Let's kill ourselves an old man. Naruto said as he caught sight of wooden Buddha statue. Let's take a small detour first. Uriguru or the spiral Zetsu had possessed Yamato and using wood style, had made 100 armed Buddha statue, a smaller variant of Hashirama's Shinsu Senju. Veritable 1000 armed cannon but still powerful in its own right. The 100 armed Buddha statue made short work of the remaining shinobi and the Blackfire soldiers. It had access to all 5 basic chakra natures and unleashed fury on the battlefield. Uriguru fired all 5 natures, but the third Hokage, who had fully reformed by now, had fired all 5 nature attacks to combat the Buddha statue. The behemoths of the Blackfire army fired their artillery and the statue was severely damaged. Kiyomi had shot Majestic Dragon Hellstorm, which made the statue destroyed by 50%. Then, Naruto used his powerful Amaterasu Kagutsuchi. Dragon of the Darkness Flame and the statue was destroyed completely. The shinobi and imperial soldiers then charged to eliminate the new wave of white Zetsu clones. Elsewhere, Madara smirked as the Ten Tails was remade and he absorbed it, becoming the new Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails. So this is the power of the Sage of the Six Paths. It feels kinda refreshing. Black Zetsu is too slow, so I'll get my left Rinnegan myself. And Madara flew up to the spot where Black Zetsu was. Madara saw Minato and Kakashi trying to destroy Black Zetsu, and he jumped down, kicked the two away, and walked to Black Zetsu. You were too slow, Black Zetsu. Apologies Lord Madara, but Obito's willpower and refusal was kind of tough to fight. Here is your Rinnegan. Black Zetsu then gave Madara his Rinnegan who put it back in his eye. Excellent Black Zetsu. Now, I'm truly unstoppable. Are you okay, Kakashi? Minato asked his student who nodded. Damn it. I don't have time to go into Sage mode. Only Sage Chakra or Taijutsu can work against Madara. Did someone say Taijutsu? Might Guy jumped down and stood in front of Madara. Then it's my time to shine. Seventh Gate of Shock opened and Might Guy charged at Madara. Madara could not see Might Guy suddenly appear in front of him. Might Guy gave Madara an uppercut and sent him flying to the Divine Tree. Madara tried to attack with his staff, but Might Guy dodged and got behind the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. Daytime Tiger. And Might Guy shot gigantic white tiger of chakra at Madara who was sent crashing to the ground. Madara shot a truth-seeking orb at the downed Might Guy, but Naruto Flash stepped to Might Guy, saving him in time from the orb. Oh. You survived, Naruto? And you too. I thought Jinchuriki died after having their tailed beasts extracted. Madara remarked as Menma came down to join the fight. Yeah. One of Medic sacrificed her life so that I could live. I may not have the fox with me, but I still have Sage mode, you 10-tailed idiot. Menma replied as he activated his Sage mode and got ready to fight. Naruto in his dragon armor flew up to Madara and fired 4 zeros at his ancestor. Madara defended himself then blocked against Menma's Sage Rasengan. Demon Blackfire flew in and shot at Madara with blasts of dark matter, and Naruto punched Madara with his humanoid Susanoo. Minato had used his flying thunder god to teleport in front of Madara, where Might Guy promptly kicked him. Madara made a mini-tailed beast bomb and crushed it to make a shock wave. Amaterasu Kagutsuchi. Majestic Hurricane. And Naruto shot out a tornado Amaterasu flames at Madara. The older Uchiha quickly defended, but it was a distraction. Might Guy used Evening Elephant, and Madara was then sent crashing into the Divine Tree again. Minato teleported Menma who gave Madara a Sage Art Rasen Molotov and teleported again. Sage Art. Shadow-style Thunder Blast. Madara shot out purple lightning from his hands, and Naruto came to counter it. Raijin. Vermilion Blade. Naruto made a blade on his hands made of red Raijin lightning and countered Madara's own lightning. Naruto then manifested his armored Susanoo to attack, but Madara used his Limbo clones. I see. He has a clone that is in an invisible world only seen through the Rinnegan. Whatever we attack unless it is with 6 paths chakra is useless and they can attack us. How do we counter that? Menma asked and Naruto simply HMPH. Just leave it to me. Go Guy Sensei Naruto shouted and Might Guy came to attack. Madara blocked with the truth-seeking orbs and Might Guy jumped back. Naruto fired a Grand Ray Zero at Madara, destroying the Divine Tree itself. Madara upon hearing a voice had absorbed the Divine Tree, becoming even stronger. I'll play with you for a while. Sage Art. Storm Release Light Fang. And a laser came out of Madara's mouth which caused some explosions in the ground upon impact. Come on Madara shot 4-tailed beast bombs at his enemies. Naruto absorbed 2 of the bombs and Minato teleported the third one. Might Guy then kicked the last one to the sky where it exploded. Madara came near Naruto and struck him with his staff. Demon came to attack, but Madara shot a truth-seeking orb. Menma shot a Sage Art Rasen Shuriken, but Madara blocked with ease. Madara struck his staff on the ground and a huge explosion occurred which sent his opponents flying. Hostile. Primordial Dragon of the Void. Naruto then made a blood-red lightning dragon coated with Amaterasu flames and attacked Madara. The older Uchiha was struggling a bit against the strong attack, but he won in the end. Naruto made his humanoid Susanoo to attack, but Madara destroyed it in one swing of his staff. Madara then came and attacked Menma, beating him up before Minato saved him. Madara then flew to the stump of the Divine Tree and spat out a new tree which blossomed its fruit. Madara then flew up to the sky and unleashed several black orbs. Now no true despair. Catastrophic planetary devastation and the orbs started to pull in large rocks and they became multiple meteors. Naruto looked at the meteors above and knew only he can destroy them. Would be a good time for the Leviathans to take up, but Obito did quite a number on them. Heaven concealed, Madara said as the meteors were falling down. All the soldiers and shinobi were despairing but not Naruto. Susanoo, he shouted as with his remaining chakra, he manifested his perfect Susanoo and flew up over 10 miles in the air. Naruto's Susanoo then cut the meteors into small pieces so that they wouldn't cause much harm. The Air Force and ground artillery then blew up the small fragments to dust. The time for peace has arrived. Madara exclaimed as he removed his horn to reveal his third eye, a Rin Sharingan. Shine upon the world, infant Tsukiyomi. The image of the Rin Sharingan appeared on the moon. Naruto flew straight down, breaking his top speed and covered his comrades with his Susanoo's wings. The light from the moon then shone upon the world, trapping everyone in a Jinjutsu. Everyone from the elemental nations and even all the way to Arid Man Enoch were caught in it. The trees of the divine tree spread to the very core of the earth and trapped everyone in its roots. Only the reanimations and leviathans were unaffected. Naruto couldn't save everyone, however. Only a handful were saved. His wife, Demon, Shizuka, General Arcturus, Menma, Kakashi and Might Guy were the ones he saved. After the light had died down, Naruto had turned off his Susanoo and he fell, panting heavily. The Narada was restoring its wielder's chakra reserves and the team along with the reanimated Minato and Kiyomi were still standing to fight. So you all avoided the infinite Tsukiyomi. It won't work on reanimations, but I can use it again on the rest of you. Why don't you just give up already? We need a plan. Anyone got any ideas? Minato asked around, but it was clear that they got nothing. It was hopeless, but Might Guy had a plan. I'll use the 8th gate of death. Might Guy said to his comrades and Minato and Kakashi were shocked to hear. I don't. Kakashi whispered in a low voice, afraid of losing one of his friends. No one wants to see you die, Minato pleaded with the Jonin. There must be another way to stopping Madara, Minato thought in desperation, but this was the only way. Guy had the necessary power to stop Madara and there was no other way. Very well then, Guy-sensei. I'll eliminate the Limbo clones while all of us will take those black orbs from hitting you. Naruto told them the way and Might Guy ready to unlock the 8th gate. Whatever you plan on doing, it will not be enough. I am the one who will bring true peace and no one, not one of you, can stop me, Madara boldly declared and his Limbo clones came to kill them all. There they are. Black Coffin. Naruto unleashed his powerful jutsu and the Limbo clones were eliminated. Go, everyone. Never apologize for your hard work. It's an insult to your determination. Were the words that Might Guy's father, Might Dai, once told him. Flashbacks of his childhood, being seen as weak by everyone in the village, his struggles to prove himself and the support his father gave him appeared in his mind. In the end, Guy was able to prove himself as a ninja of the leaf and among the strongest of all time. Open 8 inner gates formation. 8th gate of death. His blood is boiling and around his body. It's peculiar to any and all who have the 8 gates. To activate it is death to any and all hopeless dreamers. Madara commented upon seeing the blood vapor from Might Guy. You may be right, but they are not boiling without reason. This is the color of the power of youth which burns crimson. Might Guy jumped up and in front of Madara. First step. And Might Guy punched Madara to the ground and a wave of wind followed his fists. Madara got up again and made a shield from the truth-seeking orbs. Madara threw 5 of them at Might Guy, but Naruto managed to take 2 of them, tanking the hits with his Susanoo. Demon took 2 of the other truth-seeking orbs away from Might Guy. Minato then teleported the 5th orb away and Might Guy was behind Madara and punched him. Second step and Might Guy trapped Madara in an air tube. 3 more tubes followed and when Madara was freed, he was punched again from behind by Might Guy, sending him crashing to the tree. Madara shot 3 of his remaining orbs and the others came to Might Guy's assistance. General Arcturus took 1 orb, Shizuka deflected the second like a volleyball using her fists and Kiyomi Uchiha had sealed the third in a scroll. Might Guy got down to the ground, panting heavily. His pain was beyond comprehension yet he continued on. There was still 1 more life left in him for his final attack. Look at that boy, Kakashi. With the rate in which he trains, he may very well become stronger than you. Kakashi remembered the words his father told him concerning Might Guy. You were right, Dad, Kakashi thought in his mind as the sheer chakra Might Guy released was unimaginable. Only problem now is that I'm going to lose one of my best friends. The chakra from Might Guy exceeded even the 9-tailed fox. This was going to be his last attack and it was going to be worth it. This chakra is astounding, Madara exclaimed as he wiped away his blood which he coughed out when Might Guy punched him. Out of all the people I've fought, none have proven themselves to be even half as good in Taijutsu as you are. You are the best Taijutsu fighter to ever live, no mistake. I, Madara Uchiha, declare you the strongest of them all. Madara's 2 remaining orbs were shot, but Naruto intercepted them. Then, Naruto and Menma were running straight at Madara. Dragon Sage Art. Gran Ray Zero. Sage Art Rasen Shuriken. Menma and Naruto combined the 2 powers into one and Menma dubbed it Sage Art. Spiraling Gran Ray Dragon Wind Shuriken and they shot it at Madara. The 10 Tails Jinchuriki recalled his truth-seeking orbs to form a dome to protect himself. 104 of video. Might Guy then ran towards Madara with a giant blood-red dragon made by his chakra and blood. Naruto and Menma released the combo attack and the dome was destroyed. The Black Racer came and struck Madara in the heart. Might Guy then came, bent space and Madara's staff and kicked him all the way to Divine Tree, destroying it. When the dust settled in, both Madara and Might Guy were dead. Kakashi came to his friend's side and closed Might Guy's eyes. Kakashi wept in silence as the one friend who stayed with him since the deaths of his father, Rin and Minato, had breathed his last. You will not be forgotten, Guy. Do you think you have won? Everyone looked to see Black Zetsu come to possess Madara's corpse. Madara was but a puppet that served his purpose. I have to thank you though, as he was too powerful for me to possess normally, but now that he is dead, I can revive my mother, Kagaya Otsutsuki." And Madara's lifeless corpse began to expand like a grotesque orb, and it was sucking in unbelievable amounts of chakra. Soon, the orb started to deflate and took shape. In time, a humanoid body was in its place. A beautiful pale woman with a Byakugan Rin Sharingan in her forehead and horns like a rabbit's ears on her head. Kagaya Otsutsuki, the origin of chakra, had been reborn. Vs Kagaya. Kagaya Otsutsuki, the progenitor of chakra itself, floated above the battlefield. The humans who were not put in the infinite Tsukiyomi were the last hope for humanity and the planet itself. Menma made 2 Rasengans and attacked Kagaya. The goddess retaliated with her long hair. The hair sent Menma crashing through the ground. Naruto used his sword to cut the hair that attacked him, but was overwhelmed. Naruto shot out Amaterasu, but the Otsutsuki punched through regardless and sent him flying. "Who are you and what do you want?" Demon asked to the floating Otsutsuki in front of him. She defeated his cousin of all people with ease, and none of them alone stood a chance against her. They needed to work together, all of them. Her power, the amount of chakra she has, it's far greater than Madara had in his 10 tails form. I can't believe someone like her even exists. Naruto thought as he got back up to his feet. The Otsutsuki spoke to them. "I'm Kagaya Otsutsuki, the mother of chakra. Your chakra is similar to Hagoromo's. No. It is similar to Indra's and Ashura's." Kagaya then looked at the battlefield and had a sad and angry expression. "Ninshu, no shinobi have corrupted this world. This world is my precious nursery. Let us stop fighting here, that is." Then, all of them felt a powerful shift in their bodies, and then, they realized their place was shifted from the battlefield to a place full of lava. Back on the battlefield, all the reanimations converged on the spot where they felt the massive surge of chakra. But when they got there, nothing. No one was there. Kakashi grabbed hold of Obito, who was too tired to properly move. Demon helped Kakashi and the downed Uchiha, while Shizuka and Arcturus were flying. Naruto summoned Kiraxes and Demon put both Kakashi and Obito down. Menma too was standing atop the mighty dragon as they faced the Otsutsuki. "Anyone got any bright ideas?" Kakashi asked to his comrades. "This being in front of them is truly beyond anything they have ever faced before." "Nothing. Best we can do is to just beat her, I guess," Naruto said as he too didn't have a clue on how to fight such a being. "All chakra in this world belongs to me. I shall unify them all." Kagaya then flew to attack them. "She's coming, Rasen Shuriken," Menma shouted as he threw Rasen Shuriken to counter Kagaya's attack. The Otsutsuki moved back and unleashed a stream of her hair that pierced like knives. Naruto protected them with his Yodamura and he flew towards her. "Susanoo?" He called out his humanoid Susanoo to attack Kagaya, but she melted his Susanoo away. Naruto flew back after the incident, rethinking his strategy. "Damn it. Not even my Susanoo could do a thing." Demon flew behind Kagaya and readied 6 beams of dark matter. Even though he was not as strong as his cousin, he can still assist him. Demon unleashed the dark matter blasts, and Kagaya fired an extremely powerful lightning attack. Kagaya's attack proved stronger, and Demon flew to a new position. The Otsutsuki then shot a wind jutsu, and Demon was sent down to the rocks. Arcturus was defending his queen, but Kagaya fired another wind jutsu, and he was pushed aside. Naruto came to attack with his dragon armor, but Kagaya destroyed it with a single punch. Kagaya caught both Naruto and Menma and pulled them closer to her. Black Zetsu came to possess them, and the Otsutsuki, upon seeing them, shed tears. "Mother is crying because you two remind her of Hagoromo," Black Zetsu told them despite their vain struggles to free themselves. "What are you blabbering on about? Just who and what are you, Black Zetsu? What is your connection to Kagaya?" Naruto asked, and Black Zetsu told all of them everything. About how Kagaya came to the earth, the consumption of the divine fruit, the birth of Hagoromo and Homura, the first inheritors of chakra and their eventual rebellion against Kagaya. How they sealed her into the moon and the creation of Ninshu. How Indra became manipulated by him to cause a conflict with his younger brother Ashura that got passed down to the generations till this day. How he had lied about Visenya after Madara's supposed death in order to make it sound like Tobirama, in his fear of the Uchiha, had tortured her. Also that Madara can be manipulated like his puppet to become a suitable vessel for Kagaya. About how he manipulated Kushina into betraying her clan after her title of heir was taken by her younger sister. How he had secretly been the hidden driving force for Danzo, which led to the clan's massacre. Of the truth of the infinite Tsukiyomi. All of it was for Kagaya's revival. Madara and Obito were simply the most useful tools in the box. Everything that I did, every crime, every act of murder, all of it were just for nothing. Obito had an existential crisis at the truth of reality. You two are the only descendants of Hagoromo that are alive that have the power to fight me. Your chakra as well as the great source of dark matter within you, and those 3 will become mine, Kagaya exclaimed as she got ready to absorb their powers. You will all become one with the almighty being that is mother. Black Zetsu said as the absorption was almost beginning. You know what I think? That you are nothing but a pathetic mama's boy, Naruto shouted as he manifested his dragon armor, ripping Black Zetsu, and fired a massive Grand Ray Zero at Kagaya right at her face. Naruto in his rage conjured his perfect Susanoo and made 5 Chaos Dragons to attack Kagaya. All the pain he had went through in his life just so that he can revive his mother. The very angry Naruto punched Kagaya through the rocks and readied more attacks. Like hell, you are gonna enjoy all the fun. Demon said as he flew to the battle and shot Kagaya with 6 beams of dark matter. Kagaya made a huge burst of wind that made the two fly away, but she was met by a Rasen Molotov in the back, amped by Arcturus's dark matter. Kagaya shifted her world again, and this time to one of ice. Naruto and Demon were frozen in ice, and Kagaya freed herself using her space-time teleportation. Naruto conjured a dragon of the darkness flame which freed him and Demon and attacked Kagaya. The Otsutsuki was not affected by the dragon in the slightest. Mother, I suggest that you split Naruto from the rest. His power is easily the one that threatens you most. Black Zetsu suggested and Kagaya did so, trapping Naruto on a desert planet. Multi-shadow clone Jutsu Menma made over 100 clones which flew up to attack Kagaya. General Arcturus had joined Demon to fight against Kagaya. The Otsutsuki used her all-killing ash bone to incinerate the clones to ash as her enemies kept coming. Naruto, he's not here in this ice dimension. Shizuka informed Kakashi and Obito. That technique Kagaya used is a space-time ninjutsu that works similar to my visual prowess. Obito said as he thought of a way to bring Naruto back. If I can somehow manage to get my Kamui inside one of those portals, I may be able to tap into Kagaya's dimensions and free Naruto. Only problem is that I need an insane amount of chakra and I don't have it. Even with the fruit of Balder it's too low. My chakra reserves may not be adequate, but my dark matter reserves are massive. I'll transfer some of them to you so that Naruto can come back. Shizuka said and she started to lend Obito her power. Wow. So this is how dark matter feels like. Okay, just a bit more. Obito caught on to the portal which Kagaya used to retreat and tapped into it. Then, he began to open portals to different worlds one by one till he found the desert planet. Naruto come. Naruto Flash stepped to the portal just as it was closing and made it through, and Kagaya came back for round 2. They are back together, mother. Yes. I have no choice but to use that place. Kagaya then transported them all to a world where gravity was so heavy that they could barely stand. All killing ash bone. Kagaya then shot 2 bones straight at Naruto and Menma. Naruto, dodge, Kakashi shouted to his former student who did as told. But Kagaya fired 2 more and neither of the two could move anymore. Both Kakashi and Obito moved to take the blows instead where the ghost of Rin gave them the strength they needed. Obito then Kamui'd the other bone so that he can take both hits. Obito, why? Obito? Naruto asked in stunned silence. I made many mistakes in my life, Naruto. Too many of them to atone for, but at least, the world can be saved if I sacrifice myself to protect you. No apology of mine can take back what I did 18 years ago when I attacked a leaf, resulting in Aunt Kiyomi's death. No apology of mine can correct that, and I know I don't have any right to ask you this, but bring peace to the world, little brother. I know you can. And Obito Uchiha took out his right eye and gave it to Kakashi. Take my Kamui ability, Naruto, and Kakashi, take my eye. Consider it my last gift. And Obito Uchiha was dead. The gravity quickly turned back to normal, and Black Zetsu laughed at Obito. In the end, even a cockroach may die. Do not mock the Uchiha, you parasite. Naruto in his anger caused fire to erupt from the ground using his ring, and he flew up to fight Kagaya once more. Demon and Arcturus flew up to join Naruto, while Menma made more shadow clones to combat Kagaya. Upon Kakashi's insistence, Shizuka removed his right eye and replaced it with Obito's eye. Kakashi and Shizuka too joined to fight Kagaya. Kakashi used Kamui to absorb the bones once they were shot and absorbed his comrades' attacks to unleash it upon Kagaya when she least expected it. Naruto in his perfect Susanoo punched Kagaya to the ground and everyone unleashed their own respective attacks. Kagaya shot a truth-seeking orb at every one of them which hurt them badly. Kagaya grabbed hold of Menma's head. The Uzuki's half-sibling of Naruto was struggling and Kagaya tore his left arm from his body. Kagaya then removed Menma's heart and threw his lifeless corpse down. She then shot another truth-seeking orb which ripped Naruto's right arm. Kagaya then struck Naruto in the heart with a palm of chakra that stopped his heartbeat. Kagaya threw Naruto near Menma's corpse. The blood from the two then mixed and Kagaya had no idea just what was going to happen from that. Menma Naruto Kakashi was horrified to see what happened to them. No, not again. First he was too late to save Obito and Rin. Then, Minato, then Might Guy and Obito from finally dying. And now, he couldn't save the ones he viewed as his surrogate little brothers. Kakashi's despair allowed him to awaken his Susanoo. The light blue Susanoo of Kakashi quickly transformed into the humanoid stage and ran to confront Kagaya. Huh? Where am I? What is this place? Naruto asked as he found himself in a night-like landscape. There was water on the floor like a lake and a temple in front of him. A figure came out of the temple, floating and approaching him. "Welcome Naruto Uchiha. I've been expecting you." The figure spoke and Naruto had to guess who this was. "You're Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the sage of the six paths," Naruto said and Hagoromo nodded his head. "Amazing. It's an honor to meet you, Lord Sage." "Please, no need for such titles Naruto. You can just call me Hagoromo." "Okay. Well, I would like to sit and chat with you. I need to seal your mother for the second time. Can you tell me how I can do it?" "There is enough time to explain, Naruto. Here in this world, time moves slower than you think. Let me tell you something first. Do you know why mother said you and Menma are the only ones who have the power to seal her?" Hagoromo asked and Naruto shook his head no. "It is because you are Indra's transmigrant and Menma is Ashura's transmigrant. Like I'm the reincarnation of your son, the founder of the Uchiha clan." "No. After their deaths, both Indra and Ashura's chakra left their bodies so that they can merge with the chakra of their descendants. Throughout the generations, multiple Uchiha and Senju had their chakras merged with Indra's and Ashura's, but they were never their reincarnations." "I understand." And Hagoromo proceeded to tell Naruto of what he knew of the Otsutsuki clan. How they were an extraterrestrial race that planted trees that absorbed all the chakra of a planet and then they consumed the fruit to attain godlike power. How he and Homura, ancestor of the Hyuga, fought Kagaya and won. How Indra and Ashura eventually split and engaged in a never-ending conflict, consuming the entire world. It seemed that Menma was supposed to be Ashura's transmigrant, but due to Menma's upbringing, some of Ashura's chakra left and latched onto Naruto. Hagoromo then summoned Menma, and the two stood in front of Hagoromo. The old sage told them how to seal Kagaya and that he would give them a power-up to help them. "Naruto, place your right hand on mine and Menma, place your left hand on my left. I will give Naruto my yin chakra and Menma my yang, that when made contact with mother, will seal her into a new tomb. In addition, Naruto will gain Indra's power, and his Susanoo and Menma will receive 6th Sage mode and Ashura's golden chakra Oni." Naruto and Menma did as instructed, and after receiving their new powers, they returned to the land of the living. Kakashi was thrown down to the ground. His chakra was exhausted and he was out of commission. Up in the sky, Demon and Arcturus were thrown down to the ground as well. Shizuka landed near him, injured throughout her body. Kagaya threw a truth-seeking orb, and Kakashi moved to take the hit. Just when Kakashi thought he was gonna die, a blur had kicked the orb away. Kakashi looked up and saw Naruto, his right arm intact and fully healed. This presents Hagoromo's chakra. Kagaya muttered as she saw Naruto have her son's yin half and Indra's power. She flew down to attack Naruto, but Demon blasted her away. "Naruto? But how?" The mixing of mine and Menma's blood had summoned forth Kagaya's son, the sage of the six paths. He has given us new power needed to seal Kagaya away. I and Menma just need to touch her with these markers on our hands, and Kagaya is good as sealed. Then we will do everything in our power to help you. I know you will. That's why I'm doing this." Naruto used his ring to transfer Obito's chakra to Kakashi, making Kakashi's reserves go back to 100%. "I combined both yours and Obito's chakra. Given that Obito has a bit of 6th Path chakra, I believe the perfect Susanoo can be used. Didn't think I'd die, right?" "Not one moment of doubt. You're not allowed to die until we have a family, Naruto Uchiha," Shizuka said as her husband healed her wounds and restored her chakra reserves. Kakashi said his gratitude and conjured his perfect Susanoo. Equipped with Kamui Shuriken, he teleported Kagaya's orbs and chakra arms to his dimension. Menma jumped up in his 6th Path Sage mode with 9 truth-seeking orbs and with his Ashura golden Oni cloak. He made a normal Rasen Shuriken, a Rasen Molotov, a Lava Rasen Shuriken, Magnet Rasen Shuriken, Blizzard Rasen Shuriken, 6-tailed Slime Rasen Shuriken, Acid Rasen Shuriken, and a Tailed Beast Bomb Rasen Shuriken. He threw them all at Kagaya who was injured severely. Kagaya transformed into a rabbit like 10 tails that was over 10 miles big. Naruto flew up and conjured his new perfect Susanoo, amped by Indra's chakra and yin half of Hagoromo, and stood out over 12 miles big. He punched the 10-tailed rabbit and threw a barrage of Yasaka Magatama beads. Naruto's Susanoo took out both Kusanagi and Gunner and cut off 3 tails. Menma and his golden Ashura Oni that stood at the same height of Naruto's Indra Susanoo had threw 4 gigantic 6 paths Rasengans at Kagaya's 10-tailed rabbit. Kakashi then threw 2 more Kamui Shurikens and split 2 more tails. Kagaya reverted back to normal and threw 2 bones at Naruto and Menma. Naruto, thanks to Obito giving him his Kamui, had sucked in the bones to his Kamui dimension, which resembled an ocean in a night sky. Kagaya made the biggest truth everyone had ever seen. Kakashi and Naruto can't suck it into their respective dimensions, but the Uchiha had a plan. "I will destroy that truth-seeking orb with one attack. Forbidden Ninjutsu, Spell of Destruction. Goryumetsu 5 swirling dragons of destruction and 5 purple dragons, each over 100 miles long, had came up from the ground and attacked Kagaya. Naruto had transported his comrades to his Kamui dimension as the dragons hit. After a minute, he teleported them back to the planet and they saw that the 5 dragons had destroyed the planet's crust and damaged its core, leaving it a dead planet. There she is. Time to seal her away. I'll go to the right and Menma will go to the left. Everyone else, distract her. We have only one shot at this. Naruto said as Kagaya floated up from the planet's destruction. Kagaya had re-emerged, badly wounded but still able to fight. Naruto flew to Kagaya's right and Menma to her left. You heard Naruto. Let's give it our all. Kakashi conjured his perfect Susanoo and took out a katana. Kamui lightning blade and the katana was coated with black lightning and Kakashi struck Kagaya on her shoulders, wounding her even more. One final attack. Come on Arcturus, Sister Shizuka. Ultra Fragor Demon shot an Ultra Fragor at Kagaya, which caused a huge explosion that destroyed over 90 miles. All his comrades were safe thanks to Kakashi's Kamui. General Arcturus came out and unleashed blasts of dark matter that distracted Kagaya long enough. No. I will not be sealed again. Kagaya prepared 2 chakra attacks, but Kakashi let Shizuka out of his dimension and atop Kagaya. There is only room for one queen in this universe, and it ain't you. Shizuka punched Kagaya with a dark matter enhanced punch, and both Naruto and Menma touched her on the shoulders. 6 paths planetary devastation. Heavenly seal, they said in unison, and the ground rumbled as rocks came up to seal Kagaya. Naruto and Menma jumped back to watch Kagaya being sealed, but the persistent Otsutsuki was fighting back. You will not seal me, she cried out and was destroying the rocks. Her struggle wasn't in vain as the seal was not working like how they wished. Damn it. She's fighting back and the seal is losing its potency. I must act now. Naruto then flew and stabbed Kagaya with his Narada, absorbing her chakra. What are you doing? The Otsutsuki asked as she felt her chakra and life essence being sucked away. The 6-path seal isn't working, so I decided to become the seal. Naruto then started to absorb more of Kagaya. The sword will absorb and make it Naruto's chakra, while her life essence would go into the Ring of Enoch. Foolish child, even with Hagoromo and Indra's power, you cannot even take a quarter of mine. My power is beyond you. I know, but you forget one thing. I have comrades. Naruto said as Demon, Shizuka and Arcturus came to help him, each taking a bit of Kagaya's chakra with them. Like hell you are gonna take all that power. Menma came down and absorbed as much as he can, and Kakashi too came to help. In time, much of Kagaya's chakra was absorbed, while her life essence was sealed into the Hades ring. Her body with the 10 tails husk was sealed, and the 9-tailed beasts were freed, and so did Madara-cha. Hagoromo floated in front of the reanimated cage and Kiyomiya-cha. They had been focusing for the last minutes to gather the souls of the deceased cages. When their work was done, Hagoromo said, now in their reverse summon the group that fought Kagaya back to their planet, along with the tailed beasts and a dying Madara, who had a bit of life back after absorbing so much chakra in Kagaya's body. I am Hagoromo Otsutsuki. Sometimes known as the Sage of 6 Paths. I want to congratulate all of you in stopping my mother, Kagaya. Hashirama walked up to his best friend and rival, who was dying. Hashirama, is that you? I guess in the end, neither you nor I could achieve our dreams. It's never that easy. Our job is to do the best we can while we are alive and then bequeath it for future generations to accomplish. So naive as usual. You were always the optimist. But perhaps that is the correct path. My dream was squashed, but yours lives on. We were both too hasty, Madara. We didn't need to fulfill our dreams by ourselves. It was more important that we cultivate those who would come after us. To know that we can entrust our dreams for someone who will fulfill it, meaning I would have failed regardless. I always hated someone who stood behind me. When we were kids you once told me that we were shinobi and we don't know when we could die. And for neither side to die, we would have to reveal what's inside of us so that we may pour drinks to each other and raise a toast like brothers. Right now, both of us are about to die and we can drink alongside one another as war buddies. War buddies, huh? I like the sound of that. Naruto, I trust this world to you. And Madara breathed his last breath and died. Happy and content in his last moments as he found peace with his friends and family besides him. Time to say goodbye, Naruto. Kiyomi said to her son as she hugged him. Her son, tears in his eyes, returned the embrace. I'll be sure to tell Shisui and the others how you are doing when I see them. You don't have to worry, Mom. None of you do. Shisui and the others can rest in peace, knowing that I'm okay. I'm already 18, with a beautiful wife by my side who will never leave me. I always eat my vegetables, I take a bath every day, so you don't have to worry about my health. I promise that I will be the best man I can be. I will end this war and ensure another one doesn't take place. Tell them. Naruto wiped away his tears and took a breath as his mother's soul was going to the afterlife. Tell them that they don't have to worry about me. That I'm doing the best I can. I will. Know that I will always love you no matter what, Naruto. And that I'm proud to be the one you can call mother. Farewell, my son. And Kiyomi's soul went to the afterlife along with the souls of the Hokages. Hopefully you can find a better solution for peace than we did. I leave the future of this world in your hands, Naruto. and Hashirama joined his fellow Hokage. "Naruto, are you okay?" Shizuka asked her husband, who turned around and smiled at her. "Of course. You can bet on it. Come closer, Naruto, Menma." Hagoromo called to the last Uchiha and Uzumaki to come to his side. "I have been researching the infinite Tsukiyomi of my mother for quite some time now. Both of you must weave the rat sign and the infant Tsukiyomi will be undone." And the two did as instructed and the worldwide Genjutsu was over. "Now, I leave the rest to you two, Naruto, Menma. The future of the world is in your hands. I say we end this war," Naruto said as he walked up to Kakashi, his former sensei. "I will withdraw all my army and go back to the western lands. We can sign peace treaties and trade deals. I am willing to pay war reparations and share with you the technology of the West." Kakashi sensei, or should I say, 6th Hokage candidate of the Hidden Leaf. "We will be happy to sign it, Naruto. Will you visit sometime?" "Definitely." Old Menma got their attention as he leaked out his killing intent. "Do you think that I will just agree to this?" No, never in a billion years and more." "Menma, shut your mouth." Kakashi reprimanded his surrogate little brother, though in these past years, he didn't consider him as such. "You have gotten us into enough trouble already. We have a chance of peace and—" "Shut it, Scarecrow. I have 6 paths age mode. I have the golden Oni of Ashura Otsutsuki. I have every chakra nature and bits of each 9-tailed beasts. Thanks to absorbing that bitch Kagaya's power, my Byakugan eyes that I got from Hinata-chan have become this." Menma then showed them his new eyes and Hagoromo gasped in shock. "A Tenseigan, huh? So that is its name. I will kill you, Naruto, and take your eyes, your crown, your ring, your swords, your armor and everything that belongs to you. Heck, I'll rule over this world and more thanks to your empire and maybe I'll take your wife to be mine as a replacement for Hinata. Your wife is powerful, my dear brother, and she can replace that weak useless bitch Hinata any day." "How dare you speak like that, you insignificant worm!" Demon shouted in rage at the audacity of Menma Uzuka's. "I will put your head on a stake and your skin as my banner." He and General Arcturus prepared to kill Menma, but Naruto stopped them. "I appreciate your action, Demon Arcturus, but Menma is more powerful than either of you. He wants to fight me, then I will give him a fight to the death." Naruto then faced Menma as he opened a portal and transported him and Menma to another world. "I fight you today not as a leader or god. I fight you today to bring peace to the world. I fight you as a simple man named Naruto Uchiha." Final battle. "I fight you today as a simple man named Naruto Uchiha," Naruto declared boldly to his half-brother, who laughed at the declaration. "That's it? You think you can win against me, Naruto? I am the son of the 4th Hokage and the Red Death. I am the student of Jiraiya the Toad Sage. I have Ashura's power from all 9-tailed beasts, 6 paths age mode as well as Kagaya's. No way you can win against me." Sometimes a little humility is what's needed to win battles. I learned that the hard way as I have been overconfident in my powers. Let us put an end to this cycle of hatred by fighting to the death. Naruto shot multiple balls at Menma, who blocked with his truth-seeking orbs. "You think just by putting up a surprise attack that you'll win against me?" Naruto Menma shouted to his half-brother, who stopped firing balls and jumped at Menma. Naruto kicked Menma right in the face and he jumped about 20 feet away. "You'll pay for that, you bastard." Wind style. Rasen Shuriken. Zero Oscuras. Naruto fired his black zero, which hit Menma's Rasen Shuriken, and the two powerful jutsu caused an explosion and left a crater 100 meters long, 50 meters wide and 50 deep. Naruto got up and quickly activated his chakra dome as Menma shot multiple Rasen Molotovs at him. Menma laughed like a madman as he shot Rasen Molotovs. Fire style. Fire Dragon Flame Bullet Jutsu. Naruto shot out a fire dragon that caught Menma off guard. The Uzukas jumped away as the ground was destroyed by the fire dragon. Menma activated his Tenseigan chakra mode and lifted rocks using the eye's gravity powers. Naruto used Almighty Push to destroy the rocks, and Menma struck Naruto in the shoulders with his truth-seeking orbs in rod form. Naruto snapped the truth-seeking rods in half and pierced one of them into Menma's shoulders. The Uzukas screamed in pain and Naruto kicked him away. Fire style. Majestic Demolisher Flame. Naruto's amped fire jutsu destroyed the ground and the hills as it made contact. Menma survived thanks to his Tenseigan mode. So our attacks are made more powerful thanks to the mixtures of 6 paths, Kagaya's and of our respective ancestors. Menma made a laser from his Tenseigan chakra and sliced off a part of the planet as he missed his target. Naruto flew up to Menma in his dragon armor and punched him in the face, sending him crashing into a mountain. Naruto flew straight at Menma, who dodged the aerial strike, and a huge crater over 100 meters followed upon impact. Menma in his golden Ashura cloak summoned his sword, the Akuma no Ti, and fought Naruto. "You were but a weak child when we first met. You were easily defeated by me." Mito and Hinata. Menma attacked in a downward motion, but Naruto blocked. "You seem to remember things differently." Naruto pulled back his sword and attacked Menma. Naruto's sword strike tapped the ground and a huge trench followed upon impact. He was glad this battle was in another planet so that no collateral damage could be made. Naruto and Menma struck each other and the swords were away from their owners. Menma tried to get his Buster Sword but Naruto tackled him down. Naruto punched Menma in the face 3 times, then hammered his head on the ground. The truth-seeking orb pushed Naruto away and Menma got his sword back. Naruto called his sword which returned to his hand. Both blades, enfused with chakra, struck and the force of the blow shattered the mountains like glass. Menma flew up to the sky and Naruto followed. The two were clashing in the skies and their speed was faster than lightning, the swings of their swords rang like thunder. Naruto grabbed Menma's head and threw him down to the ground. Menma blocked the incoming punch and the two were having a taijutsu brawl. Menma was being pushed back and Naruto put his hand on the ground and kicked Menma like a spinning top. Menma struck his sword down and Naruto jumped and landed atop the Akuma no Ti. Naruto then kicked Menma hard across the left side of his face and jumped backwards. Menma made a rod from his truth-seeking orb but Naruto evaded each strike. "Enough die, brother," Menma shouted and Naruto punched him and sent him flying across a mile. Naruto manifested his humanoid Susanoo and threw 3 Asaka Magatama beads. Menma threw 3 of his truth-seeking orbs to destroy the beads and he flew back to his half-brother. Menma got lucky and palmed Naruto's face across 5 mountains. Naruto flash stepped away as Menma came to attack. Naruto flew down to strike but his half-brother blocked the sword swing and an earthquake followed. Naruto got back on the ground and they struck their weapons at each other, the impact destroying 4 nearby mountains. Multi-shadow clone Jutsu. Menma jumped back and floated with over 10k clones. If you think numbers are enough to win, you are gravely mistaken. Naruto began to cut down the clones that came to attack him. Naruto, spinning like a tornado, aided by Black Fujin Wind, killed dozens of clones and he flew up to Menma. The Uzukas leaned backwards, barely avoiding the sword swing, and he kicked his brother backwards. "Attack him now, Tailed Beast Bomb Rasengan Barrage." Menma's clones threw thousands of Rasengans, but Naruto used Almighty Push and the crater was bigger than the one Pain made in the leaf. Naruto put his hand on his Narada, then cut his fingers a bit to draw blood and Chaos Style manifested. Grand Rage Atsuga Tenshu. Naruto made a downward slash motion and the powerful Scarlet Black Crescent was released. Menma dodged the attack and the crescent moved to space, slicing the planet's moon in half. Naruto took advantage of the confusion and flew higher than Menma and let out 8 black orbs. The orbs were pulling the moon's debris to make 8 planetoids and he infused it with Chaos Style. Planetary Devastation. Heavenly Fall. The planetoids impacted with the planet's surface and all of Menma's clones were destroyed with half the planet annihilated. Now, try surviving this. Chaos Style. Primordial Dragon of the Void. Naruto's dragon then flew and attacked Menma. The Uzukas made shields from his truth-seeking orbs as the dragon pushed him through the planet's crust. "Like that will kill me." Naruto. Menma flew up again and conjured his Ashura Golden Oni to combat Naruto's perfect Indra Susanoo. The Golden Oni punched the Kusanagi and Gunner away but the Susanoo made a fist. The two titans fist met and the planet shook to its foundations. The Susanoo called its weapons back and slashed the air with Kusanagi. The sword's power, amped by the different Otsutsuki chakra and just bigger size, sliced a small country-sized chunk of land and Menma's Oni made a staff to combat the Kusanagi and Gunner. The Susanoo blocked with a Yata mirror and the Golden Oni tackled the Susanoo to the ground. The Golden Oni of Menma prepared a Rasengan but Naruto called a dragon made of Amaterasu to pull the Golden Oni away. The Susanoo kicked the Oni away and the two prepared their respective attacks. A powerful Chaos-style Jutsuga Tenshu for the Susanoo and a massive Rasen Shuriken plus Rasen Molotov for the Oni. The two attacks met and what remained of the planet was destroyed. Naruto crash landed on another nearby planet. He got up and Menma attacked him in a surprise attack. Naruto jumped up and avoided the attack to prepare his own. Zero Metroletta. And Naruto shot hundreds of Zeros, destroying the nearby landscape and burning the alien forest. Menma threw an ice-style Rasen Shuriken to create a blizzard and Naruto used his Hades ring to make a volcanic eruption. Naruto took out his Narada and the two fought in another sword duel. Naruto and Menma were swinging their swords at faster than lightning speed. Their swings destroying the new planet's crust, shattering mountains and making valleys. Naruto spinning every now and then, striking right then left in a random manner. He made an axe from Amaterasu and attacked Menma who blocked with a truth-seeking orb. Naruto locked the Akuma no Ti and he threw it away. Menma punched his Narada too and the two engaged in Taijutsu. Naruto punched Menma in the face 3 times and he pulled him to give him a hard knee strike to the belly. Naruto punched Menma in the stomach over 4 dozen times in the span of 5 seconds. He jumped up and kicked Menma in the face. Menma blocked the next strikes and he punched Naruto. Menma pulled Akuma no Ti and he kicked Naruto away. Menma then stabbed Naruto in his right side and pushed him through a big boulder. "This ends now, my weak pathetic brother. This ends when I say it ends," Naruto shouted in anger as he released an almighty push and Menma was pushed back. Menma levitated as he threw several Rasen Molotovs, but Naruto sliced them apart with his Narada. Menma jumped to attack, but Naruto gave him a hard uppercut. Breaking the sound barrier, Menma crashed through several mountains and made a 2-mile-long trench a dozen-meter deep. Naruto in his perfect Indra Susanoo then came to attack Menma, who manifested his golden Oni to counter. After multiple attacks, a quarter of the planet was destroyed and Menma made a gigantic laser from his Tensegan. Menma flew up to attack and he sliced the planet in half. Naruto flew up and blocked with his Yodamir. The Susanoo threw a dozen Chaos Yusaka Magatama beads at the golden Oni. The two chakra avatars fought in space, unaffected despite the lack of oxygen and zero gravity, thanks to Otsutsuki chakra. I'm ending this now, Naruto. Menma called the three clones gathering nature chakra and his golden Oni was made stronger by over 30 times. He made 3 more clones with a golden Oni each and they attacked Naruto. The Susanoo struck the first incoming Oni, but the latter blocked with a truth-seeking orb. A second Oni punched the Susanoo right across the face and the third one kicked him to their trap position. Menma then threw a magnet-style Rasen Shuriken at him and the Susanoo was a bit destroyed. Naruto was panting, but he composed himself as he planned to even the odds. Then, let me even the playing field, Menma. Leviathans, grant me your strength, Naruto called out to his Leviathans and the others still slumbering. He emptied his Dragon Sage chakra and dark matter as 8 orbs of power from the 8 Leviathans came to his Susanoo. His Susanoo was repaired and glowing with blood-red light. The undersides of the armor glowed an unholy red, the mask was lifted to reveal the humanoid within, and the wings became 6 dark fallen angel wings. Naruto dubbed this his Dragon God Emperor Susanoo, and the power was unimaginable. The Susanoo no longer looked like a Tengu, but a knight made of blood red and dark blue chakra with 6 black wings. Naruto's hair became pale and longer, and his armor became one with his flesh as 6 wings grew on his back. The Susanoo flash stepped to appear behind the golden Anas, and he kicked the original down to a moon. The ones on the right and left then grabbed the arms of the Susanoo. A third tried to punch, but the arms became liquid. Naruto kicked the third one to the same Menma was kicked, and the original came back to fight. Naruto threw Gunner at the downed clone, destroying it. Menma and his clones started throwing Rasengans, and Naruto destroyed each one. Menma made a third clone which collected as much chakra as it could, and when it dissipated, all 4 became one to form a huge Rasen Shuriken. Naruto collected all his chakra into one big attack on his Gunner spear. Ultramassive planetary Tensegan Ashura Golden Rasen Shuriken Supernova. Menma shot his Rasen Shuriken, and Naruto threw his spear. The Gunner spear overpowered the Rasen Shuriken and hit the golden Oni. The force of such an attack was equal to a supernova, hence the name, and all planets in the system were destroyed. Naruto used Kamui to teleport himself back to his planet just as the supernova took place. The explosion sent shock waves that were felt across the planet and that region of the galaxy. Everyone on the planet were sent shaking at the terrible winds and earthquakes that followed. After 3 minutes, Naruto thought he should move back to his army, but Menma came down like a small meteor and landed not too far away from him. Don't think you won just yet, I can't still fight. Live it up, Menma. Despite your upgrades. Never Menma ran to face his half-brother with the Akuma no Ti, but Naruto shattered it with his Narada. What? No mercy now, Menma, no. No, please, you had your chance. Naruto then lifted Menma up into the ground as fire started to engulf the Uzukas. There is no life in the void. And Naruto ripped Menma's soul away from his body. Menma's lifeless body hit the ground and Naruto walked back to the position where his army was. To the place where the battle ended. Epilogue. Naruto looked out the window of his fortress castle of Angband in Constantia, the capital of Magog and the Blackfire Empire. It had been 25 years since the Fourth Great Ninja War or the Great War in the Western Lands. Peace was signed between the Empire and the Elemental Nations. He had allowed the Elemental Nations to live as their own, but one by one, the daimyos opted for a peaceful integration into his empire. Kakashi Haddock was made 6th Hokage after Tsunade's retirement, following her overusage of the strength of 100 seals. Kakashi and Naruto were like best friends due to their past in the Leaf, and the Uchiha had forgiven his former sensei for not speaking out against the Leaf for his imprisonment. Kakashi was also made the first governor of Elemental Nations under his command. Naruto used Kagaya's dimensions to put Blackfire outposts there to monitor possible Otsutsuki activities to avoid a second Kagaya incident. The last 25 years saw a massive boom in technology and the Blackfire Empire took to the stars, becoming a Type 2.5 civilization. Cities were built on habitable planets and other worlds were terraformed by him. His stellar system was in the Orion belt of their galaxy and much of it was colonized. Are you okay, my love? The voice of his beautiful wife gave him a better mood to his thinking. I will always be okay as long as you are around to keep me company. He replied, accepting the glass of wine she brought for him. How are Shion and Koyuki doing? Fine. They're dealing okay with their third pregnancies. How's our son doing? Doing okay for the heir to the throne. How goes the stellar conquests? These extraterrestrials are hard really. Some decide to become allies, others fight back and even offer themselves to the Otsutsuki. Rather sad really. Isiki and Mama Shiki were soundly defeated by you 20 years ago. I pity them should you decide to intervene yourself. Sometimes the hardest battles are closer than we think. In our own families. As Toneri Otsutsuki decide to the peace offer you offered? Yes. He has decided to give us names of the strongest Otsutsukas and locations of planted worlds. Our best ships are sending drones there as we speak. We can think about that for later. Now, we have to go watch your son's training. If that's what the queen desires, then who am I but her king to ignore? And Naruto left to join his wife. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.